हेलो हेलो गाइस, आज हम आ चुके हैं फिर से दोपहर के टाइम पे और आज हम देखेंगे वॉच पार्टी। किस चीज का? जीई मतलब ग्लोबल ई स्पोर्ट वर्सेस T1 का मैच है। और आज लग रहा है थोड़ा सा तगड़ा एकदम। और आज संडे के मजे में भाई मजे करो गाइस। बहुत सारे बंदे आ चुके हैं, बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया फॉर ज्वाइनिंग द स्ट्रीम। और अगर कोई पूछ रहा है कि कल क्या हुआ था, कल कुछ नहीं हुआ था। कल बस दो तीन थोड़ा सा बातें चीतें हो गई थी, तो उसका कोई सीन नहीं है। मैं खुद वो देख लूंगा, कोई दिक्कत नहीं भाई। अगर कोई मतलब मेरे लिए वो कर रहे हैं, चिंता मत करो, बिंदास में। पहले थोड़ा सा चैट कर लेते फिर आगे बढ़ते हैं। अभी तो उन लोगों का स्टार्ट ही हुआ है या फिर हो गया स्टार्ट, पता नहीं। नहीं, अभी उन लोग प्लेयर कार्ड ये सब दिखा रहे हैं, तो अभी तो टाइम है। तो अभी फिर हम पहले अपना पढ़ लेते फिर चलते हैं एकदम बिंदास उसकी तरफ। भाई हेलो भाई, आ गया भाई। कुछ चीजें कुछ चीजें क्या हुआ है? कुछ नहीं हुआ भाई, कुछ नहीं हुआ। भाई अगर तुमको कोई कुछ कह रहा है तो हमें बोलो, हम बैठे बताते हैं। अरे भाई चिल मारो भाई, कोई दिक्कत नहीं। प्रमाणिक दे वेलकम टू द स्ट्रीम। बेबू पाला वेलकम टू द स्ट्रीम भाई। कल नहीं आए, कल थोड़ा सा, कल मेरे को बाद में पता लगा कल फाइनल्स वाइनल्स था, मेरे को नहीं पता था यार। और सबसे बड़ी बात, मैं इस जगह पे इतना जगह फोकस हो चुका हूँ कि मेरे को फर्क नहीं पड़ता पीछे क्या हो रहा है ना हो रहा है, वो सब देखने के लिए ना। बाय द वे कल इंडिया जीत गया, बहुत खुश हूं मैं अंदर से, वो तो ठीक है। बट मैं बाहर दिखा नहीं रहा, मतलब दिखावा नहीं कर रहा हूँ। प्रामाणिक दे वेलकम टू स्ट्रीम भाई। हेलो भाई, हेलो, वेलकम टू द स्ट्रीम। प्रामाणिक दे, कल कुछ हुआ क्या भाई? अरे कल कुछ नहीं हुआ भाई, चिल मारो। करण औजला, औजलिया फैंस, सॉरी, करण औजला भाई, करण औजला, औजलिया फैंस, यो पाजी। अरे भाई औजला भाई, कैसे हो तुम भाई? अभी औजला फैंस भी रेगुलर हो गए हैं, प्रामाणिक दे रेगुलर हो गए, बेबू पाला रेगुलर। भाई क्या क्रेजी ऑडियंस बन रहा है भाई मेरी। बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया भाई, तुम सब लोग हो तो मैं हूँ भाई, बाकी तो हम क्या ही कर सकते। और वैसे आज हमारे साथ दोस्त हैं बहुत सारे, जैसे कि हो गए गोकू है, विकी भाई है, फिर बहुत बहुत लोग हैं, ऐसी बात नहीं है। और आई गेस वो लोग वॉच पार्टी में इतना इंटरेस्ट नहीं मतलब रख रहे हैं, तो फिर उनको उतना वो करने का, पोक करने की मेरे को कोई वो है नहीं कि मैं उनको जाके फिर ऐसे ऐसे बोलूं कि भाई वो करो मेरे साथ वॉच पार्टी देखो। अगर देखेंगे देखेंगे, ना देखेंगे ना देखेंगे, कोई दिक्कत नहीं। और हाँ, मैं पोल डालना भूल गया, सॉरी गाइस। पोल डाल देता हूँ। अभी तक क्या हो रहा है? अभी तक ये लोग बातें चीतें कर रहे हैं भाई। मैं पोल डाल देता हूँ, पोल। उधर पोल डालना है मेरे को। हो 4 लाइक हो चुके हैं गाइस अभी तक, बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया। अरे 5, सॉरी भाई, इधर एक लाइक कम दिखता है मेरे को, सॉरी भाई। ये क्या हो रहा है मेरे साथ, पता नहीं। हाँ, पहले ये पिन मार देते हैं, पिन मैसेजेस में, क्योंकि हमारा वो हम ही प्रमोट करेंगे वीडियो, है ना, तो इसीलिए। पोल तो बात की बात है। स्टार्ट अ पोल। क्या लगता है कौन जीतेगा? क्या लगता है कौन जीतेगा? क्या लगता है कौन जीतेगा? GE और T1? गाइस जो भी बंदे देख रहे हो, वोट करो। वोट इज इम्पोर्टेंट, ताकि हमें पता चले कि आप लोग किस चीज को सपोर्ट कर रहे हो। और बाकी, इफ यू न्यू हियर, प्लीज जाके हमारा वीडियो देखिए। 40 व्यू हो चुके हैं, 40 व्यूज डन हो चुके हैं हमारे इसमें। तो ऑब्वियसली जाके थोड़ा सा वो करे, सपोर्ट करे। बाकी तो फिर सब तो चल ही रहा है ठीक ठाक। बाकी क्या ही बोल सकते हैं। गाइस जो भी 3 बंदे देख रहे हैं, मैं बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया फॉर ज्वाइनिंग द स्ट्रीम भाई। इधर मैं स्टार्ट करता हूँ, और उधर भी मैं डिस्कॉर्ड का आवाज तब तक वो ऑन कर देता हूँ। मैं इधर एक सेकंड। जी है, HE ऑब्वियसली। अरे HE नहीं भाई, GE। हाँ GE ऑब्वियसली। देखते हैं देखते हैं, अभी तो कुछ पता नहीं है, देखते हैं। डिस्कॉर्ड VC, हेलो।
नीलू की स्ट्रीम अटक रही है बीच बीच में।
अटक गई है क्या? हेलो
हाँ
हेलो गाइस, जो भी दो
अटक
तीन
रही
बंदे
है।
देख रहे हैं भाई, बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया। और जो जो बंदे मांग रहे कि क्या हुआ, कुछ नहीं हुआ है, बस छोटी मोटी बातें वो तो चलती रहती है, कुछ नहीं हुआ है गाइस। चिल मारो, सब बिंदास है एकदम। और बाकी बताओ हालचाल की हो रहा, क्या हो रहा है,
बहुत
क्या
अटक रही है नीलू स्ट्रीम।
अटक रही है कितना? मेरे को तो समझ नहीं आ रहा।
तुम्हारी स्ट्रीम लैग कर रही है पूरी, तुम हिल रहे हो ना, तुम भी अटक अटक के हिल रहे हो।
साले मेरे को तो सुनाई नहीं दे रहा, कहाँ हो रहा है ये?
नेटवर्क का इश्यू होगा। अपना स्टीम लैब्स खोलो, वहां पे एक बार ये देखो टॉप्स कितने जा रहे हैं उससे कनेक्शन के।
कहाँ स्ट्रीम लैब्स में?
स्क्रीन शेयर कर सकते हो 1 सेकंड के लिए, मैं तुम्हें बता दूंगा।
नहीं नहीं, अरे मैं उधर देख लूंगा, रुक जाओ, मैं अपने उस पे देख रहा हूँ। क्या नाम है, मेरे उस पे देख लेता हूँ, व्यू योर चैनल।
लो फिर
फिर
अटक गई, फिर अटक गई। मैं तो 480 पे देख रहा हूँ ताकि मेरे को लगा मेरा होगा, बट नहीं, फिर भी नहीं, तुम्हारा ही है।
मेरा कैसे अटक रहा है भाई?
तुम्हारे एंड
ये
से ही दिक्कत है।
नॉर्मल प्लेबैक स्पीड
गोकू
है,
में भी दिख
इसमें
रहा होगा अटकते
एडवांटेज
हुए।
दे।
मैं तो देख ही नहीं रहा।
मेरे को तो अटक से दिख रही। लोगों को पूछो, तुम्हारी जनता को।
सजेशन ये तो फालतू हो गया, चलो ये तो ठीक है। कहाँ अटक रहा था? स्ट्रीम एक्सेलेंट हेल्थ भाई, कोई दिक्कत नहीं हो रही। तुम्हारे एंड
फिर
से
अटक
दिक्कत
क्यों
होगा
है?
विकी भाई, तुम्हारे एंड से दिक्कत होगा, क्योंकि मैंने सुना, मेरे को कोई दिक्कत नहीं हो रहा, मेरे मेरे में जो चल रहा है। बट वो तो
अरे
अलग बात
उधर
है
से
कि हम तो।
एक्सीलेंट एक्सीलेंट है, बट स्ट्रीम ओवरले जहाँ से
हाँ,
होता है ना, वहां पे एक बार चेक कर लो।
स्ट्रीम एलिमेंट, अच्छा स्ट्रीम लैब्स में।
हाँ,
स्ट्रीम लैब्स में
स्ट्रीम
किधर
लैब्स
दिखता है?
कोने में ही दिखता है ना, जहाँ स्ट्रीम चलती है वहाँ।
कोने में
कितने
तो दो
FPS
व्यूज दिखा
गिर रहे
रहे,
हैं।
रिफ्रेश चैट है, और तो कुछ भी नहीं है।
पता नहीं, फिर बेबू पाला को पूछ लो।
हाँ बेवकाला, वो भी अगर अगर कोई भी है तो उस दोनों में से बताओ यार, कोई अगर है तो। गाइस 6 लाइक हो चुके हैं हमारे, बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया फॉर ज्वाइनिंग द स्ट्रीम भाई। इची जीतेगा भाई, देखते हैं इची जीतता है या फिर कौन जीतता है। और बताओ यार, अगर कोई स्ट्रीम लैग हो रहा है तो भी बताओ मेरे को, 1 सेकंड दो, मैं ये भैंस की इसके चक्कर में मेरा वो पैसिफिक का स्ट्रीम बंद हो गया, भैंस की वॉच पार्टी का। हाँ चल गया चल गया। चलो गाइस, इसमें हम चलते हैं पहली बार, फिर उसके बाद मैं जाके देखता हूँ, ठीक है। ये कहाँ चला गया मेरे को? हाँ लाइव सीन पे चलते गए। चलो भाई, आ गए अपन बिंदास। वीडियो डिस्कॉर्ड पीसी आ रहा है, ब्राउजर साउंड आ रहा है, ब्राउजर साउंड एक बार मैं चेक कर लेता हूँ।
I feel like Neon, they like how it feels for the team. It looks very, very well. What are our maps going to be, and is that Neon going to come out of that? Because Finn did mention as well that they haven't, you know, shown all
बैन
the
मतलब
cards
वो
that they
दिखा रहे हैं
have
कि वो
in
लोग,
the
उन लोगों ने
pack.
पिक नहीं
I'm
करा,
sure they
तो
haven't, and I
बैन कर
hope they
दिया उन लोगों
haven't, and that's going to be a big question mark for T1, right? How do you try to maybe ban out
पिक नहीं
the
करा
Masters
तो
where
बैन
the
मिल
Neon's
गया
going to be
हैं?
potentially
7
comfortable,
बार
etc.
कौन है भाई
Oh,
जिसको 7
Rossi
बार
taking
बैन
a
कर
new position.
पता नहीं।
He's been having some fun on social media here and there.
And he has.
ऑडी स्पॉन्सर है भाई, ऑडी, सॉरी ऑडी कह रहा हूँ, मर्सिडीज स्पॉन्सर है, क्या
There you
बोल
go.
रहा हूँ
Yep, that's just
पता
step
नहीं।
by
Yeah,
step.
thinks he's a caster all of a sudden.
It would be interesting to see where he ends
यहाँ
up
पे
in
यहाँ
the,
पे
you know,
होता
the
है
next few
पिकिंग
weeks.
पे,
He's
ये
making
देखो
his
इस पे
rounds
जैसे
all the way
बैन मार दिया
in
जी
VCT
ने,
Pacific.
T1 ने इसको बैन मार दिया,
Yeah, we're seeing our first bans over
फिर
here. We're banning Bucket.
फिर
and we're
जी
banning
ने
Sunset
आइस
as
बॉक्स
well. First ban
ले
is going to
ली,
be Icebox. G's
देख
pick,
रहे
I think
हो?
it's quite good for them.
I would, I mean, yes, but this is also a very good map for
T1
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 for the
पिक्स
most part.
अटैक।
Well, yes, generally it
फिर
is.
T1 ने
Obviously, also
सिलेक्ट कौन सा
stats
मैप
goes
करा है?
well along this,
लोटस।
but the ISO comp, they didn't pilot it that well, right? As soon as their opponents were
Sure.
ready for the
G
ISO,
picks
we
attack.
saw that they didn't really have a second line of ideas. So I'm wondering, did T1 fix that? And also, is
Select लिया।
he just relying on the same composition, the same plays coming out?
We'll have to see if there's going to be any further development, but I mean, this was a map that, I mean, obviously T1 fried on when they were over at Shanghai, but then
Yes.
also played a very close set versus Secret, with that one going 14-12 over to Secret's way. So I think they're still going to be well versed, but the Lotus pick is no surprise whatsoever. And with Haven banned out, T1 seemingly
डिसाइडर मैप,
more
हाँ
tough to
एसेंट डिसाइडर मैप लिया है
That's the
भाई।
finisher, and this is where
ओए,
T1 did get rid of
मैं
the
कह रहा
by
हूँ, विकी
DFM,
भाई।
so if the prep is good from GE, then maybe
Hello.
they could just get this one done.
हाँ,
But
हाँ।
overall, I feel like
मैं
T1
कह रहा
are
हूँ,
in a
अब
pretty
देखना।
good spot here.
अब
Yeah, I
ठीक
would
दिख
say
रहा है,
that
वो नहीं हो रहा।
probably the Icebox pick is the
भाई
biggest
नहीं भाई,
question
लैग
mark or the
हो,
biggest
क्या
surprise. Not because G is not good. Actually,
नहीं
G is
भाई,
best
लैग
map, I
नहीं
would
हो
say.
रहा, हाँ हाँ
This
ठीक है।
is where we saw Lightning
और मैं
Flash
कह रहा हूँ, ओए
absolutely
विकी भाई, मैं कह रहा हूँ
going
कि
on a
एक
run
वो
whenever he was
करना,
on that battle stage.
तुम एक
However,
काम
now
करो,
with the comp change,
हाँ
they still
सॉरी काम
find
क्या
ways
करो,
to maybe
मैं कह रहा हूँ
sneak in
बताओ
the
कौन
lead
जीतेगा
on
वोट्स
here. I
में
mean,
क्या
what's
लग
it
रहा
gonna
है?
look
तो
like?
कैमरा
And again, my biggest
वोटिंग का
worry
बॉक्स
for
है,
G
मेरे
is,
को तो ना
are
दिख।
you relying maybe too much on T1
वोटिंग का बॉक्स डाला है भाई, पोल क्या बात बोल रहे हो,
being a little
ऐसे
bit
मत बोलो
over
यार।
the ISO? Because I could totally see T1 maybe
मैंने
not
दे
even
दिया
playing the
है
ISO at all today.
Yeah, I don't
मजे
think
मजे
दे
में
दिया,
किसी
कौन
भी बटन
जीतेगा?
पे
going to be
क्लिक करके
sticking with
पता
it,
नहीं।
given that we are on 9.
कौन जीतेगा क्या लगता है?
A lot of teams are maybe going to look to stray away from it unless they have
T1,
really
T1.
good set execution
साले
for it, even with
मेरे चैट में
the
G2 वाले
जीतेगा।
बंदे भाई,
that double tap shield.
GE जीतने वाले,
And that's my question for this
G2
match
बोल
as
दे
well,
गलती
right?
से।
T1, as we
T1,
mentioned, they're going through a lot of
T1.
changes. They have some
सालो
composition changes as well.
T1
Whereas GE,
ठीक
this
है भाई,
composition, this team,
चलो मैं
चैट
चलता
थोड़ा
हूँ, ठीक
सा
है?
to percolate, right?
ओके
So
भाई,
बाय
how
बाय।
is that going to factor in?
हाँ
You have stability on one side, and you have
चलो भाई
T1
ये
that
हो
is
गया।
still possibly grasping as we enter these last few weeks of stage one,
तो
right?
भाई आज दोनों
Granted,
अलग अलग
they are
बंदे
still
बुलाए भैंस
T1,
की, ये लोग
right? They
पैसे
are
बहुत
still
है, 12
only
मिनट
T1 in that sense, but again, is this GE? Is this your
है क्या आज
eureka
हम
moment in a sense?
Well,
10-15 लाइक तक
my
पहुंच
biggest
पाएंगे?
question is GE looked very comfortable last week when they
कौन
were
on
playing
top?
against Bleed, right? And I think a big part of that was that their calls
Bye-bye,
were really
bye.
coming
ये
together
बहुत
and
ज्यादा
their
जोश आ रहा
teamwork
है।
was really on point. It
हाँ
doesn't matter
क्या
if
कह
their
रहा हूँ?
opponents were weak or strong, because in the past, even against weaker
तो
opponents,
वाइपर
they
जो
were
मेन
able to
है,
hold
वाइपर
their
मेन
own. So I
रोजी,
think the consistency, I would
हाँ
actually say on a teamwork level, GE might
वो
be the
खेलेगा
वो
भाई,
ऑन
ये
टॉप है,
देखो।
that T1 is a
वो
star-studded
है
lineup.
वो
Like you mentioned, Mika, they're still going through a
हाँ
lot of changes.
Yeah, I think the biggest glow up that we
वो
saw
मतलब मैं नहीं समझा क्या कहना चाह रहे हो?
coming from, you know, that opening week of being back
वो
as
अरे वो ही
being called
जीतेगा,
out until in hand constantly
T1 जीतेगी,
rotating
T1
अरे
sent with that so
T1 के सपोर्टर हो तुम, हम G2 G2 गलती से बोल दिया,
G2
GE वाले, GE वाले
गाइस
GE,
देख लो,
नहीं नहीं गलती से बोल दिया गाइस, गलती से, वो GE वाले हैं हम। गाइस जितने बंदे स्ट्रीम देख रहे हैं भाई बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया फॉर जॉइनिंग द स्ट्रीम। अगर नए हो तो लाइक कर देना, सब्सक्राइब कर देना, इट विल बी हेल्प, बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया भाई।
दोनों टीम में रोजी हैं भाई,
हाँ रोजी है ना,
दोनों टीम में।
दोनों टीम में सबसे बड़ी बात, दोनों लोग डुएलिस्ट ही खेलते हैं, मतलब आई गेस डुएलिस्ट ही तो खेलते हैं। भाई वोट्स के रिजल्ट कुछ अलग ही बता रहे हैं भाई, GE 67%, T1 वोट पे है 33%, मेरे को नहीं लगा था यार। भाई जीतेगा तो T1, देख रहे हो गोकू सपोर्टर आ गया भाई, गोकू सपोर्टर आ गया भाई, गोकू सपोर्टर आ गया, वो कह रहे जीतेगा तो T1 ही, गोकू समझ रहे हो तुम?
यस ऑफ कोर्स
भाई तुम्हारा सपोर्टर भी है भाई इधर। और गाइस अगर वोट हो चुका है तो जाके प्लीज मेरा वीडियो भी देख लेना। बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया फॉर जॉइनिंग द स्ट्रीम। वीडियो पे 40 व्यूज है, क्या हम 50 व्यूज ला सकते हैं उस पे? अरे तुम लोग बकबक खत्म करो यार, स्टार्ट करो, क्या है बदतमीजी। भाई हमको मैच देखना है यार। गोको तुम मेरा स्ट्रीम नहीं देख रहे ना?
मैं तुम्हारी स्क्रीन भी इतनी अटक के देख रहा हूँ, मेरे में दो स्क्रीन चल रही है।
तो साले वो बंद करो ना, तुम मेरे में देखो, एक ही तो बात है, हम भी तो वही दिखा रहे हैं। गाइस जो भी दो बंदे देख रहे हैं बहुत शुक्रिया जॉइन कर, गाइस लाइक कर
डिले आएगा ना फिर।
हाँ तो 2-3 मिनट का डिले देख लो, क्या है दिक्कत है?
नहीं मैं बाद में हाइप होता हूँ। अरे मार दिया, नाइस वो कहेंगे अबे ये क्या कर रहा है।
अरे कोई ना,
वहाँ दूसरा राउंड चालू हो गया, मैं नाइस
भाई उसमें भाई उसमें तो फिर तुम पहले हाइप हो जाओगे, इसमें तो तुम्हारा पहले आ जाएगा। तुम्हारा भी क्या चल रहा है बताओ?
मेरे को लग
तुम्हारा
भी ये बैठे हुए हैं सब बातें कर रहे हैं उससे।
बात कौन है, कौन बात कर रहा है, किससे बात कर रहा है?
ये आधा गंजा
अबे क्या जी का कोच है वो,
जी का कोई प्लेयर है उसके साथ,
कोच है भाई, थोड़ा सा तो रेस्पेक्ट दे दो यार। चलो भाई जी आधा घंटे से बात हो रही है गाइस, इसका मतलब सेम ही चल रहा है, कुछ अलग नहीं हो रहा, फिर तो ठीक है। गाइस जो भी दो बंदे देख रहे हैं बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया, 7 लाइक हो चुके हैं हमारे, क्या आज हम 10 लाइक तक पहुंच पाएंगे गाइस?
थोड़ा सा डिले ही दिखेगी मेन स्क्रीन उनकी।
क्यों?
हाँ अरे क्योंकि वो है ना, मैं वो कर रहा हूँ पीछे डाउनलोड।
अच्छा हाँ फिर तो ठीक है, फिर तुम हमारे साथ ही चलोगे। या तो 2 सेकंड
कोई
पीछे भी चल
फर्क
सकते।
नहीं है यार तुम्हारी और उनकी स्क्रीन में। उल्टा
हाँ
उल्टा मैं जो जी की मेन स्क्रीन है वो मेरे में डिले आ रही है।
हाँ, फिर देखो, देख रहे हो, मैं बता रहा हूँ यार, मैं बता रहा हूँ, हम आगे हैं भाई, हम गाइस।
अच्छा
सॉरी सॉरी, एक्सक्यूज मी गाइस, सॉरी, आई एम सॉरी गाइस। अगर आप नए हो और मेरा ये थोड़ा पहली बार देख रहे हो और आप लाइव स्ट्रीम के बाद आ रहे हो, तो क्या कर रहे हो यार, जाके क्या कर रहे हो?
यार जल्दी जीतो यार, जी टी1 लगातार 3 मैच जीत जाओ, किसी को एक भी मैच जीतने देना।
साले
और क्या
नहीं,
यार, जल्दी खत्म
T1
करो
जी
यार, ये क्या
जीतेगा
है
जी
भाई।
है।
उधर उधर 2 जीत गए, उधर 2 जीत गए, लो अब ये वाला मैच करते रहो। ये चलता दिमाग खराब।
नहीं, 3 ही तो मैच है, वो वाला क्या होता है, 3 ही तो मैच है।
3 या 5 वाला है, जो जो 3 जीतेगा वो जीतेगा।
भाई तो फिर 5 घंटे बैठना पड़ जाएगा क्या, इतनी बड़ी मैच?
तो फिर
गाइस देखो, हम बीच में भी बंद कर सकते नहीं नहीं,
पता नहीं, हो सकता है कि वो वाला हो।
3 वाला
ये
भी है,
तीन
मेरे को
जो
3 वाला लग रहा है, ये
जो
फाइनल फाइनल में होते हैं 5 वाले, फाइनल्स में होते हैं।
फाइनल्स
गाइस
नहीं है ना ये मे बी।
नहीं, फाइनल्स नहीं है ये वाला गाइस।
फाइनल्स नहीं है, जो 2 जीतेगा वो। यस, जीतो
अरे
यार, दोनों में से लगातार 2 जीतो यार।
नहीं, T1
पता
नहीं,
करो
जी
कहानी।
जीतेगा, जीई। T1 वैसे भी
अरे
हार के आ
जो
रहा है
भी
शेंघाई
जीते
से,
लगातार 2 जीतो
शेंघाई
बस।
से हार के आ रहा है T1, शेंघाई में तो जीत नहीं पाया।
अरे लेकिन पैसिफिक में लगातार जीतती है ये टी1।
हाँ
अभी
तो हार
जितने
जाएगा
राउंड्स
कोई
है
ना,
सब में टी1 जीती है।
अरे कोई ना, इस बारी
जी
हार
हारी
जाएगा।
है इससे पहले वाला राउंड।
इससे जी हारी है नहीं बे, इससे पहले वाला मैच जीता है
नहीं,
भाई जी।
इससे पहले वाला जीती है, उससे पहले वाला हारी।
अच्छा हाँ, उससे पहले वाला मैंने नहीं देखा, हार गई उसमें।
हाँ
ओ। तो गाइस जो भी बंदे देख रहे हैं स्ट्रीम, बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया बजाने के, स्ट्रीम गाइस लाइक कर देना, और अगर आप स्ट्रीम के बाद आ रहे हो, हाँ उस बात तो मैं भूल ही गया, और अगर आप थोड़ा मेरा नए बार पहली बार देख रहे हो, तो जाके प्लीज जाके वीडियो देख के आओ यार, क्या करो, पिन कमेंट पे हमारा वीडियो का लिंक है, लिंक पे जाके आप बिंदास देख सकते हैं।
480 पे मेरे को
कोशिश की
स्क्रीन
है
देखनी
हमने,
पड़ रही है, क्या दिन आ गए।
क्या क्या दिन आ गए?
480 स्ट्रीम देखनी पड़ रही है।
वही तो गोकू भाई, मैं बता रहा हूँ, बस मेरा देखो, उसका छोड़ दो।
तुम्हारी तो देख रहा हूँ मैं।
हाँ फिर 480 पे कैसे देख रहे हो तुम?
तुम्हारी कुछ ज्यादा ही अटक रही है बे, उनकी नहीं अटक रही।
मेरा अटक रहा है, बट कि वो उसने
हाँ
बोला तो नहीं अटक रही।
अटक रही है बार बार।
बेबू वाला कह रहा था नहीं अटक रहा, क्या अटक क्या रहा है, मेरा फेस है स्ट्रीम पूरा।
स्ट्रीम
फिर मेरी गलती नहीं है, अरे मैं बिट रेट दे रहा हूँ स्ट्रीम की, पूरा फुल चीजें देख
और
रहा
कैमरा
हूँ।
है, कैमरा कभी कभी होने लग जाता है तुम्हारा, स्ट्रीम नहीं होती लेकिन कैमरा कभी कभी ज्यादा ही अटकता
हाँ कैमरा का मैं कुछ नहीं कर सकता, वो है ही 720p 30 fps, तो उसमें कभी कभी fps का डिफरेंस हो जाता है फ्रेम रेट का, तो मैं अटक जाता हूँ ऐसे, बस वो हो जाता है गाइस पानी पिया करो, खांसी हो रही है बहुत। ये लोग नहीं स्टार्ट करेंगे क्या आज के दिन?
अरे यार मैं बोला ना, ये 113 का स्टार्ट होता है यार, बहुत पकाता
साला
है।
1:30 बज आएंगे फिर से, मैं कब 1 बजे स्टार्ट कर दिया स्ट्रीम, ये लोग 1:30 बजा रहे हैं। गाइस जितने बंदे हैं स्ट्रीम में लाइक कर दो, सब्सक्राइब कर दो, और वोट जरूर से करना, क्योंकि आपका एक वोट डिसाइड करेगा मैं जीतेगा या गोकू, है ना गोकू?
नहीं ऑब्वियसली।
ऑब्वियसली ओवर कॉन्फिडेंस है भाई पे, ओवर कॉन्फिडेंट।
हाँ हाँ
गाइस 8 लाइक हो चुके, अरे नहीं गाइस, गाइस 8 लाइक हो चुके, हमारे और कितने लाइक चाहिए?
अरे 360 देखना पड़ रहा है अब।
360, अरे अच्छा 360 क्या, मैं सोच रहा हूँ 360 देखा मतलब वो, अच्छा कोई ना, देखो देखो 360 देखो, तुम एक बंद कर दो ना।
क्या नहीं, अरे हो जाएगी ना। फिर मैं भी हम कल शायद खेलें पूरा ट्रक,
अरे तो ठीक है शाम
या
को।
फिर हम
क्या हम
शाम को करोगे
अच्छा।
लाइव?
ओ नहीं नहीं गाइस, शाम को कोई लाइव नहीं हो रही। क्योंकि दोपहर को कर रहे हैं अपन, शाम को करेंगे कुछ अलग, है ना गोकू?
हाँ कुछ तो
कुछ तो देख रहे हो, गोकू भी कह रहा है कुछ तो। गाइस जो बंदे देख रहे हो बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया
कह रहे यार
फॉर
क्यों पका रहे हैं इन चोमू लोगों को जो दिखा रहे हैं।
पता नहीं यार, ये स्टार्ट करें मैच, जी T1 को हारते हुए देख के मजा ही आ जाए, वो नहीं करेंगे, है ना गोकू?
अरे जो जीते भाई, जो जीतेगा मैं उसके साइड पर।
ये देख लो, ये देखो साले T1
अरे
थे ना
यार
दलदल
दोनों ही
लोग।
फेवरेट टीम है भाई, दोनों ही फेवरेट टीम है।
हाँ मेरे तरफ से एलईवी है, एलईवी और ये, क्योंकि आसपास उस पे है आसपास यो।
हाँ एलईवी और मतलब देखो
जी
पहले सन फिर
फिर
एलईवी
सेन तो सबका फेवरेट है भाई, सेन तो सबका, सेन तो है, सेन तो
ये
ऑब्वियसली।
टेमेट किस में है वैसे?
किसमें कौन?
टेमेट
मेरे को नहीं पता, अब तो उतना थोड़ी देखते हैं।
पता होना चाहिए।
उतना नहीं पता यार।
करो पता फिर।
कहाँ से करे अभी?
अभी करो पता।
अभी गूगल खोल जाएगा, मत कर।
खोल दो फिर।
अबे स्ट्रीम में दिख जाएगा, मैं गूगल खोलूंगा तो।
देखने दो, वही तो दिखाना है। और तुम्हारे कैमरा का आधा बॉर्डर खाली क्यों है?
आधा बॉर्डर खाली है? किधर खाली है?
हाँ कॉर्नर में खाली है तुम्हारा।
अरे वो थोड़ा सा खाली है क्योंकि वो मैं बढ़ा नहीं सकता, और
तो थोड़ा साइड में ड्रैग कर दो ना।
कौन सी साइड में? अरे सही है, अरे राइट साइड में, और थोड़ा सा जगह रहने दो यार, तो छुटकू सा जगह तुमको बड़ा लग रहा है। अरे दैट्स राइट, छोड़ो रे, 30 सेकंड बचे यार, स्टार्ट। गोकू गाइस, गोकू भाई हमारे बीच नहीं रहा। गोकू भाई हमारे बीच और नहीं रहा, तो फिर क्या ही कर सकते हैं गाइस।
मैं यहाँ इसलिए बैठा हूँ क्योंकि मेरी डाउनलोड हो जाएगी इतने फटाफट,
ओह
बाद में अलग से नहीं करना पड़ेगा।
ओह ओह
है तुम पे इतना दिमाग? नहीं है,
नहीं।
बताता हूँ।
सुअर आदमी। रियॉट घूम गया, देख रहे हो तुम, रियॉट घूम गया। चलो चलो, स्टार्ट होगी।
रायोट
Undisputed।
हमको तो पता ही नहीं।
अच्छा नहीं पता था, पता करो अभी। ग्लोबल ई स्पोर्ट्स अनडिस्प्यूटेड भाई, गाना क्रेजी बना है भाई। हाँ
ये आएगा फैंटम में, तुम लोग है ना फैंटम?
फैंटम देखता हूँ।
नहीं लोगे, ठीक है।
देख रहे हो T1 वर्सेस, ओ भाई ब्लू रेड क्या क्रेजी लग रहा है।
Kicking off our first series of the day, it's T1 and GE, two teams that are looking to end the season strong. No matter what the standings might say, no matter what you still want to win, there's still
गर्मी लग जाती
the massive fan bases for both of these teams.
I mean, Global, you can see there at the bottom of the screen, need this victory.
उन लोग के रुमाल तकिया जैसा है भाई।
That Genji fallen
अरे
in the
इन
series,
सबका
but we
वो
are
Andrew
just
फेस
Tate
है
said
रे।
from
now we have
external,
an answer.
ये कुंसी
Carpe
9
is
ही भाई
on stage. Rossi
सेमीकोलन
on the bench
योजक
for this
चिन्ह
series.
सेमीकोलन
That is a big surprise.
That's a huge surprise just
क्या
because
बोल रहे
Rossi
हैं?
seems to be one of the most
Nine
consistent
काफी
players
है
for
भाई।
T1, both in terms of just the frags, the comms, whenever you see the replays, whatever it could be.
But also the attitude.
Yes, exactly. But at the same time, once Carpe wasn't IGLing anymore, he was putting up some great numbers. He was really finding space and the timings to support his teammates. So I will say that Stax and Rossi probably have the most overlap in their strongest Asian pool. So overall, I think the comps should be fine, but I'm curious to see, are there
Saya
changes on
plays.
Icebox? You know, is it still going to be the ISO? Those are the big questions for me.
Yeah, I feel like, again, this
T1
iteration of
win.
T1 is yet another one that we have to start from, especially since Rossi, hey, that explains his earlier post, I believe, on Twitter, where he just tweeted a picture of a bench. Now we know exactly why. It was a bit of a teaser for what we're seeing right now. But is this GE prepared for this kind of T1 is going to be my big question.
Yeah, I mean, I think G is probably just not going to care, right, who was on that stage, because comms shouldn't be affected too much. You prepped for it, you prepped your own game, as Spin said. I would love to see G focus on that. Meanwhile, over on T1, let's see how the comms are now.
चलो भाई T1
with
start कर
this
दिया मैच
version.
भाई।
We haven't seen this
Yes,
before.
global
But we
esport।
have seen T1 catching other teams off guard when they have made changes to the roster. When X here at first moved into that IGL position, teams are caught off guard by their aggression. Does that happen again today?
Well, all my questions will be answered as we step into
वही
this
तो कह रहा हूँ मैं,
series.
start हो गया।
Paper Thin and Asarai.
Thank you so much,
जो
panel.
पैंट है,
Again, my
सबकी
name is
चेयर
Asur.
हिला
Now is
दो।
Paper
अरे ये
Thin,
लोग
and
फिर
we
से आ
are
गए?
about to begin with this
ये बैठ
grueling,
की
very,
जाओ ना।
very important and
वही
so
तो।
many stakes match between T1
पेपर
and
थिन
Global
अबे जाना
Esports.
पेपर
it is a
थिन
must
कर
win
अपना
because-
जाके यहाँ क्यों आया है
Yes, you
वही
still have to
तो
rely on what
पेपर
happens
लो
with Gen G later, but you might as well try and get this win here and at least keep your chances alive, keep your hopes alive. Two teams who I think in my mind are pretty evenly
अरे
matched
यार
right
स्टार्ट
now
कर
in
दो,
terms of their
सालों
relative
बक
strength.
कर
Yeah,
रहा
Carpe
था।
coming in is a bit of a surprise.
देख रहे ना, चैट में भी लोग गाली दे
Who
रहे
knows
हैं।
exactly what the reasoning is behind
Easy
that.
for
That kind
GE,
of thing.
easy for
They
G।
need
देख
to
रहे हो, सब
play,
लोग कह रहे हैं easy
a
for
certain
G।
age and a
सालों
certain role, and there
T1
is a
with
bit of a
one
chance,
Sakuto
as well.
blood।
So, Izu
अरे
over
999 लाइक भाई, और एक लाइक वो 1000 लाइक हो जाएगा भाई।
We are going to move away from that ISO. Tried it last week. You know, it
मैं
almost
like
worked against
करता
Team
हूँ,
Secret.
ठीक
के हो गया, एक 1K
Yeah,
लाइक।
true. I think the only
Dislike
real issue
कर
there
देना
was
उन्हें।
करा हो गया।
Izu didn't really
अरे,
have any
मैं अनलाइक
means
करा
to
तो नहीं
get
हो रहा यार अब।
to the back of the net without just,
बढ़
you know,
गया।
running in and hoping for a big contact.
चलो
You can't
कोई
usually do that against teams like Team Secret, and maybe against Global Esports, it's not really the best thing. Another thing that I also wanted to point it out was Carpe. This is the first time we're seeing him
भाई
back
पूरा
in
carpet पे
T1
जब
after a
मैं
month.
बिछा
The
रहा
last
था,
time he played
लेकिन-
with the team was back in
भाई
Master
क्या ब्लू
Shanghai,
क्या
so
क्रेजी लग रहा
it's
है
been a
यार
while
हाँ।
since Carpe has played a game. I mean, sure, it's a
Nice,
month,
bro.
but in Valorant competitive time, that's a pretty long time.
That's an
Ice
eternity.
box
Yeah.
मेरा
गाना
favorite
crazy लगा रही है वाली।
Condensed format.
देख रहे हो, practice कर रहे हैं वो लोग, practice।
So fast. So certainly, really curious to see him piloting that Gecko.
Ice
How
Icebox
that's
पता है
gonna
मेरा
look.
फेवरेट
We're
मैप
jumping into
तो नहीं
Icebox for
कह
our first
सकते
map.
लेकिन
I'm
ठीक ठाक है मैप
very, very
लेकिन
curious. I
जब
mean,
भी
another
मैंने
thing
अच्छे
that
अच्छे क्लच
just
किए
as
ना
like
तो
a
उसी मैप
50%
में
broader
करे
picture perspective,
रुक जाओ, 50% विन रेट
other than,
किसका
you know,
है
some must-win,
जी का,
moments
और
for them, but,
इसका
like, the map pool
इसका
is so
47%। भाई
what they like
3%
to
का
play,
डिफरेंस
what
है।
they
चलो
play.
मैच स्टार्ट हो गई,
So really
गो
kinda
गेट।
curious, how's this all going to work out? I mean, with Global, you know,
T1
a very
दिखा
similar
देगा
setup to what they've run
3%
before.
कैसे गेन
Played an
करते हैं
Icebox
दो
for a while.
अच्छा अच्छा
They were
बेटे
very good on it
अच्छा।
for the most part. They were beating teams like RRQ, Zeta, etc.
चलो भाई
So
देखते हैं,
there are no slap
देखते
at
हैं कैसे
all.
T1 दिखाता है,
Just
हम
gonna
भी
leave
देखें थोड़ी सी।
Saya player all the way in
वैसे
spawn.
ग्लोबल
Trying
स्पोर्ट
है
ये
वाला
वाला
to
है,
push towards B, trying to take advantage of
लाल
this
वाला।
side setup.
कलर
Meanwhile, G
लाल
Yeah,
लाल
T1
लाल वाला
लाल है।
T1 G
like
वाला वो।
3 players stacked up in a corner there, trying to mimic the old. I don't know if they're setting
Pawn
up like a
camping?
tower like we saw with 100 Thieves at Shanghai or what.
बॉल
over there.
कैंपिंग करेंगे, छी छी छी।
Fair enough.
वही तो
In any case,
T1
that's gonna be
देखो
a
भैंस,
plant here for T1.
Spike planted.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Just gonna be
Spike
a
plant
fight
कर
here.
दिया।
This is
ज़्यादा
gonna be
गोलियां
quite
आ रही हैं
interesting.
भैंस
Side player might have to start.
वही ना
moving
फायर
north
करे जा रहे हैं
because
फ्री फायर।
there's no flanks coming in from G.
फट
all
फट
the way
फट
back
फट
there,
करेंगे।
so
घोस्ट
he
क्या
needs to
क्या
be there
लगती
for
है
a 5 versus
मैं
5
लेजिट बता
unless
रहा
they're
हूँ,
okay
दो घोस्ट है
with right now
दो
there's
नहीं
just
4
out
घोस्ट
of
है
numbers contact
देखो एक ये
in
गायब
favor
साउंड
of
अच्छा करती है
G. Polvy's already pulled the
ठीक है
trigger on that
और
kill win,
ये
gets the first
भी
pick, but
रिवर भी साउंड
like
अच्छा
Fast
करती है
Blaze King do get the
लेकिन जो
trades.
ये है ना क्या
Shot
कहते
not
हैं
connecting.
अपनी
He
ये
comes,
मेज
gets
पंगो
punished, and it's
वो
all
दिखने में
down
क्या
to
लगती है अभी जो
Defuse
फायरिंग
still
होती है ना
coming
उसका
in.
पीछे से
Ben
वो उठता है, देख रहे हो?
challenges and
ये crazy लगती
very
है भाई वो।
close, but Stacks, even though he had the Valorant
जी
effort, still
जीत गया भाई, जी
succeeded
जीत
in
गया
picking up the
आखिर में।
round.
Yeah,
नाइस
नाइस।
pretty difficult there for
जी
GE.
जीत गया
Once
फिर
GE
से।
back
कैसे
yellow
जीता?
control is taken
वही
by
तो
BlazeKing,
डिफ्यूज
makes
हो
it
गया था,
really
तब
hard
जाके
for
मारा।
T1
अच्छा
to
डिफ हो गया।
kind of hold
अच्छा
their
लेकिन
ground.
उसने मार
They
दिया।
used the snake
वो
bite
भी
really
मार
early to
दिया
T1.
लेकिन
You can
क्या
see right
हुआ
there on
ये
the ground,
समझ
right
में
where
नहीं
lightning
आ रहा
fast went. So they don't have that to delay a little bit. Maybe if that's still in the bag, Stacks can finish the job here. I mean, I like what Stacks did.
नाइस
The
शॉट
wall,
भाई,
but
ये केओ ने बहुत
ये
अच्छा
मैं
शॉट मारा
हम
4
क्यों नहीं
बंदे।
खेलते
just
यार?
in time.
वही तो
Yeah.
पता
Just
नहीं,
enough
हम
time.
घोष लेते हक
मेरे
देना
को भी
शॉट।
A little bit of that
खेलना है
pants, you know?
नहीं खेल पाएंगे, मतलब खेल तो पाएंगे बट
Showing the
ये
leg.
बहुत
Yeah.
काम है मैं भाई इनका एकदम।
हाँ
Oh yeah, I was about to say, did you
मेरे
not
को भी
see?
खेलना है ऐसे, मैं नहीं
In any
जानता।
case though, gonna have that heal.
साले तुम नहीं
Lightning
जानते,
fast,
फिर
Polvi
कैसे खेलोगे तुम
अरे
अगर नहीं
Has been getting
जानते?
better and better
Yes,
with the Outlaw
Alexis.
and the Operator in the past few games.
Alexis.
At least what has been playing.
Alexis
We'll see how
टोपी
much
गाइस,
Valorant
Alexis
can get off
टोपी।
this one, but so far it's been a hit and miss. Actually, all misses. No connections whatsoever just yet.
अबे
भाई कोई अरे जी वाला एक बंदा कैसे मर गया? नहीं चलो दो बंदे
They're here.
मार दे मैच कैसे तो मार।
Able to stop the plant from the wingman. It's all down to Saya player.
अरे मर
and
गया कोई और एक।
Stacks.
ये केओ को मारो रे T1 के, कौन है ये बंदा? ज्यादा उछल रहा है। स्टैक्स है, स्टैक्स को पिलो दे।
यार मेरे को लग रहा है मेरे को भी बुलडॉग यही लेनी चाहिए थी।
Just yet. Saya player.
तुमने बुलडॉग ली कहाँ है?
goes down,
लेनी
so it's
चाहिए
just-
थी कह रहे हो।
Now on to Stacks.
बुलडॉग लेनी चाहिए थी ना, वही तो मैं कह रहा हूँ। क्या क्रेजी
There you
लगती है।
ओह नाइस शॉट जी रश,
Yeah.
नाइस शॉट जी रश।
I think there
yeah.
for T1.
नाइस शॉट केओ।
तो तुमने तो भी
दोनों
ली नहीं
के
बोलो,
KO crazy
फिर
खेल रहे हैं
लोग-
भाई।
Pain points for some of the
क्या
teams
क्या
going
क्या
up
है?
against GE. You know that
दोनों
holding
के KO
position with
crazy
the Outlaw
Yeah.
was at
वही
least
तो नहीं
not
ये
further back,
T1 का स्टैक्स
forced
कुछ ज्यादा
out the
खेल
heal,
खेल
things
रहे हो,
like
उसको
that.
बंद करो
Yeah,
नहीं।
you know, the
देख
expected
रहे हो मेरा
result-
सीसी
वो
है,
बोला
मेरा
ना, वो
सीसी।
I like
रूबी है
what I've
भाई,
seen
वो
out of T1
रूबी
in terms of
खेलते
like their
crazy है
anti-strat
भाई।
and their ability
अरे
to
मेरा सीसी
understand
देख लो तुम,
how GE is going to
देखो
try to
मेरा
set up their
CC copy हो
defenses
रहा
on
है।
that site. And this is
हाँ
kind of
हाँ।
part of the map where
अबे
T1
हर जगह
found
वही
more
चलता है
success
कि
against
भाई ये है ना, ये देखो
Team
असली
Secret. I mean, on
ऑपरेटर
their
भाई
attacker
केओ।
side, they were doing a really good job. I think they were
असली
9
ऑपरेटर
something like
केओस।
that
हाँ
on their
हाँ
attacker
केओस
side, so
ऑपरेटर।
really
भाई
this is
नया
where you want
नया
to get some more
वुड का
damage
उसने
done for
वांट
sure,
वांट
as T1.
पता नहीं कुछ तो
However,
है
it is
जो
a different
कुछ और
agent
ना
comp
बता
setup,
तुम्हें
so
उसके चक्कर
some
जो भी है
different
वो लिया है भाई।
kind of ideas
भाई
going
जो
to
भी दो
be in
बंदे
play.
देख रहे
That
हो
Jet does give you, I think, a little bit more comfort for making some of those executes in a way.
Protocol.
I didn't feel as comfortable.
Protocol.
On the ISO.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah. Definitely agree. I
एक पे
think the other thing as well is if it gets a little bit too hot for Izu, he can always just use the tailwind to
Wait.
get out
और
of
क्या
the site,
दिखाओ
and then
यार,
they can
हमको गन
maybe hit
लेनी है
another
यार,
or
थोड़ा
just take a break
देखने
and
दो
then
ना
hit it
कौन सी
again.
ज्यादा
In any
फेमस
case,
है।
though, there's the execute
वो
already
गेम
for
दिखाएंगे,
T1.
गन दिखाएंगे।
Also wanted to say, operator in the hands of Saya
अरे
player.
गन
So
नहीं
he's
दिखाएंगे
using
यार।
that.
या उसका बंद
Enough
चला
though,
था
he
गन।
is
Chaos.
allowing the rest of the team to
Oh,
focus on
Chaos
himself.
Lantern.
They might have left the flank a little bit too
अब
wide
देखा
open for Russ as he's
Chaos,
already
Alexis, सब चल
encroaching
रहा है।
on Raptors. I think GE is just waiting for Russ
लेकिन
to
जो
get
देखा जाए
any
ना
meaningful
शंघाई में,
contact first,
शंघाई
and
में
then they
सबसे
start
ज्यादा
moving in.
चल रही थी
Not
प्राइम।
be here.
हाँ
Izu gonna
प्राइम और वो
first.
क्या
Back
कहते हैं
to
4
the
सेकंड।
He's
ओह
making a clear cut
नाइस
decision.
शॉट T1 भाई।
This one.
नहीं 4
Russ the
सेकंड तो
only
वो
one
थी
left
सिर्फ।
standing. Can't
क्या
really do
कहते हैं,
anything against Stacks, and that's going to be a
क्या थी?
clean one for
Vandal.
T1.
Yeah, and I think you're already seeing
नहीं
some of
4
the benefits
सेकंड
that
कम थी, प्राइम सबसे ज्यादा थी,
the
अरेक्सिस
Jet
ज्यादा
will
थी,
give you over the ice.
और भी
Make that
थी
fast
क्या?
execute a lot cleaner.
अरे।
You know, and like you're talking about, you have the ability to pull back
देख
a
रहे
little
हो
bit
इन्होंने
better
तो न्यू
potentially
बंडल
as
भी
well.
ले रखा है, ये
You don't have to
देखो
commit quite as hard,
देख
but
रहे हो तुम,
just
वही तो।
good setups overall.
न्यू
From the
बंडल
side
लेके
of
आए हैं।
T1, Sam was up on Python. That lurk from Russ the whole time made it
Oh,
really
nice.
difficult for Russ to really find that meaningful engage to kind of kick off that
Nice.
retake,
Yeah.
that flood retake that you want to attempt as GE.
अबे
And so it just kind of gets
इसका
cut
बैट
down
कहाँ से आया
piece
बे?
by piece. Good hold from Izu behind the box.
नया वाला बैटल पास क्या ना
Low
वो?
spot, but
हाँ
definitely had a great
हाँ
setup for it. Now T1
कैसे?
getting stalled just a
नया वाला
little
बैटल पास खोल लिया ना सबने।
bit, up on top of
अरे खोल लिया तो
410
ठीक
here,
है,
the
लेकिन
Dizzy
पूरा
everything
कैसे खोल
connecting
लिया
onto
इतनी
Polvi,
जल्दी?
so
अरे वो लोग बहुत गेम खेलते हैं, हम दिन में 2 गेम खेलते हैं, वो पूरे दिन में ऐसा इतना गेम खेल।
2 दिन हुए हैं यार बैटल पास हुआ आए हुए।
Position to really get any second kills or
अरे
anything.
खोल लेते हैं
Great
भाई, ऐसी
contact
बात
though.
नहीं है।
Benkai and the rest actually able to get a couple of
अरे
kills,
मार
but
दिया
that's
चल
gonna
रही
be
है
tough.
अबे इधर तो
Frag.
ज्यादा।
Dust settles is going to be a 2 versus
अबे
2.
पागल
या
है
फिर-
वो
Side player
भाई।
backing
भाई
away
ये
for the
क्या
moment.
था
Stacks
ये क्या
still
हो
has a
रहा है
fragment, so he
KO
can't use that for the post
खुद
play.
ब खुद गुला
This is
मैं
troublesome.
कह रहा हूँ वो सब तो
Red
ठीक
comes
है
in.
जी
Benkai's back
वाले
into
बस
play.
दो अच्छा
Numbers
T1 वाले बस दो बंदे बचे
slightly favoring the
KO ज्यादा चल रही है
They're all actually
क्योंकि
coming
पैसिफिक का
through
कलर
on
ब्लू
window
होता है
here.
इसलिए
Now dropping onto the site. I wonder how
ठीक है
long this
बदतमीजी
wall is going to
Last player
last before
standing.
Side player gets any kind of contact with this wall.
नहीं
It's but
अरे भाई
unless he can break
साहब
that wall and maybe
नहीं
stop the defuse, he just has to back away.
Ooh,
Great
web
shot
क्या
though,
मारा है
but
बे चैम्बर
again,
ने?
that's gonna
वही
be
तो
just very
अबे
clean
डेफ हो
on
रहा है
his
क्या
icebox.
क्या
Yeah,
क्या?
absolutely. And I think you're also
No.
seeing some of the power of Sage. Skill wise, a lot of teams globally are leaning into
सब्सक्राइब
Sage
कर
on
देना,
this
it will be
map.
help.
We
बहुत
saw
बहुत
the pistol round
शुक्रिया।
where you're able to use the wall to protect the
भाई
defuse.
ऑपरेटर
Here,
सेव।
8
same
लाइक हो
thing.
चुके हैं, लाइक कर
The
देना
operator
गाइस।
just becomes completely worthless because you can't take down the wall quick enough. Headhunter's
ओ
not gonna
अंधा
help
हो
you
गया
there
मार के
either.
क्या?
Yeah. So this is just really good understanding of the situation that GE has, the understanding of the comp they're going against, and how they can punish it with that Sage wall. So really good stuff from Lightning Fast. Gets so much value in that round with the res
इधर
as well.
chaos चल रही है ज़्यादा।
Just tremendous.
दो
work
बंदों
from
पे
GE
chaos
on their
देख ली
defense.
मैंने।
I wholly agree.
Yes.
And another big thing, I think, on this one as well is GE is
मार भाई जी मार
trying
एकदम
to get that first bit
फोड़
of
दे गुद्दी।
information on where Saya player is
Hello,
peeking at,
Pancho.
right? It just if Saya player, if they know Saya player is there, he's holding the
जी वाले हो
operator.
गए?
No
ठीक है
one
भाई।
from GE will try to peek it. Maybe just fully because again he has that exit ability with
जो मर्जी
his
जीते
tail
मर गए
right,
तो
but
मैच
everyone else
देखने से बचा।
हाँ बात तो ये अरे
slapping
खुद ब खुद
information
मान
will
लिया
come in as
अच्छा
well,
नहीं
so Thrash not gonna get the site.
Great timing there.
स्मोक करते हुए
Ross,
भागते हुए
really good job nullifying this attempted execute. But that's
कोई
I mean,
है ही नहीं।
that has to be somewhat expected from T1, I would think. You know, oftentimes KO's going to be playing.
अरे फिर से मार दी अरे मार दी
मैंने इस साल
ओह
मैं लेजिट बता रहा हूँ मैंने इस साल इतने सारे लोगों को वो कैसे
अरे दो बंदे मार दी
Third for
अरे
Izu.
तीन
Setting things up, reposition.
हाँ, चार।
ये इतने सारे
Izu's
भाई वो
flying around,
चैंपियन से
cannot
लगने
escape
लग गई भाई
Blazing's
चार।
clutches. But
वही
it's
तो
still going
भाई
to
रेस हो
Blazing.
जा होते तो बचाए भाई
World T1
ना
now
हक
gets
दिस
a bit of value off of that operator.
यार ये लोग हग रहे रे जी
Very
जी
hard in
वाले
the inside.
Yep, love this from T1. I think fully expecting, you know, that 0 point is going to come. Wait it out.
भाई इसकी तितली उड़ते हैं रे इसके वॉन्ड में
Really counter you with any utility.
हाँ हाँ अरे यही तो मेन इवोरी है।
Detained. And the
देखो
great punish here from
क्या है
Izu.
अपने
That
इसका
smoke
नाम
to cut off the angles. He gets
इवोरी।
the info while he's dashing. Comes on
तो
in,
इवोरी
knocks 4
इनका
down.
बॉन्ड है सबको
That's
नाम
what you
दे
get out of
दिए
your
इन्होंने।
duelist.
ओह
And Izu.
इवोरी तेरा
Big time.
तेरारी
Yeah, again, this
वोरारी
is what
पता
we were
नहीं कैसे कैसे
exactly
नाम
talking about. It felt like he was
अच्छा अच्छा
comfortable, but not as comfortable as he was on the jet compared to last time's
भाई
ISO.
शरीफ पे आ गए ये लोग जी वाले
In any case,
जी भाई
after doing work here for GE, only player with a weapon. The
बी
hero
बी पे
Vandal
बी
is
पे
gonna
बी
be
पे
holding while the rest of the
जाओ
team
गाइस
already
बी पे लो इनकी
something
नाइस शॉट भाई नाइस
onto
शॉट
the B side. That
भाई क्यों को
is
जो मारा है
good smoke. This could actually start something good for GE on this retake.
Absolutely. You have the Viper's Pit as well to potentially work with.
पूरी
Good
जेट
angle,
जेट
potentially get it down.
अरे
Time is
नहीं
gone. Oh,
वो नाइस शॉट
Yep, he's not done just yet. Goes right on.
ना चार किल हो जाता भाई
Now and he cannot escape.
नाइस नाइस वेरी
That is going
नाइस
to be
जी
that Polby. Great
देखा तुमने
throw from
गोकू?
him as he comes around the corner in yellow and basically catches two on T1 looking at the other corner.
Oh, just brilliant
Goku?
stuff from Polby there,
मर गया
man. Like,
गोकू
he
चलो गाइस
really just
गोकू
shut that round
जो
down.
है
Found
वो
a perfect timing
अभी
after that op shot to go for his move.
जो बड़ी
Starts knocking players down. The opener from Blaze King. All right. This right there, timing right as Saya players trying to exit, and then immediately updrafts on top of Yellow.
नाइस शॉट
Just gets so much damage.
देख रहे हो दिल से शुक्रिया करते हैं तो लाइक कर देना सब्सक्राइब कर देना ट्विटर पे
I love
बहुत
it.
बहुत शुक्रिया
That's how I felt about it too. I was like, whoa, that's pretty good. Saya does have the Tour de Force. There's the Blade Storm for Izu.
क्रेजी मैच चल रहा है
Ults to
भाई।
work with.
किसे
Oh, this is close.
क्या
Polby's not
Crazy
gonna see
match
it.
चल रहा है,
He's right
अच्छा।
on top of him though.
हाँ हाँ
I don't think
Crazy
Izu did
भाई,
get that
एकदम
same
crazy।
information as well. This is just
Oh.
him charging in right
Chaos
now.
अरे!
ग्रीन ऑफ ज्यादा
And
अच्छी लगी
Izu,
भाई।
by
मेरे को
next to the
chaos
back
और
side,
green
Russ
ऑफ अच्छी लगी
trying
है।
to re-encapsulate the situation, falls down.
भाई जी वाले
भाई
गंदा हार रहे हैं
ज्यादा
भाई
क्रेजी नहीं खेल रहा। ये
T1
T1
हाँ।
He just gets it in like 2
Yes.
seconds as soon as he finds that contact on Polby.
फुल गंदा रश मारता है।
And again, this
Aizu,
is something
yes,
that
Aizu
Jet's
अच्छा
going to
है।
give you.
ये
The ability to
क्रोनोफाइड वैंडल भाई
change
क्रेजी
directions,
वैंडल
change
इन
the
द
pace,
वर्ल्ड
you know,
यही
get up and
देखना था मेरे
over
को।
your opponent. Something ISO
Chrono
absolutely
Ward
cannot do
अच्छी नहीं
easily
लगती
without
मेरे
going
को।
on ropes.
मेरे को
Like
बहुत
that.
तगड़ा लगता
क्लासी
है
लुक देती है।
You know, just
एकदम
makes it
classy
नहीं लुक की
look
बात
है।
नहीं है उसको
Round
गन
like
चलाने
this.
का वो हाथ
Again, he
पकड़ने
gets
का
that
बहुत
little
सारी
bit of extra info onto Russ. Yeah,
हाँ,
Russ is
हाँ,
able to
वो
get
full of
one, but
metal
then
लगती है,
T1's ready to
alien
trade
gun
him right
जैसी
out.
है।
So all those things put
गाइस
together.
जो भी 3 बंदे देख रहे हैं बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया फॉर
Much
जोइनिंग
easier
गाइस लाइक
for
कर देना
T1.
नहीं तो
Side
सब्सक्राइब
player,
कर
yeah,
देना
has the tour of force to watch.
यार मारना यार
If
मेरे
anybody's
को
coming out
ये
from screens,
देखना है
but
अगर इस बैट
see it
को
on the
अगर
map,
हम
that
उस
is
पे
going to be a
मारे
save for Blaze King and
क्या
Benkai.
कहते हैं दीवार पे तो
Cash,
कैसा लगेगा
not too bad
मार
though.
के नहीं दिखा
For
रहा
GE should be able to string the buy.
ऐसे थोड़ी मारेगा वो पागल है क्या दीवार पे मारता ही रहेगा बस
अरे
Man.
ऐसे मार दे यार नॉर्मली
T1, I mean,
क्या यार
when
है
Izu is popping off in these rounds, it is fun to watch.
And this is much necessary because right now Side player hasn't really gotten that impact that we were kind of hoping for. To be fair, though, of course, he's taking the back lines for now. And on the attacking side, that's not really how Chamber gets those, big plays. So we'll probably see him on the second half. And
देखिए भाई लाइक
more on the
ठोको
second
नहीं
half.
तो
But
सब्सक्राइब
anyways, you're
ठोको
absolutely right. Izu's
ताकि
been
हम
doing so well.
पहुंच
13
पाए
kills already on the
60
match.
सब्सक्राइबर
And
10 सब्सक्राइबर चाहिए
yeah, so far
चाहिए
so
हमें
good.
और
Question now
चाहिए
is
चाहिए हमें
Global. How much are they willing to put
अरे,
in to this
उधर के
ace
चैम्बर
that
ने वो
they
उठा
are
लिया,
doing?
जी की
Well,
क्लास से उठा
that's a question answered already.
कोई ना भाई वो जी में जाना चाहता है बेचारा
Yeah, and I
कलर
think T1's
अच्छा है,
had a
उठा
really good lead on
कलर
how Colby likes to play
कलर
this
क्रेजी
map.
लग रहा है
Really
उठा लो
aggressive in general, with an operator or without, but with that operator in particular, we've seen it where he's trying to push angles early, and T1's been able to punish that a couple times. So credit where credit's due. So far, T1's game plan, really good job of identifying some of the
Paul V,
tendencies
इसका
of
नाम है
GE,
Paul V
particularly
भाई,
on this
Paul
A
V.
site. You do have Execurate though,
ये भी
by himself, just
उस दिन तो
chilling right
नियॉन
behind
चला रहा था
green.
भाई क्या तगड़ा
So
नियॉन
he's got a
चलाया
little bit
भाई
of info, hasn't
पॉल भी ने
heard
हाँ
any
क्या
noise, had
क्रेजी
any
सही से
contact?
पॉल भी चलाएगा आज भी
But
नियॉन चलाएगा
it's
बट
the
अभी
option here
इस
that
पहला
T1
मैच
could
पे
pull
नहीं
back if they don't like what they
लेकिन
see on
दूसरा
the
मैच
site.
पे चलाएगा
Absolutely, especially with the time still kind of favoring
इसमें तो जेट ले
a
रखा है
possibility, a safe possibility of going for that route. It's going to be crucial.
sorry guys
Saya player
sorry
hits one nasty shot, followed up by
मार
Izu,
दिया साला
using the
Clean
wingman as a
मारा
bait. Sure,
भाई
the
क्रेजी
lockdown's going to
भाई
be there, but matter of
बट
seconds,
गलत
broken out by
बात
the fragment
जी
as
को
well. And
कैसे मारा
T1 had this completely locked and loaded. Excret now hearing the retreat, spots the one, takes away
पीछे
the
पीछे
upright
बंदे मार
hands of
ले ओ
T1.
भाई ले
अरे लगातार
He just
13
falls down
जीतते
quite
जाओ
quickly to it.
सारे
4-4
सारे
and
राउंड ऐसे
T1
लगातार
अरे अरे साले
strong,
भाई साहब क्या कह रहे हो भाई साहब
And the
ऐसा होना
response
चाहिए
now from T1 is really, really good.
भाई साहब
Starting to really dissect these angles, and Saya there just
क्रेजी शॉट
भाई क्या क्लीन मारा भाई वो
हाँ।
चैम्बर
without that battle. Colby just
ऑपरेटर
missed
से
that
क्लीन
shot.
शॉट लगते हैं
That breaks things way open for T1.
This feels like risky intuition, right? You just
Yeah, also
have to
उसका
go for that
green-
pick.
अगर
अरे
मैं-
टाइम आउट लिया है जी ने
So that
मैं
could
तो
have been
ग्रीन
him
कलर ही लगाऊंगा
not
भाई
getting
मेरे
that
को
peak
ज्यादा
first
अच्छा
as well.
लगा
Sure,
भाई
again, that's still not going to hinder T1 from pushing into the
Vandal
site.
में
भाई
भाई
कुछ कर
This is
तेरा ना
really
क्या नाम है
we're
भाई जो
expecting
कि
from Side player, even from the past couple of weeks when he was just picking up this chamber. It's just absolutely strong, and you see the confidence still brimming into
किसने टाइम आउट लिया
his first two rounds.
जी
जी ने
Right.
Yes.
चार हो गए
Exactly.
इसलिए
But that's what
Yes.
you're
कह रहे भाई
gonna
हमारे
need.
मैच
You're
में
gonna
क्या
need that
क्या
confidence to get you over
तुम्हारी
the line here
वही
as
तो।
T1. And so far, I think it's looked pretty good. I mean, you can tell Izu's way more comfortable on the jet, for sure.
भाई जो गाना लगाया भाई
The
क्रेजी
plan around the Gecko
ये
utility
टाइम
has
आउट
been a
ये
little bit
लगातार
better.
3 मैच हारने के बाद
Now they're
लेते
getting
हैं
to the point where
obviously
the walls aren't coming into play as much in those defuse situations because they're just
भाई गाना क्रेजी
kind
लगा
of
भाई टाइम आउट वाला
knocking so many
गाना
players
का
down on their way through to getting the plant that there really just isn't good opportunities for GE to push those leads like they would like. And GE
गाइस जो भी बंदे स्ट्रीम देख रहे हैं भाई लाइक कर देना
Consider
करना तो
how are we
सब्सक्राइब कर
going
देना
to
टू हेल्प बहुत बहुत
pilot
शुक्रिया फॉर
this
द स्ट्रीम
as we go. It's an eco here with a hero rifle in lightning fast hand this time.
के जैसे लग ही नहीं रहा
ओ
था
जी
कि
वाले ने
भाई
वो कर लिया भाई पॉल भी ने
Side player here, and Saya's
ओ नाइस शॉट पॉल भी
quick reaction
Green
to
shot,
Colby there.
right?
That's going to be the operator taken down, but it also could be a signal right now for T1. Not miss any time, or not waste any time, and just push him into the A side and start planting things. Look at where they're planting the spike right now. It's right on top of 2F here, so they're going to be probably playing
वही
for
तो
somewhere far
अरे नहीं
away.
पता है देखा
Now,
बच्चे
all
कैसे
the
ऊपर
safety
चढ़ के
maybe
प्लांट
to help
करा
them this time kind of
गेगो का
save
बच्चा
somebody or delay somebody.
देखा नहीं तूने अरे क्या
Hitting the
क्रेजी
wall
चढ़ा
with
रे
you, so we'll see how this goes. It's
मेरा
like
वाला
that's
क्रॉसर
already
है मेरा वाला
two
क्रॉसर
backs
है
away, and they're just
T1
finding
पे
a
मेरा
way
वाला
to-
क्रॉसर है
दिख रहा
Yeah,
मेरे
still
को
a
अरे
spike
इस
right
जिसको अभी दिखा रहे हैं आइजू आइजू
Stacks has his molly.
Oh, here it comes. Great flashes all together.
Nice
But
shot.
Izu's with it.
देख
That's
रहा
going to be a
हूँ
kick,
guys
quick pick. Big flanks as well.
Help
You can already
me.
see Blaze King coming around the corner
Nice
here.
shot,
Nice
Actually
shot,
falls
bhai.
down. It's all down to Stacks. Can you really stop anything at this point? He's whiffing.
Nice.
It's going to be
Maro
GE
guys, Maro T1.
overwhelming the opposition. Time Oh, wait, hold on.
Wait a
Did
minute.
they bait enough time? It's gonna be closer.
ओह
Point
भाई
48.
साहब कुछ ही सेकंड मिली सेकंड आई गेस
Oh my gosh.
Well,
भाई
I mean,
देखा गोकू
if
देखा
GE could
तुमने
play like they do on these thrifties,
नहीं मेरा नेट इशू
they'd be having an even better half.
अरे
I mean, it's still pretty good
साला
defender side though.
Yeah.
To be honest. And
भाई
again,
मेरा
they
सीसी
get a
चुरा
case
ले
of a
लो
little bit
मेरा
more
वो
hard
चुरा
to
रहे
catch.
भाई क्या बदतमीजी
Side
है
player
यार
a bit off guard. That is a filthy shot from Lightning Fast, the first one.
नाइस
Follow
शॉट
up. Him and Stacks a bit whiffy, but big time in the spin.
क्रेजी तो शॉट है
Very, very happy there.
Yeah.
Now you've got another res for Lightning Fast available. Op still for Polvi. Op in Saya player's hands as well, but a thrash again for Carpe. Secured his ult. See if T1 can scale their way through this time. But they're going to position the Gecko a little bit differently. You're going to put him in the corner up by the rafters. Let's see if they're going to lead with the thrash again. Yep, there it goes.
Yeah. Wow. Nice use of the blade as well, just for a
Oh,
little
you're
bit of that, confusion, if ever. Now they spot one. The second one
Nah.
also hit
Nah.
the thrash there, so Benkai's not going to survive for long.
Same time पे हम बोल रहे हैं भाई पिला पिला
G's going to be able to get
West
the
side
couple of
पिला
free frags. That's going to be enough. Not going to be enough.
प्लांट करा
rather.
प्लांट करा
Drop down from Carpe. Blaze King
3-2 3-2
where he needs to go around here, excuse me. Close up. Look at right above.
घुस जा
see
घुस
if
जा
there's
अंदर
anyone
घुस जा
peeking. But everyone else in T1
फाड़ के घुस जा वैसे
just inside the Viper spin. I wonder if he's going to pop a
मैं
couple
अभी
of shots
तक
here while
दो तीन
you can already see
तीन
Polvi
चार ही
making
वो
noise
देखा हूँ
for
यार
him.
वैंडल और कुछ देख ही
Still,
नहीं रहा
no reaction from
अरे
T1.
हाँ
Polvi
लगाएंगे तब देखोगे ना तुम
Get inside
कोई
utility.
champion
Ooh, nice shot.
From Blaze King, great.
अरे ना नाइस शॉट भाई
Polvi.
चैंपियंस
He had
और
the
वो
spike,
प्रोनो
though.
ना
As soon as he taps
ना
right through,
चेंबर
some player just pops a
बहन
couple and
का
takes him
भाई
down.
चेंबर
A great attempt.
जी चैम्बर
Great.
ये बात
नहीं
Sussing out of
चेंबर
where the
बहन
Viper
का
was likely to
भाई
be there by Blaze King.
कैसे
देखो
understanding
ऐसे चैंपियंस
His counterpart's tendencies.
कैसे
That
चैंपियन
drop down, gets that kill, gives him a real good
चैंपियंस
chance.
के वो
The opener there really
finisher
nicely.
चमकाते
You
हुए
know,
दिखाया
expecting the
उसने,
peek on the
देखो
back of the
ऐसे
thrash,
champions
expecting that
बनेंगे।
they're going to probably try to clear it pretty quickly.
अच्छा
They've got a lot of those angles covered.
हाँ,
And also this time, you know, not using the thrash from pipes, you're going to be more likely to dodge that 0 point, so it's not as big of a deal. You don't have to delay. You didn't have Stacks' ult to follow up with it. So really good understanding of the map and the situation by T1. Both these teams doing a great job.
जेट
Back
पुश
and
करते
forth,
करते
making
हमेशा
good
वो होता
counter
है
moves. Credit has to go to the
क्या
IGLs as
करता
well.
है?
Benkai and Xcurate calling some good rounds.
हाँ ये
One of them is gonna be-
RGX कोरोना अवार्ड
This is going to be
और चैंपियन
very
और ये
risky.
chaos बस
नहीं 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 नहीं
नहीं
ओह नाइस शॉट
Not
जी
having that
पॉल भी
reaction
भाई
time. Any case though, great catch from Polvi.
यार मेरे को प्राइम
That's
लेने का
not
भी मन
over.
होता है लेकिन यार
This
नीलो का
T1
प्राइम भी है फिर मैं
Slowly
सोचता
creeping their
हूँ
way
कि
up
यार
onto
वो
this
ले
A
लेता
site,
हूँ
but
क्या कहते हैं
G is
कोरोना
very quick
मिक्सर
into
वो
this.
भी
They
है
realize this and they already stacked A themselves. Mosh pit on the corner, but Russ gets that
साला
quick little
अच्छे
trade.
प्लेयर तो सारे
It's
ले
going to be risky. It's going to
मेरे
be
को घटिया
difficult.
लेने बोल
It
रहा है
seems like, again,
घटिया कहाँ एरेक्सिस घटिया
वो
थोड़ी
घटिया तो नहीं है
Backed by
RXS और वही
साले
Has to wait. Big flash from Blaze King, and it's all down to Easy.
3v2 है भाई
Spike drop on
3v1
Raptors.
बोल देगा
Comes around the corner here, gets spotted by the alarm bot. And Blaze King's just repositioning for high
पीछे से
ground.
बंदा आ रहा है पीछे से बंदा आ रहा है
Pinning down,
जीजी's पेलो पेलो उसको फोर्स हम कर
30
दो
seconds
एकदम
left.
down Izu.
Yeah, GE knows they can wait him out because of that spike position.
नाइस
Yeah, no
शॉट
problem at all.
भाई ओहो ड्रैगन आ गया अरे इंपोडियम भाई तुम क्या कह रहे थे
And
स्किन
just-
नहीं देख पा रहे देखो
Really quick reaction
देखा
from GE.
गोकू
Xcurate there just not quite ready for
गोकू ये नहीं
this.
देखता
Great shot. Great reaction from Polvi.
Poison's gone
Russ there swinging to bail out Lightning
Nice
Fast.
shot, Paul.
And Saya's
अरे
kind of on an
इम्पीरियम वो
island there
है
with
ना
the way
ऑफ
that the
है
toxic screen is placed.
की स्किन से
अरे
There is
मुंबई वाला
really any
मुंबई
ability for
पुली
T1
अरे
to bail him out there.
मेरे को तो
So
ऑफ की
kind of just
स्किन
that
में बस
positioning
यही
with the
अच्छा
rest of
लगता है
T1
क्या
not
कहते
able
हैं ये
to get further
chaos।
ahead to cover.
भाई मेरे पास तो
Kind
एरेक्सिस
of
है
the
मेरे
ability
पास
पता चला है ना
to flush Lightning Fast out
मेरे
of
को
the
जब
corner.
से chaos
Yeah.
ऑपरेटर
But
का पता
that
चला
kind of
भाई
leaves
क्या
Saya player
लगता है
isolated.
chaos।
GE's able to
केओस से
finish
ज्यादा मेरे को एरेक्सिस पसंद है इसलिए मैं जब एरेक्सिस ऑपरेटर आया था मैंने
doing good on
लिया
that A side push. They
मैंने
have so
बहुत
many
सारे
kind of
ऑपरेटर आए
variants
थे
of how
रिवर
to
भी आए
approach
थे
the site, but
मेरे पास केओस भी आया था आई
और
गेस
रिवर तो मेरे को भी इतना अच्छा नहीं लगता
also different kind of setups,
Normally
different
animation
applications
है।
and how they
बट
want
मेरे को एरेक्सिस अच्छा लगता है करके एरेक्सिस
chaos
में
की
In any
मतलब
case, though, that does
Alexis-
push Benkai away as we see
देखो
the
कुछ ऐसे करनी चाहिए
Dizzy
जिसकी
being
animation
utilized here.
एकदम
Russ
अलग ही
hasn't
हो।
backed away just yet. Now that he gets
ऐसा
spotted,
थोड़ी
he
हो।
वो
can drop
देखो
down
अपनी
from his
प्रोटोकॉल का
perch
क्या
right
वो
on top of the
नॉर्मल है
site.
लेकिन जब वो बंद हो जाती है
And
ना
very
पूरी
defensive
रिलोड करते टाइम
backline
crazy
deep,
vibe देती है
defense here
अलग
for
ही।
GE. As soon as they say that, though, they start moving
पिक
closer
लिया
and
पिक लिया
closer.
ना नाइस शॉट जी अरे नाइस शॉट भाई क्या क्रेजी मारा रे
pick after pick as
जी
well.
जी
No command, not done.
दोनों बंदों
6-5 6-5
ने pick लिया और दो अलग-अलग बंदे
Spots two of
फेल
them exiting the site, no kills. That's tough.
6-5 6-5 है भाई
Yeah,
6-5
it does feel like at times a few of the T1 players have been a little bit off.
मेरे को बैट
They
को क्या
haven't been
कहते
able to be
हैं
explosive onto
मारते
the
हुए
site, get those
इसलिए
early
देखना है
picks.
कि मेरे को
If you
देखना
allow
है
GE to play
जैसे
for
कि
these
हम पे
retakes,
स्वॉर्ड है तो उसका
हाँ।
एज
Feel a little bit
लगता
more
है तो
favored
वो
towards
एक क्रॉस
GE
बना देता है तो
with
बैट
the
को
way that
मोटा
they're
हुआ
able to
ना
work
अगर
together.
बैट को हम मारेंगे तो वो मोटा
Angle
आएगा
there,
या
really
फिर
nice for Saya.
क्रॉस ही
The
आएगा
res right on the back of it.
Yeah, that's gonna, again, at least now they know where Saya player is kind of.
भाई
hunkered
5v3
down
है
on.
भाई जाओ ना मारो ना वो लोग प्लांट कर दिए
That's
यार
gonna give
जी
information
वालों
for GE,
क्या कर रहे हो
and they should start coming into the site right now. It's gonna be very important for them to
वो
get
हकदीस
close as soon as
हकदीस भाई ने
possible.
हकदीस अरे
Falls down,
हकदीस
it's
भाई
all on Expert's hands. He hasn't really gotten
भाई
any
इतना
damage
गंदा तो
yet.
हम भी नहीं हकते भाई
Down by
मतलब ऐसे
Polvi,
हकते हैं
and it's
ऐसी
gonna
बात
be
नहीं है
finishing off this first half
भाई
with a 2-round advantage, 7-5.
दो
Yeah.
दोनों बार हक
Absolutely,
दी
really good back and forth, but
चलो
I
भाई
think
कोई
GE,
ना
once they kind of figured out that if they could dodge some of these
नीलो यार
initial
मेरे को
setups,
दिला
just
दे
maybe
यार
play for one
फ्रेंड
pick and then a lead, you know, and a peel back,
साले पैसे
winning some of their battles on the extremities, Blazing doing a good job lurking. So all
अच्छा।
those things really coming together to give them that slight
अरे
advantage.
हाफ टाइम
This
हो
is why
गया
I'm thankful for you.
पैसे नहीं है भाई
Fantastic
अभी।
partner right now, because it looked very
ऐसा करोगे
hard to kind of
Yes.
dissect what was the plan going on
Yeah,
for
yeah.
for both of the teams here. Sure, T1's
Guys,
all about
टीम
that
में
contact.
देखने में बहुत
They're
बहुत
wanting to
शुक्रिया
get
इंग्लिश
obviously the
अगर
off-range
नए हो
shots
तो
from
लाइक
Cypher,
कर
but if
देना
you can, what's going to be
सब्सक्राइब कर देना
the offense here.
बहुत बहुत
But G's been,
शुक्रिया
as you mentioned, doing so well at just
आप
kind of
लोग
segmenting
पहली
themselves,
बार
not
देख रहे हो
losing
मेरा चेहरा
any of their
तो
resources.
जाके
Sure,
जरूर
because
से
it will happen,
एक
because
वीडियो का
they're
लिंक
going
हमने दे
against
रखा है
T1.
पिन
But
कमेंट
so
पे जाकर
far,
जरूर
so
चेकआउट
good,
करना
on
बहुत
how
बहुत
GE again was
शुक्रिया
just again defending that A side.
ये कौन है
And
बंग
it was the
सिट
timeout. I really feel like that timeout.
इसको कौन चेयर करने आया है
changed
बंग सट
the
को
ideas for GE.
आहा
It
बंग
felt
सट
like it's been a big time.
Yeah.
Kind of got
Yeah.
the read and got them back into
एकदम दिख ही
playing
नहीं
more
रही
the
वो
way
देर
that they
तो
wanted to overall. And
और T1 का जेट दिख तो रहा है
from Polvi in a couple of these rounds too
अरे
really
कोई
helps.
नहीं कोई टॉस
Next
ले
year
जाता
just
कॉस प्ले
completely stuck in that spot. Not a lot he can do there, but pistol round, big important one now. T1 would love to get one back. It'll come through. See if they can even
भाई जीतेगा तो T1 ही
This
देखते
has been a bit of a
क्या?
pain point for
वाइपर
them
या
on this
हार्बर
map. A lot of teams, to be frank. This
Yeah.
has been
हार्बर
the attacker side
हार्बर ले लिया किसी ने
with the
कौन लिया
recent
भाई
iterations.
अरे नहीं
Especially
पूछ
with those
रहा
double
तुमसे वाइपर
initiators.
या हार्बर
You have so much ability with those mid moves
वाइपर
to clear space. But Global Esports doesn't run that. Run something a little bit different. They run the kind of old standard.
वाइपर से कम तुम बंदे को डैमेज पहुंचा हार्बर से कुछ पहुंचेगा नहीं तो पता भी नहीं चलेगा बस तुम्हारे
getting that sage into place. Get those walls up, get those
दोनों
plants
पे
down.
एक तो क्या
And
कहते
I'm
हैं
curious to
गोल
see
का
how
स्मोक
aggressive
एक ये
T1 is
होता है
going to be to disrupting
वाइपर ने
the
फेंक
plants
दिया तो
themselves.
फेंक
Yeah,
दिया
no, I 100%
उसी
agree.
जगह रहेगा
यस
Kind of interesting here
और
for
उसका
Yes,
तो
yes.
एक ही बार में
I
खत्म
don't know
हो
if he
गया था टूट गया तो
made a
टूट
mistake
गया
with the throw on his
वही तो
on his orb, as you can see right there. He does nothing on mid except for just that teeny tiny bit on their side of the spawn. In any case, though, GE not wasting any time, immediately start pushing in, and oh, there it is. The wall gives them access into the back. That's going to be a kill. Saya player now kind of pincered in. He might actually get caught here. He's not too careful with how he kind of again goes in for his
भाई
offense.
क्रेजी मार रहे हैं रे
Site right in front of them is going to be Polvi.
ओ
Not going to get any refrags whatsoever, and this is just full control for GE. All down into Carpe's hands. Spots out Polvi right then and there, but again has to deal with so many. Does have.
अरे जी कैसे पिलेगा भाई जी पेलेगा जी लाल है
Position, and that falls down to Russ. And GE just keeps the ball rolling.
And Polvi's been really good with his movement. That dodge there on that dizzy. So good.
मेरे को नहीं
No
पता तुमने क्या बोला
opportunity
क्या
for Carpe to follow up off of his push out
पता
kitchen.
नहीं मैं क्या बोला
Really good stuff here.
मेरे
That's a
कहने का तो
snap
मतलब
shot
वही था
from
कि
that guy.
मार दिया
Absolutely nasty, but Polvi
जी,
just
अच्छा,
all
अच्छा।
over the place.
अरे हाँ मैं एक सेकंड चैट पढ़ूं चाचा क्या करेगा वेलकम टू द स्ट्रीम भाई जीतेगा तो जीई ही देखते हैं
It's
देखते
time
हैं
for Russ to come through. It's a great
अभी तो कुछ
take
पता
down.
नहीं है
Really
तो
good
गोकू है
coordinated
T1 कह रहे हैं है ना
You
गोकू
can see that
अरे जो
in the
जीतेगा बोला तो जो
pregame
जीतेगा
interview
उसकी
with
साइड
Spin, like the confidence was
इसका मतलब
brimming
जी
from
जीतेगा
him.
तुम जी
Like
के
so
सही
happy with the way his team played last week.
अच्छा वैसे मैं एक चीज देखना चाहता हूँ अगर मैं यहाँ पे अपना चैनल चलूँ
seemingly is
मतलब
carried
करूँ
over for GE.
Yeah, it was talking about how as long as
तो
they
ये
get
वो
these
क्या
two wins, he'll be
ये स्विच हो जाएगा उधर
happy,
क्या
as
कर
happy
रहा
as
हूँ
can be, right? Oof.
अगर मैं अपना
Damage
अपना
though.
चैनल यहाँ
Looks like
खोलता
no.
हूँ तो
So
ये
Izu
क्या इधर भी स्विच हो जा रहा
for
है
heroics,
हाँ ये
getting
मेरा
that
चैनल दिखा रहा
value.
है साला ये गलत बात है
Well,
गाइस। जो भी
sprung
एक दो
up
बंदे
here
देखने
on
पे बहुत बहुत
on
शुक्रिया
A,
फॉर जॉइनिंग द
excuse
स्ट्रीम
me.
गाइस। लाइक कर देना, अगर नहीं हो तो
The rest of GE
सब्सक्राइब कर देना, इट विल बी हेल्प।
just waiting for that contact. Yeah, the preemptive flashes actually might give them
आवाज
out
तो
of position. Izu gets immediately refragged, but he does catch Polby.
हाँ
actually
बराबर
made
आ
the
रहा है
second
भाई,
guess.
नाइस।
But this is fine because if you look at it, Blaze King's already gotten access to B, but Saya player also has control of B long for some reason.
He's gonna get at least one.
अरे ना,
No.
नाइस
Jump
शॉट
from
भाई। जी
lightning
अच्छा खेल
fast.
रहा है
I don't
अभी,
think they know that Blaze King's already here.
है ना गोकू?
Yeah, he's probably just gonna fall.
ओहो
Take onto somebody extra by himself. Pick first,
ओह
but
शिट।
yeah, that will also be a big thorn on their
Arey.
side. Blaze King just not having any of it, just quickly regroups, gets the pick, and now it's all down to stacks. First contact. Ooh, thoughts?
अरे
And that's going to be
शीश भाई,
and
शीश
GE just consistent
शीश
on
भाई।
Icebox.
भाई chaos चल रही है
Looking
भाई
really
इधर
good there.
भी
Great
लोग।
awareness of the fact that Zaya player could be
60% G
there. I thought
कह
he
रहे,
might just get one, but lightning
40%
fast
लोग कह रहे
actually
T1
jumped
भाई।
over
chaos
and
या
broke the
prime?
crosshair angle. Made it so that
प्राइम
Saya was gonna have to readjust to
हाँ
hit
तो
a
prime
shot.
है तुम पे अपना chaos।
Just you know, who knows?
साले कुत्ते।
If he just walks around that
फिर
corner, I
prime
think
ले
Saya's
लूंगा,
probably
फिर
got him.
तुम
but
हमेशा अलग गन
just
लगा
takes
के
that angle
रखोगे,
off that
prime
box.
कभी
नहीं नहीं अरे तुम chaos ही लो भाई,
It's a
ऑब्वियसली।
big
मैं
win
कहाँ बोल रहा
for
हूँ प्राइम,
GE.
मैं कह रहा हूँ
And now
तुमने
Benkai
पूछा
is
ऐसा,
now
मैंने बोला कि अरे तुम
on
पे
this
है ऑलरेडी
attacking
प्राइम,
side.
तुम
Izu
मैं
gonna go right
chaos
over
हूँ।
up the pipes.
सार
Dodges the 0
इस
point.
बात पे साले वाले
Comes up short. For now, really taking the
गाइस
time
अबे
तू
इसके
to
पहले
around
से
this
चमक रही
corner.
है ऐसे कैसे भाई?
We know
हाँ वही
but
पता
मारने
नहीं,
के
मेरे
बाद
को भी
everybody
दिख रहा है,
knows
पहले
how
से कैसे चमक रहा है यार।
defenders sided teams love to push these pipes, so see how ready they are for
पता
this.
नहीं पिछली बार एक्शन देख के
Tries to run away.
Spike down
Trade
A.
for trade though, but this is not going
अरे
in favor.
भाई
Expert actually gets spotted
2-4
out by
भाई
Benkai
2-4
on the outlaw.
वो यहाँ पे कहाँ
Side
कैंप कर रहे हैं
player
भाई, लेजिट
might need
ये
to
कहाँ
start
कैंपिंग का जगह
pushing
है?
out if he really wants to help Izu on this
ये
one.
कैसी बात है?
Or maybe bank on the fact
पीक
that
लेगा?
he goes around the corner.
अरे इतना गंदा भाई
Regardless
तो
of which,
टूर्नामेंटशिप है
Blaze
यार,
King's
उसमें
got a
तो
good
कैसे खेलो
position
यार,
just
ये
to
कैंपिंग
find
क्या है?
anyone that is gonna
पता
come
नहीं।
out through B long.
ओ
Izu
दोनों
now.
लोग देख रहे
I
हैं,
think
बच
he
गया
actually
बच
just
गया
got a couple
बच गया, वाइपर बच गया।
onto Blaze King, and Blaze King just smartly backs up into A.
वाइपर पिलने वाला, अरे
By
तो
himself,
देखो देखो
Viper
देखो
does get that kill, which
देखो
is
ये
pretty
भैंस
big.
कुत्ते वाला,
हाँ ये
मतलब
न्यू वाली वैंडल
bit of
फाइनली
leeway for
कुछ तो
Izu
नया
here.
देखने
Enemy
मिला।
remaining.
Slowly creeping up, and
Spike
Benkai,
planted.
master of the outlaw in this round, leaves it all to Izu
अरे
for
नहीं
T1.
नहीं
And dash into the side,
नहीं
goes over the wall. This is perfect. At least he
जी
puts
को
himself
कैसे
in a
मार
better
रहे हो तुम लोग
position.
सालो,
Unfortunately,
ये मरो
does not
भैंस।
have any information where
वो
Lightning
10-5
Fest can
हो
get
गया भाई,
Benkai
अभी
kind
फिर
of
से
positioned at
बोलेंगे।
false.
भाई
Yeah,
हम
I-
लगातार
it's
फिर से 3 हार
Sort of
गए,
the tried and true fate
नहीं
win
लिया।
from the pipes position.
और
Right?
T1 वाले
Duelist
नहीं
up
देते
there, the other
साले।
two players make contact, and then the duelist tries
अरे
to
कोई
swing
बात
down
नहीं,
from
अगला
above,
मैच
but it's just
हमारा।
out. They're just outshot
No,
by GE.
अगला
Lightning
मैच।
Fast and Russ come up huge. Benkai so accurate with that outlaw. Lightning Fast a great reposition.
So
Lightning
accurate
Fast
with the
always so
outlaw?
steady on the stage on this map. Has been a real
जिंदा है क्या?
shining star for them throughout the year, particularly here on Sage and Icebox. Really slow orb. See if anybody's
तू
Slow
कर रहा
डाल
है
दी
क्या
भाई।
यूरो ट्रैक?
the alt orb.
Yeah.
It's a little confusing when Sage's abilities are. Oh, okay. Well, Polvi just picks up one. Right out the corner is Izu. Go for T1. It's always a little confusing.
Euro
when Sage's
tracker.
abilities are all called orbs. And they're
92
Long like
मिल
हो
रही है
चुके हैं
तो ले
हमारे,
रहा।
और 10 सब्सक्राइबर चाहिए फॉर 60 सब्सक्राइबर।
Yes, fair. I was about to say, but
मेरे
to
को
be
तो
fair as
पिक्की
well,
भाई gift
technically,
मार दिए।
she is not an ice-powered Radiant. She's Crystal.
It's crystals?
Yes.
क्या गिफ्ट? अच्छा ETS, हाँ गाइस किसी को अगर ETS खेलनी है हमारे साथ तो ETS का आप सबसे लोएस्ट प्राइस पे अभी ले सकते हैं। ETS 92 रुपीज ओनली। तो अगर आप लोगों को हमारे साथ खेलना है तो ट्रकर SMP हम सोच रहे हैं कि खेले स्टार्ट करें, तो इसीलिए उसका भी हम स्ट्रीम करेंगे। तो इसीलिए अगर आप लोगों को हमारे साथ खेलना है तो खरीद सकते हैं बिंदास स्ट्रीम से। ये कोई स्पॉन्सर नहीं है, बस हमारे वो करने के लिए कह रहे हैं, ठीक है?
I guess the 1-for-1 trade.
Nice
Worse.
shot.
Carpe down into the corner cannot
भाई क्रेजी
press
शॉट,
the shot
क्रेजी
to get
शॉट।
the pick onto Polvi here.
ओहो ये
ओहो
वाली
कह रहे हो, ओहो अरे आओ मुंडी, अरे नहीं मुंडी,
One. And it's all
Nice
down to
shot,
Expert.
Mundi,
El
Mundi.
Capitan.
Yes.
Collateral there, but
Yes.
again, these trades
Global.
are just so clean. I have no words to say, but how good Global has been playing this entire Icebox map.
I'm
Global
with you.
e-sport,
It's
global
really, really good stuff
e-sport।
from Global Esports. Everybody working
Yes.
together as a squad.
T1
Even though
अपने
T1's hitting their
अपने
shots,
मैप
oh,
में
just
हारी
finds the angle there
ऐसा शॉट कुछ नहीं
onto
होता
the hidden player.
और तो फिर कुछ हो ही नहीं सकता भाई, क्योंकि 2 लगातार जीत जाएगा वो।
खत्म ही हो
A little
गया
bit of a stutter step off of the box, off of the pipes.
या तो पहले मैच होता उसका, तो फिर डिसाइड होता है उसका, अगर पहला मैच होता। टाइम आउट ले ली,
Little
ले
things
ली,
like that,
ले ली,
little micro adjustments
ले
that
ली
Wolves
टाइम
have been
आउट।
making on this jet have been really impactful. Doesn't
टाइम आउट
always
30 सेकंड का लिया है साला।
but the results are
मेरे
very,
को समझ
very
नहीं
good.
आता है टाइम आउट लेने के बाद हर कोई एक राउंड तो जीत ही
what
जाता
we're
है
seeing right now.
तो वो बातें
ऐसा क्या करता
मंत्र
है
फूंक
भाई?
देते
ऐसा क्या
हैं,
बताता है कि हाँ
मंत्र
Wide-eyed
भाई मंत्र फूंक देते हैं भाई,
monitor.
फुस फुस कर।
सारा
Anyways,
जादू कौन कर रहा है
first
कौन
call
है
in timeout for
पता
T1. Interesting
है,
as well that
उनका
this is the
coach।
first timeout that we're seeing for T1.
वो दिखता है एक मैच में, तुम कितना टावर देख रहे हो, नीचे 2 बटन दिख रहा है, हाँ ब्लिंक हो रहा है, वो टाइम आउट का बटन।
For sure. And I mean, I think
भाई ये गाना जो क्रेजी लगा है टाइम आउट का,
you know, for T1,
क्रेजी गाना।
you're definitely trying to
Pacific,
win today, but I
Pacific,
think
Pacific.
there might be some of that idea of let the players play, see if they can figure things out a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, give some of that trust to X-Current to try to come up with some new ideas, try to force some adaptations. Because really the best place to learn is on stage.
Yeah.
You know, the scrims are one thing. That's great. Playing ranked is great. You need to do all those things. But really the best experience you can get is playing in these matches and, you know, being forced to adapt.
Yeah, seeing what works and
Oh.
whatnot. Great tag though onto Russ, but with Lightning Fast being there, he can always just get the heal back up. And Russ, if he had his ultimate, that would have been something else. X-Grid gets that contact as well. Now no more heals. Gets the push in, side player assists, gets the pick. Lightning Fast does fall. That does give access to GE here on Kitchen. But can they cook something up as they're trapped and can't really escape? Slowly
ये लग रहा है जीत जाएगा साला, 5 के 5 बंदा जिंदा है इनके।
Carpe, if he gets a little bit too easy, that's way too many players of GE for refrags.
तो क्या
Possibility.
उधर 4 हैं भाई
Discipline looks good for T1.
तो 4 versus 5 कर लो,
Committing to an angle, trying to go for a
4v5
solo
तो हो
push.
जाएगा
They're just really blocking
हो जावे क्या हो।
GE as best as they
दो
can.
किल कर
Wall
देता है
eventually
तो
crumbles.
हो
See how
जाएगा
GE wants to maneuver. Not much space for
अरे
them on the
ये
map
लोग
unless they
यहीं
fall
पे
away
जाना,
from
पिक ले,
spawn.
जा
It's
जी
gonna
वाला
come
पिक
time
ले,
left. Only 30
जा रहे।
seconds on the clock.
Carpe.
अरे ये
gets
जेट
spotted
है ना
out by
जेट
Blaze
की
King.
लगी पड़ी है कम है
अरे नाइस
Not multi kills, but Stacks will.
1v3 1v3 1v3।
Stuck on
No,
mid
no,
here
no,
as
no,
Boiler.
no, no.
17
No,
seconds,
no,
and he's
no,
just
no.
patiently waiting for someone to creep up on him. But as long as that spike was spotted on
अच्छा
mid,
प्लांट जी
hasn't
को
been
करना है,
picked up.
बट जी के पास कुछ है ही नहीं
T1's just
प्लांट।
going to be fairly composed and not really
क्या
go
भाग-
overly aggressive.
अच्छा है ही ना
Yeah,
हाई पे
a good read on
Spike
that round.
King.
T1 finish for
Left.
Sai with the op. Takes down Blaze King. They get 6 on the board, but I mean, so I think that's just a good read right there, right?
Yeah.
It just looked like, you know, with the way
11-6 हो गए सालो, 12 करो, कब तक करोगे, मरने वाले हो क्या?
Poison Cloud, he's like, okay, kind of know what's going on here. Did a lot of damage, got the shake on a Colby.
गाइस जो भी एक दो
All
बार
things
देखिए
come
मैं
together,
बहुत
they can just kind of
स्प्रे में
कुछ
बहुत
लाइक
लगा है अभी
collapse
उसमें
on top of
क्या
the
कहते
kitchen and
केजे
just
ने
get completely stuck there.
Time for
Yeah.
a
However,
field test.
now I'm curious what comes after this, because I mean,
देखो
again,
जी के जेट का किल है 16 और ओपोनेंट के जेट का किल है 19।
favor because they're willing to go for the trades and they've been really good at getting those trades. So you're gonna have to kind of outmaneuver, outthink GE a little bit here. And again, they're going for aggressive plays. They try to do the pop flash up and over tubes to set up Izu. Doesn't really work because GE wise to it. They're just holding back, waiting it out. So bit of utility expended by T1 for no value.
भाई सब कैंपर है क्या? वो वहां जाके अपने टीपी पे बैठ गया है। ओके, वो अब जब बंदा आएगा क्या टीपी मार देंगे।
What the real plan from that timeout was here for T1 beyond just a great read on that previous round.
And this is great though. Like even if T1 doesn't really
ब्लूम ऑपरेटर
overly aggress after that
कहाँ है?
play that they did, this does make GE play a lot more passive than what we've seen. Usually they attack around
कुछ तो जा रहा है। मेरे को बेस्ट लोग आया ही नहीं, किधर है बेस्ट
a lot
लोग?
more of the time here. Side players
Mixed
by
bloom off
himself,
लेके
he
बैठा है
really
वो
wants to
KJ.
hold
किस
on
पे,
to
किस
the
पे?
angle for as long as
KJ,
humanly
KJ.
possible. He's gonna get the catch.
अरे मार दी।
Denying the dash on this jet. Now he's alone. The catch off, lightning fast. Oh,
ना
that's
ना
popped up.
ना
Backing away.
2v3 2v3
Two versus
चलो
three.
2v3
Russ
2v3
getting rezzed. Not really out in the same position.
Arre nahi.
Defuse, or excuse me, the plant on the spike, and now Benkai forced back by the snake by 2 versus 1. Coming around the corner.
मार दे. Nice shot.
Great
यार
contact.
मेरे को ही मार दिया.
Has time to plant the spike. But he's
मार this please
There
यार.
it is. That's the real plant. The next grid knows it.
Nice.
Swings it.
Nah.
Benkai just cannot read past the angle.
नहीं
That's
जी
really well
नहीं.
attempted by Benkai. Honestly, he played that about as well as he could. Able to isolate one player, recognize the time on the clock, knew that he was either going to be given the opportunity to defuse, or if they peek him, he's just going to have to hope that he can outshoot his opponent and win right before the timer ticks down. You can see there's about a 1.5 seconds left. So if Benkai hits those shots, he could have actually taken that round. But
Yeah.
great play there by Xcured at the end. A lot of ults for T1, and I like what this adjustment now. We're seeing the bigger picture ideas from T1 that they're pulling back. Sure, they went for an aggressive play early, but immediately, if you looked on A, all 3 players peeled back to like rafters and to screens and are playing to kind of wait out GE a little bit, forcing adaptation now out of Benkai.
Yeah, Sauce can debate a couple of flashes for the front of the site.
Predator.
The less it is for the back of the site, the better it will be. Carpe though, oh no, I don't think he knows it. They're right underneath him. They're just about to come through. That's gonna be the first pick. He's down. Wall activated already. Blaze King coming around the corner as
चलो
well.
4v4. मार दे कुद्दी. खोल दे कुद्दी. Sorry guys.
But because of the pick onto Benkai, they're not going to realize this as that sentry not going to get any kind of information whatsoever. The pinch is coming ever so closer. Kills coming as well from Saya and Xcured. They spot out Blaze King with the flag. Now they know that one is on the side.
अरे विकी भाई आगे 48. Yes, Vicky भाई 48,000.
48,000 likes again.
Izu spots him.
अरे thanks भाई.
And now Blaze King, a very long game of tag.
अरे 48% नहीं 44%.
He is
तुम्हारा?
close. He's popping shots, but the
अरे यार जी हार
to
गया.
his advantage.
कब कैसे
He will.
वाह कुछ ज्यादा ही
We're good.
100% 100 GB की स्पीड आ गई क्या तुमने?
Yeah, but you can see
Guys,
that
हमारे हो चुके 9 like भाई 9.
a little bit extra space other than Carpe, but that's okay. That's a
Nice.
one and done position.
Nice shot.
He doesn't realize there's other players under there.
Nice shot.
There's cover to help him, and this is huge for Vizu. The fact
Nice
that he
shot,
gets 2
bhai.
kills
95 होगी तुम्हारी
completely changes the destiny of that round.
पता नहीं मेरी 47 MB कैसे आ रही है?
अरे ले ली जी ने भी ये भाई वो कह रहे भाई ये कैसे हार रहे अपन बताओ भैंस क्या बदतमीजी हो रही है
From T1 where there's been like an early
पता
भाई ये
नहीं
तो फिर ऐसे लेती नहीं अभी एक भी मैच खत्म नहीं हुआ साले समझ ही नहीं आ रही
position, and then the pipes the round before with the flash over from Stacks.
वो एक ही मैच में लगे पड़े हैं हाँ
वही तो एक ही मैच में एक बार ये वो ले रहा टाइम आउट एक बार वो ले रहा टाइम आउट
And then let's work the map a little bit more. Let's see if we can make it
मतलब
a
आज भी
little
नीलू
more
6-7 घंटे की स्ट्रीम करेगा
less ambiguous.
नहीं
what we're
नहीं
doing.
खाने
I think
टाइम
we
नहीं है यार
talked
मेरे
about Blaze King. I think
को
he's a
जाना
little
है
too long on that lurk. The
इसका
kids
टाइम नहीं है भाई
didn't really find necessarily the value that you like there.
शाम को क्या स्ट्रीम करने वाले हो?
बाद में बात करते हैं
I saw the ping on the map well before Blaze King pushed out of there.
I feel like it's one of those
अच्छा,
things
इस पे नहीं
where
होगा।
the macro should go your way because you read it
क्या
right,
नहीं
but the
होगा?
micro is one
इस चैनल पे नहीं होगा।
because it feels like
कौन सा चैनल क्या चैनल मेरे
how
को
they
पता
pocket
नहीं
themselves
पता
on
क्या
certain
बोल रहे हो
positions.
भाई
I was actually this is the first
Prime
time I've
नीलू
seen
पे भी
this,
स्ट्रीम नहीं
that
होगा ना?
you don't really get spotted on
ना।
top of 410 with 2 players pushing right
वही
underneath you if
नीलू
they
के बस
hug
का ही
that
ना हो।
right side on
वही
A
तो।
main, right? So those kind of just little intricacies I think is what T1's banking on.
Right.
You know,
हो गई
and
मेरी।
it's working. Sure, it
क्या हो
दिखाना
गई?
जरा स्क्रीन शेयर
round by round,
करके
case by case
ऐसी ही
basis,
गेम।
but
90
so far it's
2
working
minute
pretty
में
good
हो
for them,
जाएगा।
and they got themselves that counter momentum against GE, and they stalled them at 1
मैं
or
तो
11.
चला भी
Excuse
नहीं
me.
Yeah,
सकता।
there's like an
अरे
infinite
ये
amount of
जी वाला
trick
बंदा पहले
plays.
कैसे मर जाता है यार
Spot on a
ये
podium.
क्या बदतमीजी है रे
Not gonna mess with
They're
it.
doing it in. They're doing it in.
फालतू
Okay,
की
let's see.
है।
Let's see. Let's see.
I think they
Like
might
the
have a read. You know that because
जी
you
वाला
saw
बंदा
Science
पहले ही मर
player
जाता है
here. Oh,
मार मार मार
great
दे
read.
मुंह पे मार
That
उसको
player.
नहीं मुंह पे
does get the
मारता
trade
था छी छी
Don't really have anything else. There was also the kill
You should
on
run.
the other player.
You
with
shouldn't
Izu
run,
in
you
contact
shouldn't
onto B
run.
main, as the lockdown gets used on A, but no pull of the trigger yet for GE.
Hurray!
Oh, fragment. Does it break?
I don't think it's in the center. Nope, it's not.
Oh, no, destroy
Where'd
Nova.
that come from?
Yes!
He gets hit by the tank, sure,
Illuminati.
but I want to see that. I want to see how he got the kill with the headhunter in tow. Polvi. Ah, okay.
Oh.
I don't know if they know that he's already back to the side.
Leaked
Wait.
brother you're
Spotted the
leaked
extra down as well, 11 to 9, and T1.
भाई ये लोग खेल ही नहीं पा रहे
slowly but
जी
surely
वाले
picking up
जबरदस्ती
pieces
हार रहे हैं
of
क्या
this half.
Yeah, just Good reactions from Saya, starting to hit some shots. He's 18 and 13 now, and you talked about it on the previous half that maybe that chamber doesn't look as flashy on the attacker side, but he's really starting to find some impact here on this defender side. And the fact that he's able to keep this op in his hand, this is a big that is disgusting. But this is a big win condition for T1 throughout the
प्रतीक ने -400 वाले बंदे को हरा दिया। वो बोला था ना कुछ 450 लेवल वाला बंदा।
माइनस वाला।
And teams that can play around that, like Gen G, like
so
far, GE now starting to struggle against this. They're gonna have to go into an eco.
54 level का
This is the
बंदा।
first time as well that
अरे वो
-454 कैसे आ रहे हो भाई? माइनस।
हाँ हरा दिया।
अरे मार बुद्धि में मतलब मार बुद्धि। सॉरी गाइस। कुछ नहीं। अरे मारो यार 2v2 हो रहा है यार, क्या बदतमीज हो यार, मारो यार। कुछ खेला वेला नहीं हो रहा है इसकी। तेरे सामने वो कर रहा है, घूम रहा है वो। केजे हेलो, सुन रहा केजे सुन रहा है मेरी बात है ना गोकू?
Coming from T1 on this retake.
माउस यूज कर लिया।
Yeah, they're super low too.
वार माउस पे तू ले 400 वाले को हरा सकता है तो भाई तू 10 को भी हरा देगा।
अरे नहीं बे, वो खरीदा हुआ अकाउंट होता है ना।
Oh no, it doesn't have to, because again the spike was planted on default. In any case,
अरे
they have to start diffusing that spike. At
Yes,
least they know
भाई
that
मेरा
X-Grid
खरीदा
is
हुआ
there.
अकाउंट है। यस
The thing
यस
is, they don't really
यस
know
ब्रदर।
where the
मत माने।
is.
ओह
Bringing
यस
catch
यस
onto Benkai,
यस
now falling into the
यस
hands of Saya
ज्यादा
player.
वो
But of course, he's
ज्यादा
gonna
अल्ट मारेगा तू।
one
ये
first.
ज्यादा अल्ट मारेगा भाई पर T1 के।
Little bit iffy of an approach there from T1, and GE just punish heavy.
Yeah, it felt
गोकू भाई तुम ज्यादा नहीं बोल रहे, खरीदा हुआ अकाउंट
maybe just a little
गोकू।
bit forced in that position, maybe a little bit
I
uncomfortable
don't
with
know.
how that ult works exactly.
चलो छोड़ो भैंस की वॉच पार्टी 1v1
A lot
करते।
deeper, right? You would have liked to have gotten that pitch to reach a lot further, so you had a lot more space to work with in front of you to get the defuse in case they try to play off of you.
भाई
Instead, Metkai
वो
just
ब्लूटूथ पे
works
ही
it against him
खेलता है।
nicely, throws the nano down, pops it right away, puts himself in the
कौन
corner.
कौन ब्लूटूथ पे क्या? अबे
and reads
T1
that
फिर से ले ली।
because again, you're not feeling comfortable there as
Ten
T1, and you start to realize
Bluetooth
that
पे खेलता
angle
है
can be spammed pretty easily.
हाँ ब्लूटूथ माउस पे खेलते हैं, पर उनका महंगा है।
You gotta get ahead of it, so you actually can give yourself the ability to get that defuse.
मतलब कनेक्टिविटी अच्छा, रेस्पॉन्स अच्छा।
Saya player situation as well, you know, you're an operator
हो
playing on a
गई,
Viper spit, you're
हो गई।
mitigating the range,
क्या हो
you
गई?
can see at the
Screen share
far
करते रहो।
angle, there's again
गाइस
kind of
हाँ
this
मैं फिर से
angle
आपको
because of
रिमाइंड
the
दे रहा हूँ, अगर
density of the
आपको
fog of war
हमारे
is
साथ
kind
खेलना है
of
ट्रकर
the
एसएमपी
Viper
तो अभी
spit,
सबसे
so
सस्ता मिल रहा है यूरो ट्रक सिमुलेटर, स्टीम पे जाके खरीद सकते हैं, कोई स्पॉन्सर नहीं है। मैं बस अपने लिए कह रहा हूँ कि अगर तुम लोगों को खेलना है तो ठीक है गाइस। और अगर आप लोग मेरा चेहरा पहली बार देख रहे हो थोड़ा तो जाके बिंदास आप जाके चेकआउट करें, हमारा पिन कमेंट पे जो लिंक है वो वीडियो जाके चेकआउट करें। विकी में बताओ वीडियो कैसा है?
There was a couple of T1 players that did fall at the back of the site.
देख लो सब पॉजिटिव कमेंट है भाई, ऐसे ही जाके थोड़ा सा चेकआउट करें। हम कोशिश कर रहे हैं ठीक है ना बनाने की, अब बाकी तो पता नहीं कैसा बन रहा है।
खुद के वीडियो को रिव्यू करो ना लाइव स्ट्रीम पे।
खुद के वीडियो को रिव्यू में प्रमोशन तो कर रहा हूँ, हाँ वो भी करेंगे ठीक है चलो।
वो भी कभी
अभी
करो
अगले
ताकि
हाँ वो भी अगले लाइव स्ट्रीम मैं पहले खुद का वीडियो चलाऊंगा, फिर उसके बाद वो करेंगे ठीक
Change
है।
your vertical instead of your horizontal, so anybody who's played knows that that's the more
हाँ,
difficult
वही बाद में
angle
रिव्यू करते हैं ना
to adjust
हाँ
for.
वो भी है।
This is a pretty good. You could
में
execute just
लास्ट
really
में कोई
nicely
रुकता नहीं है
forward.
या फिर
GE
पहले का दिन।
T1 immediately goes out with a thrash. catches
हाँ मरा मरा नहीं नहीं
नीलू के साथ हो गए, पहले ऐसा ऐसा गेम प्ले डालता था
Fighting back though cannot,
तो
and
वो
he
अरे,
has
अरे।
देखने का मजा है।
Viper Pit will be used, but
ये तो इसका अभी
As
की
we
लाइव
can
स्ट्रीम है, अभी की लाइव स्ट्रीम
and
और
as
अभी
T1
की
can
वो
hear,
दिखाएगा तो
there's
ऐसा
no
लगेगा अरे
planting
वैसे
on
तो
the
खेलते
spike,
जैसा
and no one
उसमें।
has tried to replant it again. So the thing is, they can just sit pretty at the back of the site first while they are
4v5 है,
waiting.
4v5 मारो मारो भैंस
X-Grid
की
right
मारो।
on top. And again, patience is a virtue here between two teams. Whoever cracks first.
Well, you've got all of Benkai's util, so you can kind of set up in and around this pit pretty
कितना
well. I
टाइम
think.
लगा रहे हैं भाई? 40 सेकंड।
Throw the alarm bot around one of the corners or something. Take your time to figure out exactly how you want to navigate this. Use that to get a little bit of info. But
नहीं।
Rush into Carpe's open arms.
नहीं बैठा था वो, नहीं नहीं
Blazing's just falling back into his ultimate.
प्ले यूरो ट्रक करो बस, बाकी
Will
कुछ
still
मत।
fall
ये है कि इतना
That
सब
was
इतने सारे मोड्स में तुम
yeah,
ऑन कर सकते हो इसको। डायरेक्ट एक्स पे भी ऑन कर
I
सकते हो,
think they're just
डायरेक्ट एक्स पे
GE
ऑन करो तो
felt
ग्राफिक
like
कार्ड पे चलेगा।
they had to get some
ग्राफिक कार्ड पे
frags
कर
before
सकते
they
हो,
felt
अपने
comfortable enough to try to go
खुद
for
के
the
पीसी
plant.
के
That did.
आईजीपीयू पे
They
कर
cover
सकते
a
हो,
lot of the front of the
बिना
site,
जीपीयू
and they
के
kind
कर
of ran
सकते
into a
हो,
similar
बस
problem that
प्रोसेसर
we
पे
saw
चला
with
सकते हो, सब
Experience
कुछ
Spin,
मौजूद
where
है।
भाई सब
you
सिस्टम
don't
दे
have
रखा
a
है
lot of
भाई।
room to maneuver in the front. Lightning
बहुत
Fast
पहले
got
से
caught by
यूरो
that
ट्रक
fade
बहुत
as
सारी
well,
चीजें
so that's
भाई विकी भाई ये तो वाला गाना हो गया
Kobe did
सिस्टम।
a nice job there keeping that thrash out. He played on top of the wall,
है
एलवी
ना
so
विकी
शैडो
भाई?
फैन हो क्या
he
तुम?
can drop right back
नहीं
down
नहीं भाई
and then
बिना
just kind of
कभी
slowly bounce
कभी
his
नहीं
way
भाई,
back. But
जिंदगी में भी
बस
ना।
इसका
get
ये
hit there is
यूआई
really
नहीं पसंद
devastating
मेरे को।
for GE. Still though, a couple more rounds
वो
to
तो
play
है।
with. T1 2 away from overtime, trying to see if they can
पहले हम
do what
480p
Team Secret
यूरो
did,
ट्रक खेलते थे, अब 4K
or
खेलेंगे,
do what they did against Team
है
Secret
ना?
to overtime, and this time have a different
यस
result.
यस
ओ भाई तुम्हारी
ये
प्रोफाइल भी आ गई।
two-pronged approach here. That's an
अब जा रहा
early
डीएलसी ब्राउजर पे।
on the res as well,
क्या है
so
DLC?
they're not going to have any access to that as well.
ये
I did like the
को
double
यस
push that
करना
we
यस
saw
करो,
from
नो करना
T1,
नो करो, कोई
where
दिक्कत
Easy was
नहीं।
the one making noise, so Saya players opt
अभी
to
तो
go
सब
undetected.
टीम प्ले गेम प्ले
They
सब
still should be aware of this.
अब तो सब तुम
They're
मॉड
about to
वॉड
go
एकदम
for it,
इजीली
and
चलाओ।
contact, and
मॉड
he gets
मैनेजर में
away with
जाके
the
गंदा
one
से
and
नो
two.
कर दिया भाई मैंने।
Yeah,
यस करो।
नहीं
now they kind of want
हक
that,
दीस गाइस यार 4-5 है। अरे नहीं यार ये जी ये पता है मेरे को लग रहा है जी वाले जानबूझ के हार रहे हो, इतना अच्छा खेल रहे हार रहे हो।
कौन
मतलब
80
जी
भेज रहा?
80 क्यों?
This is
अरे वो तुमको
92 रुपए
खरीदने
की।
बोल रहे, उसको भी गिफ्ट कर दो।
able to use that smoke
हाँ
to
भैंस
walk
की
through, but
भेज भाई भेज।
yeah,
कितने
nice
रुपए
game.
और चाहिए मतलब मेरे को?
अरे
shot.
12।
Trade for trade though, not the worst right now. They are getting
बताओ
positive
विकी
net
भाई कौन से
trades
DLC
for
चाहिए
GE.
तुमको बता।
It's Saya player
ये
on the
पेड़
site
नहीं
by
है साले,
himself, force
ये
back
अपने
the
मॉड डाल
plays.
रखे
They
इसलिए
can
सभी
plant
मिल रहा
this
कैसे
spike
मिलता है।
at the back
भेजो
of
चेक
the
है
site on
तुम्हारा।
top of 2F on B site.
समझे?
So Saya
2v2
will
2v2
test all the way from
ये
B
मॉड्स
long.
की वजह से
It's
आया
gonna
है
be
तुम्हें
Stacks
सब।
first, but
हमने
look
डाला है
at
ना
how
क्रैक वर्जन।
very much
अच्छा
proactive
तो
Blaze
सारी
King is.
DLC भी मिल
हाँ
गई है।
सारी
Slightly
डीएलसी
waiting
मिल
here
गई
on
है।
तो
tension.
है ये तो ही बढ़िया है। ये
Stacks
सही है
though.
भाई, पहले
Timing. I
क्रैक
don't
में
think Russ
खेलो
knows about
फिर
this.
सारे
Side
DLC
player will
ओन
get
कर
traded
लो
though if
फिर बाद में
possible.
नॉर्मल
If
चला
he
लो।
ना
falls
आ जाएगा।
ना
मैप
ना
भी
ना
पूरा
ना
मिलेगा
हक
तुम्हें।
दी हक दीस
पूरा
spike.
मैप भी पूरा
मेरे
मिलेगा
को मेरे
तुम्हें।
को
holds.
क्रैक कराना
They don't
कोई
know
बात
where
नहीं,
he
जा रही है
is.
प्रोग्रेस
Blaze
जान दो
King spotted out right
सीओ
now.
क्रैक
Stacks
कराओ
knows that
सब
he's
उठाते
right
हैं
above
उसका।
him.
साले
Blaze
सामान
सीओसीज
King
में
तुम्हें
कौन सी
noise.
डीएलसी होती है?
अरे
मॉड
DLC
मैनेजर
नहीं
जाना।
Switching
होती,
both and he
वो
gets the
सामान
headshot
देते हैं।
first.
मॉड
Stacks'
मैनेजर।
time to start
नहीं नहीं डेफ कर रहा है भाई
Blaze
मार रहा
King
है।
टीम
makes
वर्क
it.
अप।
नाइस
Actually just pushes in.
नाइस
Stacks to go for
नाइस
double
टीम
अब यहाँ
defuse,
से तुम
नाइस।
but
कोई भी कर सकते हो।
denied.
ये
Blaze
पहले भी
King
कर
चलो
सकता
भाई।
है ये तो मैं।
absolutely
ना ना
got
ना ना वो
ready to
आता नहीं
get
था
with that
पहले,
first map.
करोगे ऐड
And
होगा वो
that
सही में।
little
करो
setup
कोई
they
भी एक ऐड
had
करो।
with the poison cloud underneath
सा
the
करना है
tube, they
बताओ।
put two up at the window,
कोई
अब
भी
तो
कर लो।
one
अब
below
मॉड
to
के
make
साथ
sure that they
खेलेंगे,
didn't
अब
get the
कोई
fade
अब तो
out.
मॉड्स के
And
साथ
then
खेलेंगे
they
भाई,
go
अब
for
तो
the push.
ऑफिशियल है सब।
That was so
कहाँ है
good from
टकर
GE. That
शैम्पी?
broke that space
टकर
open for
टकर
them
क्यों
to
कर
get
रहा
in
हूँ
the
मैं
kitchen and
ये?
put that
टक्कर
defuse.
नहीं है टक्कर।
Really nice teamwork.
टकर कर
But
रहा हूँ
that was a big part of this map for them as well.
Yeah.
जाओ ना करो ना मॉड्स
Anyways,
नीचे।
believe we are going to be passing
यहाँ
on
ये
to
शायद
our
रुक जा ओए।
ना।
नहीं
guys. You know what to do.
Do it
हाँ
at this
भेज दे
point though,
भाई।
because I
Guys,
thought
you
that
know what
सानिया
to do.
स्कूनिया के कुछ भी कर लो,
हमको
कर लो ना
basically
एक
ये
बार
बंद
ऐड
करना
करो।
है
but
बक बक।
I thought this was gonna go
अरे
another way.
मेरे को
Then again,
फिल्टर
it
के
was a
हिसाब से
very,
कर
very
दूंगा,
close
ABCD आ
map.
जाए ऐसा कुछ।
Yeah.
भाई जीतेगा तो वही
It's not
हाथ
over yet. It's not over
कलर
yet.
कूलर
But
लगा सकते हो, मैप वैप में इवोल्यूशन बहुत कुछ आ रखा है।
ओह बताओ
तो
गोगो भाई
मॉड
कैसा
में क्या
लगा
है?
ये वाला मैच?
वॉल्वो में देखोगे क्या?
क्या
गोगो
वॉल्वो का
कौन
नया
जीता?
ट्रक।
जी
यस
जी जीता होगा।
ये क्या है? ये ऐड करेंगे।
ये होगा कुछ पता नहीं, देखो आ गया होगा इन गेम।
हम भी देखें क्या हो रहा है।
रिफ्रेश हो रहा है। लो क्या है पर
क्या
ये
है क्या है?
ये क्या डाउनलोड किया है तुमने?
पता नहीं क्या है। ट्रक
इताशा
है।
ट्रक्स है? इताशा
हम्म।
ट्रक्स
गाइस मैं एक सेकंड आया, कैमरा ऑफ
करना
करते
एक बार लॉन्च,
हैं।
अपना गेम लॉन्च करना। अबे यस तो करो, उसको सेव कर।
ओ भाई साहब गाली नहीं भाई साहब गाली नहीं गाली थोड़ा सा कम
कुत्ते
Finish wizard.
This is actually
The
so
biggest
tough.
the biggest quandary is just who's playing what.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look back.
Yeah.
Do I have time to look back at
Are
Polvy's
you
record from the
consulting your
last time?
the Oracle of Helios over here, looking into the future just
I'm
a bit?
sorry, I'm checking some stats real quick here.
I'm gonna give you 5 more seconds to write down
Okay.
your answers, gentlemen.
Yeah.
5, 4. I don't see you scribbling.
Okay. Oh god.
Ooh, interesting choices. All right, let's reveal
All
on
right.
3.
Wait, why did you what? Oh,
Yes.
Yeah. All right, 1, 2, 3.
I said Polvy.
We have Polvy, and we have
I went with
Izu. Okay,
Listen,
a gamble.
He
So,
just
wait.
had amazing kills. We have to actually choose who it is, whereas
Oh,
the chat doesn't get to because they can't actually all
Oh,
vote.
you have to specify
Yes,
it
you
for
have to
neither
specify.
one. Oh.
So really, this should actually be like triple up or down in my opinion, but we'll let the production figure that
Kind
out.
of, yeah.
Well, in that
I
case,
mean-
I'm glad I stuck with Polvy.
I'm playing it safe. That's why I'm playing it safe just a little bit. But I do think that, he's, again, that renewed confidence from GE. As we go into Lotus, of course, we are expecting that Neon, which GE have mentioned that, it's been looking so good. It's been working well for this team as well. And lo and behold, we do have it.
Okay, and T1, they're going to stick with the very, very traditional version, but now with the chamber. So now we went from 3 flash versions to no flashes. I mean, obviously you have the Omen, but...
Yeah, just the Paranoia.
Okay.
So no Breach. Saya's on Chamber, and then Carpe's playing Viper.
So you have to, T1 has to play the map a lot now, right? You have to really play off of timings and taking space and controlling. You have to take space first because that's how you're going to control it, right? You have to commit things like the Seize nade combos to then just hold on to pieces of the map, which quite frankly, I mean, sometimes the calling on T1, this is where they struggled here on Lotus as a 3-site map.
I mean, of course, we have to mention that this is Carpe's first time playing Viper ever. This is a debut for him.
It could be very good, or it could go the other way. We're going to find out as we step into Lotus. We're going to pass it on over to our casters in matching outfits, Asarai and Paperthin.
Are they? Oh, yeah, kind of.
Yeah. I think we're 2 peas in a pod, you know. We look like twins, you know, when they show us on
exactly.
camera.
Yeah, that's
Thank you for that pass. Okay, so this is where it gets interesting, because again, they were talking about it already. There's not really any flash options for T1 here. Sure, side player's still going to be on that chamber, but I mean, he can get just, you know, fault line, basically CC'd or controlled by Benkai here, who is on that chamber on GE side.
Well, and, like, this is concerning for me for T1 going up against this comp, because I think Will makes a great point on the desk that you need so much map control here.
Yeah.
You have no ability
to
really stop the Neon except for stacks. Like, and maybe
अब मारो भैंस की कहाँ है जी की वाले जी कहाँ है कि
winning the early battle.
अच्छा जी वाले
He's winning a lot.
नहीं
Experts really
nice shot
trade for trade for the moment now. And there's no time wasted here by GE. Immediately tries to go for a push on A. No, they back away. As they open the door once more, they're backing up onto Rubble. Maybe to go back somewhere on B or C, but that's being contained by Saya players. Stacks and Carpe still here. Hasn't heard
color
TP
pack
just yet.
maps
Wiggle on both.
map.
I saw what I saw.
Just having a little fun.
Yeah. No, they were serious. Their faces, I was looking at the
3v3 हो रहा है मारो
I think Benkai was probably looking at the map, and Lightning Fast is trying to get into his, you know, send his smoke. So
yeah. Saya,
you know,
though.
he's got to hit these shots here. You know, this is something that Saya started out a little bit rough.
Guys, थोड़ा सा chat पे पढ़ लेते हैं. बुलबुल पाखी, welcome to the stream, मैम.
Yeah. Wonder if he's
कैसे हो? मैं बढ़िया हूँ और मैं ये मना कर रहा हूँ कि मत करो.
This is just excellent utility usage from GE. They've already forced out the players here. Saya's already way back onto Waterfall. It's going to be a full-blown retake on either side. Good damage already onto Stacks. Does have a lineup with the Haunt here. Pushes right in. Here's the reload.
नहीं. हमारी yes. मेरी जान nice.
We're left with Saya player still in the 3 versus 1.
नहीं मार दे गुद्दी पे मार दे.
He can get backstab. Reload for Lightning Fast, repositions for now. The jump back.
Nah.
Again, too low for Side to tank anything, and that's going to be GE picking up the pistol.
Yeah, it's just, like you said, great util there. Benkai nailing the flash, the cam to check, to force out the TP. All the right things at the right time. In the early fight,
बहुत शुक्रिया for joining the stream, guys. Like कर देना हो तो subscribe कर देना.
Slide in with Polby. I thought he was dead to rights, but he was just getting the paranoia.
For joining the stream. अरे stream अटक गई.
Like the tail end of the paranoia there.
अरे मैं पीछे आ गया ही.
Yeah. There was still the aftershock
क्या?
available for Benkai. So like you've got another layer of util that he would have had to deal with. It's another pistol for GE. That's all 3 pistols so far going their way.
Oh, they're getting closer and closer. They're going to drop this and start to go for that heavy contact. Carpe does get a pick first.
Oh.
Here comes Benkai around the corner. Now they know the shenanigans of T1. GE plays a lot farther back now, using their ranged weapons in spite of this. And Carpe and Izu starts to back away immediately. Look at where Izu's placed up in of himself. He's already at the back of B. Carpe still holding here on tree. But GE, they still have the numbers and the weaponry.
Yeah, great little trap play here by T1, using that toxic screen to set things up. Carpe got a
crazy shot मार रहे भाई.
The good news though for GE is you're able to grab all the rifles, and you're.
ओए मैं कह रहा हूँ कि मैं पूरा वो कर दूँगा, ठीक है, पहले से start कर.
Going to continue to plant their feet at A, and that makes a lot of sense here on the eco. So
हाँ.
see exactly what T1 wants to do at this point. You know, the pressure's on to you. Do you want to try to go for it? You know, got a couple kills already. Carpe's got a Sheriff. But with 3 rifles in hand for GE, feels very difficult.
Spike planted.
They're gonna come from the spawn side though. That means you gotta clear all this util, and that's gonna alert GE to the presence of T1. So they can go for these kills, go for those orbs, prevent the death to the spike if they so choose.
We'll see though. Carpe is pretty mean with a Sheriff.
Drugs already है इतने सारे तुमको फिर से और ऐड करना है.
Sort of entry point here onto the site. That could be something. Great stun for Benkai. Just to slow things down. Wall right up in the
अरे
face.
मैं कह रहा हूँ विक्की और गोकू देवर जी कैसे हैं? अरे खुद से सुन लो भाई. कैसे हो भाई?
हम तो बढ़िया है अभी जी.
Really going to go for the push. That's going to be another solid round here for
ये
GE.
बोलना जरूरी था.
Yeah, I like what you're saying. Don't give Carpe any ability
if you want to download my mod,
take
हाँ,
over around
my
with that
document
Sheriff.
American
Seen
Truck
it
Simulator mod
few
folder.
times in Pacific.
इसके अंदर इसको डालना है.
तो तुमको पता चल गया बुलबुल पाखी की एक फाइन है, बाकी पता नहीं. गोकू का कुछ नहीं पता. गोकू कैसा है?
Yeah, no. This is a really good setup for T1, and these are the kind
यहाँ
of
पे
things
सब
they're going to
देखो
need to be
ट्रक्स,
doing
वेदर, नेविगेशन
to win this
सिस्टम,
match.
साउंड,
Nice.
इंटीरियर, ग्राफिक्स.
You don't have a
ग्राफिक्स
lot
पे
of
ज्यादा
inherent utility to shut down the
ग्राफिक्स
neons.
उसी तो
You're
था
gonna need
नॉन
to do it
स्पेसिफाइड
positioning and kind of outthinking
मॉड है
the
ग्राफिक
opponent
मॉड.
and controlling
हाँ.
territory.
Same thing right now for GE. Immediate control onto Rubble.
Caution here.
Izu inside the smoke, just waiting.
भाई जी ये वाला भी जीत जा भाई. बैक टू बैक 2 जीत जा. Nice. Nah.
Getting the pick onto Polvi. And this is a rough game.
Nice shot G.
Because of, again, the double controller, they have to push out. Can't really
Nah.
Blaze King thought that he maybe could get a catch onto Waterfall.
2v3.
The hyper proactiveness of T1 giving them some pretty good picks on GE players. We're not done just yet though. It's gonna be the first takedown onto Benkai. Now it's all in the hands of Russ.
1v3.
Nope. Hang on. Liking the pocket of this. Not sure if Russ is going to be aware.
अरे
X just hard reads the 1v1.
2v1 हो गया.
Yeah, and this has kind of been the game plan here for T1 today, is to challenge GE. Go for these contact plays, go for the aggression. Get the nice shooting there. Stacks with a good re-aggression through the cyber cage.
Nice shot by.
Off-angle position, so it feels like it could be pretty similar to some of those rounds in Icebox. There's just a lot of fighting early for control over this space, because you know both teams kind of need it to make this map work the way they want to. Sees Nade off the rim.
ट्रक की भी ड्रिफ्टिंग होती है. ओह ना जी ना मारो. अब कितना रुकोगे जी? मारो रे.
Risky positioning, actually gets caught by Lightning Fast, who just peeks through. Vulnerable and everything through the toxic screen. Not really going to matter this time.
हाँ.
Now tries to find a bit of contact as well.
हाँ मैं डाउनलोड कर लूँगा इसके बाद.
This is just full confidence that we're seeing here for GE.
अभी नहीं बाद में. स्ट्रीम खत्म हो तो फिर बाद में.
How they kind of want to approach this, slowly inching away from A.
And I'm a
जी वाले मर जा सारे. सॉरी जी वालों मारो साड़ो.
Isn't a little bit more contestant for C off the rip potentially as well. I get wanting to.
नहीं मैंने कर दी. कर दी. कल रात को ही कर दी.
A little bit slowly.
ना फाइल साथ समेत एकदम सफाचट.
I gotta buy a little bit.
सफाचट अबे सब सफाचट कर दी.
Not being super ambiguous about this is Polvi just going for those pre-fire angles. Next Curate all alone still on the C site. Paranoia being thought about. Have to find the right time.
भाई मार दे यार.
Oh my God, this position.
मार दिखा तो था. मार रहे यार. मार देते कुत्ते. नहीं. अरे नहीं. ओए गोके उसने अभी नियॉन ले ली. गोके हाँ पॉलवी ने. पॉलवी क्या होता है? लड़की बना रहे तुम? उसका नाम पॉलवी है.
Rummaging through B, and Izu pops out for a nice little surprise.
भाई लोग प्लांट नहीं कर दे रहे यार T1 वाले.
And Blaze King just has to forfeit this round, equalizing 2-2.
Out, snappy from Izu.
2-2
Great reaction. Great read of the map. Great read of the timing there. X Curate working that position to a T. I mean, they even get the spot on him, but it just didn't feel like GE ever felt comfortable enough to try to punish that position. Early play for Saya. Very, very nice. Great anticipation of the slide angle there. Saya right there to shut down the push onto the site. Izu ready to make sure that the round is definitely going to go T1's way. No plan available. This is kind of what I'm more considering here. I mean, without a traditional Sentinel, just the chamber, a lot more opportunity, I think, to punish this mound area. Really make T1's life a lot more difficult. At least get the space. A bunch of pings now coming out towards the A site.
Yeah. Especially without a Cypher for T1, right?
Right.
Makes it even much easier to push on that C. The only thing they really have to fear is, we're talking about it, you know, those quick first contacts when the paranoia's impact is at its most, when you hit somebody with the paranoia. So
right.
Obviously after that, then there's no more paranoia.
Or the fade util. Like, those
Also
are the
true.
two things you really got to worry about.
Yeah.
भाई जी वालों मार दो यार, मार दो.
He wants to hold his position here. He can always TP out. Wonder if they're going to chase him through the wall. In any case, that's going to be a no. Colby does get taken by a shot, and this is just full-blown crossfire being set up by T1, and it's working so well for them.
2v4,
It's already dropped onto the site. Unsure if they know that he's here, pocketed himself. Now spots the bent guy around the corner.
Nah, 2v4.
Cypher will use the
Nice shot.
Blaze King.
Ace, 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 ace. Blaze King, please ace.
Knows where they are.
Brother भाई please ace कर दे यार.
Plant the spike. Does get hit by the trap there, so he's going to be slowed for a little bit. Gives access to Carpe and Saya to come around the corner.
Nah यार.
Almost gets the first hit, but
nah. 1v ace कर सकता था तू. फालतू है इसकी. Fuck.
Kind of staggered defenses that T1
3v2 हो गया भाई. 3-2 हो गया
they're not
almost.
able to like take
Almost
early
क्या
map
हो ही
control.
गया.
Yeah, like they're willing to give up this space, but they're going to fight you when they want to. They're doing a good job of picking their timings, picking their moments to
G
commit.
timeout.
And it helps that Saya can kind of use himself as that early warning, that early alarm.
Timeout G.
When he has to take
Global
out.
Esport का
Really
timeout
about
लगा
that.
है GG.
You know, even if he doesn't necessarily find a pick in
गाइस
that
जो
round,
दो बंदे देख रहे हो बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया फॉर जॉइनिंग द स्ट्रीम. अगर नए हो तो लाइक कर देना, सब्सक्राइब कर देना. इट विल बी हेल्प. बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया फॉर जॉइनिंग द स्ट्रीम
and
भाई.
that allows T1 to react nicely and decisively.
And I like that you pointed out, because that's exactly what T1 was doing the last time we saw, you know, them doing that Saya player. Lotus, I think, was the biggest example of that, where they're kind of just banking on the fact that Saya's just a really godly chamber, that he can always, as you were mentioning, get all that information, hit some shots if he has the operator, sure, bigger threat levels, and then just kind of play around for that. It's super risky because, again, you don't really have any fallback utility, and you have to play within the moment itself, right? So it's hard. Again, it's risky, but T1 slowly, somewhat is making it work.
Absolutely.
गाइस जो भी दो बंदे देख रहे हैं लाइक ठोक दो, सब्सक्राइब ठोक दो.
Control some of that
हमारे
space
को
potentially a little
10
bit more.
सब्सक्राइबर चाहिए. और कितने सब्सक्राइबर गोकू? गोकू.
What the setup is going to be like. Sometimes you can throw
गोकू.
some of those
हम
haunts
लोग
out
को और
from
कितने
B.
सब्सक्राइबर चाहिए फॉर 60 सब्सक्राइबर?
There you go.
10 सब्सक्राइबर हो जाएंगे ना?
There it is. Yep. The haunt from B. I like that setup. I mean, that's kind of the classical.
Yeah.
60 हो जाएंगे.
Didn't get yeah, exactly.
अरे मरा.
But-
क्या बदतमीजी.
Oh, that's a great paranoia.
Oh, Carpe actually putting a smoke right in front of him, so he has some fallback positioning to play around with. Now,
अरे ना 1v1 नहीं. नहीं. Nice.
Hoping for Blaze King.
Nahi se nice tha.
Onto the back of tree here as he's just down to 9. Still the numbers advantage favoring GE.
3v4 उसमें से एक बंदा जो बहुत ज्यादा डैमेज है 3v3 मार लेते.
Throws it out right now. That will spot out Polvi.
बॉल भी मार दे. बॉल भी कुत्ते ऊपर देख ले. बॉल भी.
Smoke's fading right now. Stacks backing away. Paranoia as well. He's about to get hit by like 4.
No.
But does he hit
No.
people, or he's the one that hits 3?
भाई what the heck?
Stacks with the 3K.
What the heck भाई. भाई फालतू. सबसे फालतू. ये कोई
Well, okay, if we're gonna play a little bit slower and give them
ये
time
कोई
to
हारने वाला वो था भाई.
think through things and react,
कोई
we're
लेजिट
gonna
हारने वाला वो
call,
था भाई.
you
देखो भाई
know,
सब
once
लोग
we
गाली देंगे अभी.
get
RDL से
identification
गोकू,
of the
RDL से
position,
हो
we're just
जाएगा.
gonna say, okay, let's
उठा लो
close in
भाई
on that,
छी
eliminate the
भाई
player.
छी भाई वही
You know,
तो
they give themselves
नूब
more
लिख रहे हैं भाई. जी स्टूपिड जी भाई, स्टूपिडिटी तो है ही है, देखो स्टूपिडिटी तो है, चाहे वो कुछ भी मेरे को कोई बुरा बोले, स्टूपिड जी तो है, बहुत ज्यादा हगा है ये, इसमें ना बहुत ज्यादा हगा है।
There's a lot of vowels in Korean though.
वो विकी भाई जी हार जा रहा है, विकी भाई
मैं तो पहले ही T1 को सपोर्ट कर रहा था।
T1 तो हंस रही है भाई जी पे।
Now this is where we're seeing the operator come out from Saya player, and
साले
well, I mean he's gonna be control.
T1 सपोर्टर, ओए साला अंधेरे में कैसे मारा रे?
हंस रही है भाई, उन्होंने दिखाया भाई।
हाँ पता है। अरे मैं कह रहा हूँ इन लोग अंधेरे में मार दी, ले मर जा भैंस, ज्यादा हंस रहा था।
Smoke though at least gives them a little bit of separation here as X-Grid gives them some cover. But Izu's showstopper getting slapped out like that.
Chaos का वो operator का वो reload भी था।
Always go for improvisation, and there you go. Shots through the smoke.
3v4 है, पर बांकी रश और पॉल भी अगर निकाल लेंगे तो हो जाएगा फिर। बट ये लोग जितना हग रहे हैं ना, इतना तो।
Be like that sometimes. They're reconsidering B. I mean, they don't have any info on A, so you got to be worried about someone tucked behind the rocks, behind Rebel. There's a lot of tricky positions to have to worry about, and this is kind of the old fallback here is, well, there's probably going to be some kind of trap in the corner, but Stacks takes a lot of damage. Go for that seize to try to buy a little extra time.
Very early on the use on the Nightfall as well, though. But if it did had 3 tracers on B, that gives a lot of information for T1 that they're still here on B and they might actually go for that rotation. They might not know that.
Nah, भाई का crazy shot भाई.
They do. They get that
oh my god. Oh my god, T1. Oh my god.
What do you choose? Why not both?
It's all these bait and switches in this round for T1. Off the rip here. Yeah, Saya gets the early peek.
1.38 GB की RAR file है.
Bring people in towards these setups. And at the end around the door, it's Saya again baiting for X-Curate. He only gets 1, but Saya's good for 2. 3 on the round. What a performance there from T1. I like these ideas that.
Guys, जो भी एक दो बार देख रहे हैं, बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया for joining the stream. Guys, like कर देना, करने को तो subscribe कर देना, help
cutting players down along the way and forcing them to push your space. GE can't really find.
साले जी
अब बस ड्रैग एंड ड्रॉप करना होता है डीएलसी पैक इजी। फिर तो एंड्रू टेट से भी ले सकते हो, ज्यादा कुछ नहीं आएगा।
एंड्रू टेट? हेलो एंड्रू टेट?
अरे प्रतीक,
yeah, his smoke's already depleted, so he has to wait for some time right now.
प्रतीक के पास होंगे ना, तो प्रतीक पे गेम है ना, वो प्रतीक ने थोड़ी डिलीट की होगी अभी।
Rotated onto C here.
तो फिर उसके गेम ओपन करना, उसके गेम फोल्डर में डीएलसीज दिख जाएंगे, उसके डीएलसीज ले लेंगे।
Forced to use the snake bite, his only one.
उसको बोलना पड़ेगा बस, वो डीएलसी को कॉपी करके एक अलग फोल्डर में
रखना। अरे मिल गया नहीं, मार दे गुद्दी, यस बस मार दे गुद्दी पे मार। अरे ऊपर कैसे पता भाई? साला T1 भाई, T1 का खेल रहा है भाई, मतलब वो लोग दिखा रहे हैं कि हमारा मैप फॉर अ रीजन भाई। ये क्या बदतमीजी है भाई। गोकू भाई, ये लोग बता रहे हैं कि हमारा
Still though, that was close for comfort. I really like the cascading uses of the smokes there, so that there's really no visual confirmation for T1 that we have to shoot here.
मारो कुत्तो मारो।
Both timeouts.
It looked better in that round.
भाई उनके मैप पे कितना गंदा हराया T1 ने, मतलब कितना गंदा वो करके जीता फिर, और इसमें खुद के उसमें ही हग रहा है भाई।
And especially GE with the neon, Polby
टक्कर ही नहीं दे पा रहे भाई। 6
so far it's been completely nullified.
मतलब बैक टू बैक 4 मैचेस ये लोग कुछ कर ही नहीं, पता है।
Positionings and
भाई इनके 2 टाइम आउट लगातार आ गया, अभी ये बाद में
showing a lot of different looks on their defense. Sometimes they challenge you at the point of attack. Sometimes they wait for you to get a little bit deep into the site and then they hit
नहीं
at
हाफ
you.
टाइम में बोलेंगे
It's
ये
been
हाफ
really tough
टाइम
for
में
GE to get comfortable and get a
बोलेंगे
read,
कुछ ना
it feels
कुछ
like.
बोलना होता
Yeah,
है
so maybe this
बट
one
हाफ
is
टाइम के बाद
It
फिर
just
ले ही
feels
नहीं
like it's
पाएंगे
always
दोनों
free
यूजी कर लिए
damage,
ले ही नहीं
right?
सकते
I mean, I'll just say it
वही
here.
तो और सबसे बड़ी बात जब एक बंदा मान लो जी
Neon
वाले लेते हैं
and
तो
the
T1
Rays,
वाले
the
कुछ
Rays
बोल
can
नहीं
go
सकते उनका कुछ कुछ चुप
vertical
रहना
प्रतीक
पड़ेगा
कौन से
भाई
समय
having
में आएगा?
that, or
प्रतीक
sorry,
का काम है
horizontal while
प्रतीक
having
जब
that
तक
vertical
खाना
can
खाने
go
गया
flying up in
भाई
the
2
air
साल
like a
गए
jet.
आराम
With a Neon, if you get like
2
hit
साल
by a stun, hit by a paranoia, hit by a snake bite, you're taking all of that while you're going into the site.
सेक्सी है
It's
भाई
true.
ज़्यादा ही
Very
टाइम
true.
लगाओ
So a lot of that timing for Polvi.
गाइस जो बंदा स्ट्रीम देख रहे हैं भाई बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया भाई लाइक कर देना करने को तो सब्सक्राइब
I
कर
mean, you could see that Polvi's aware of this. He's just slowly encroaching ever so slightly. So it's
मार
going to
दे
be the battle of the
पॉल भी
aces.
गया आगे खत्म कहानी
This
इनकी
is a mental battle, ladies and gentlemen.
वही तो पॉल भी
This is a
जाने पे
standoff.
Well,
They
पॉल
can't
भी
see
मार
each
दे
other,
यार
but I'm pretty
स्किड
sure
मार
they
के
know what's up there.
I think he has an idea. I mean, you have the paranoia potentially, or Benkai might just die on the swing out.
जा
Spike
बंकी
बाहर निकल
Izu's
पॉल
on the
भी बाहर
assist,
निकल
takes down Polvi as well.
Bankai.
Fast alone.
बंकाई पिला
Blaze
ओ
अरे
Again, dude's just
Nah.
so
हो गया
snappy.
कांड हो गया
Bit too
चलो
crispy on the
खत्म
हो गई
shots.
खत्म
Rust getting access onto that B
Yeah,
side,
he did.
spotted out by Carpe right now as he comes in.
ये
Expert
round भी
spotted
गया
as well.
ओ
Rust
दो
pushes
टाइम
through.
आउट
2v3 2v3
Actually paid for,
प्लस
paid
फार
off.
2v3
One versus one.
Nice, nice.
Chase it. Izu might fall down.
Nah 1v2 1v2
Blaze King.
1v2
Spike
1v2
in hand,
1v2
and now he's going to rush into the A site to maybe get ourselves here a 2 versus 1 on the clutch.
You know, the real question for me is do you pop the showstopper here, Azizu, to make sure that you're guaranteeing this round? Blaze King, nowhere for him to use that neural theft. All the bodies of T1 are over towards B and C.
दोनों लोग ऑपरेटर अच्छा नहीं एक वेंडल पे चलो
नहीं
They
दोनों
won't
पीक
know where
लेंगे
he
ना
is as well, though, right? So it's a
एक
game,
वेंडल पे है
a
एक
dangerous
ऑपरेटर
game
पे
of hide and seek.
यस
लोगों तुम
Slowly
शिफ्ट
getting
डिलीट करते हो
contact
नॉर्मल
already
डिलीट
here,
करते
so they should know where he is for the most part.
हो जब डिलीट करते हो गेम या फिर कुछ
There it is.
ना ना
That's that first.
नहीं यार ये भैंस की T1
तो फिर
आईजू
तुम्हारे रिसाइकल
They're
बिन में
reading
तो होगा
things so well. And again, it's these bait and switches off the
नहीं
side
अरे
players'
वो बड़ी
positionings
प्रो
that are just
बड़ी
really
फाइल
destroying
होती है ना
GE.
तो फिर विंडोज
And this
खुद
time around, to make
परमानेंटली
matters
डिलीट
worse,
करता
you got
नहीं
the
ऐसा
early
नहीं होता
pick on a
शिफ्ट जब
Benkai,
तक
so
तुम
you're
दबाओगे
losing
नहीं
a lot
तब
of
तक
that
डिलीट
deep
नहीं होते
utility to set
रिसाइकल
up
बिन
है नहीं अरे वो परमानेंट डिलीट
right
करता
off
है
the rip.
भाई
And he just swings out
नहीं
and
मेरे में
dies
तो
to
नहीं होता ऐसा
Izu.
कभी
Okay, you're able to clear some space,
नहीं अगर ये इतनी बड़ी बड़ी प्रोफाइल हो ना
but at the
प्रोफाइल
end
क्या
of the day,
फाइल हो
it's too
इतने
little too
बड़ी
late.
बड़ी जीबी की 20-30 तो वो
It's a
अपने आप
great
पूरी
game
उड़ा
plan
देता है
from T1. I mean, they really understand
गाइस
how to work the
जो भी एक
map.
बंदा देख रहे हैं बहुत बहुत
100%.
शुक्रिया इंडस्ट्री गाइस लाइक कर देना करने हो तो
So smart.
सब्सक्राइब कर देना ये तो हार ही जाएंगे जाएंगे आई गेस
Anywho,
मेरे को
set
तो
up
लग
again.
रहा है हार गए
Nade
Almost.
into the opening.
बचा ही क्या है इनके पास
Good enough for Lightfast to just again TP across, or else he would have been a very unhappy day.
Yeah, they still take a little bit of damage out of it. Rust down to 70, Lightning Fast at 91. So, and look at this. This is the same setup from T1 when they give up that rebel control. They're looking to hit you right as you come around that corner. Saya gonna stick around.
Oh, he knows Russ is around in the corner as well. Oh, he doesn't know if Russ actually went to mount, so he's a little bit afraid of it. Izu bringing out the pain, able to escape even though he was hit by the tethers as well.
No.
He's safe for now, and Saya player, what a tricky guy to go up against, as he can just pocket himself in so many angles, and if he has the rendezvous out, he's just going to be able to TP away. In any case, second fallback, does get stunned though, so he'll give access to Blaze King. If he peeks right out, he might be able to spot out
Benkai hai
whiffs the
bacha.
shot.
One enemy.
Now they know where exactly
Spike
they
down.
are.
C.
Blaze King, no real safe island here on C. Tries to run away,
30 seconds.
Nade right in front of his face, and this
Nah.
is just bombardment from all angles, from all cylinders, as T1 6-round lead against GE.
Guys, this
लाल
is a
भाई
masterclass
क्या
here from
गंदा
T1.
मारा है
Every concern I
भाई
had about
T1
this
जीत जाएगा लग रहा है अभी फक बे
True.
जी यार
playing this so
Seriously, भाई, क्या
effectively.
गंदा मारा है
Saya's
भाई,
really
ये
dialed in
तो
on that operator.
अरे
But
गलती से
it's the way that they give up space, and they on purpose,
Yeah.
and then they have to follow up as soon as GE feels like they're comfortable.
Yeah,
they might be able to
ऐसे
try to take some map control, see if they can set up for the A hit or the B pivot, and then T1 just hits them and just knocks them out of the park. I mean, it's just incredible. So a bit of a fake early and an immediate change of direction. So now this utility has to make Saya uncomfortable. Paranoia didn't hit him. He's able to stick around. He misses the shot though.
Oh, but look at this. That smoke coverage on Lightning Fast. Do they know that he's going to be inside of the smoke as he did use it from the shadows? They are. They're not aware of it. No way. He drops down. He gets 1, 2, conversion.
Nice. Man.
3 versus 5 right now. As control of the C site immediately lost by T1. Now there's a big flank coming in as well from Blaze King.
Nice.
Them off 1 by 1. Izu alone on top C, throws the nade, could get the catch onto Polvi here, but he's pocketed well on the box. Not really falling down. He doesn't even know that he's there. Yeah, he should go down to Polvi. Now it's only a Messiah player.
Oh, crazy.
There's no even real need for Blaze King up until that 1 kill against Carpe.
Yeah. That's the old talent play right there, where you TP onto that smoke. And if I'm not mistaken,
he even jumped on top of it inside the smoke too.
Yep. Just great stuff there. Having to dig a bit deeper into the playbook now, or GE counter this. Really great defender side from T1. One more round in the half.
ये I guess मेरे को लग रहा है जब घूमेगा ना मैच तब घूमेगा I guess.
Carpe has the Viper.
जब मैच घूमेगा.
He's just around the corner here. That smoke gives him some leeway, but popping shots.
Nice. 4v3.
Blows up right in his face. Coming around the corner here.
Nah, shit.
Not get that second kill, but Rust is very critically low. Snake bite thrown out. Lightning Fast jumps through, able to survive. It's a 2 versus 2, but the HP is very much heavily in the favor of T1. Spike has been planted though. They do have control of the back of the site, and Spike is planted out for open. No more paranoias. There is a tether in the hands of Rust here. Again,
nice.
Table could have actually turned.
Nice shot, guys.
Last player standing. It's the back of the site.
दोनों एक ही जगह क्यों पीक कर रहे हो?
गोकू 1 सेकंड स्क्रीन शेयर करोगे?
Coming around the corner. I don't think.
अभी बंद है गेम मेरी.
Just barely.
गेम नहीं खोलनी. स्क्रीन शेयर
One
करो.
more in the pocket from Russ, actually catching stacks. What a round from
Crazy shot. Crazy
Finally
shot.
Find a way to break through that chokehold that T1 tries to set up around that alt orb on A. But it took a long time. And is 4 rounds on your attacker side going to be enough for GE on Lotus? Statistics would say probably not. However, this is Pacific, and we don't really like statistics.
To be fair, to the credit of GE, I feel like their defending side is still formidable. If you put into
winning rate there 32, 68% T1
between Blaze King and Benkai that also loves.
बस हमारा क्या है?
Sure, so that's something to just
Guys, पे देखिए हो सकता है हमारा कितना
I mean, it's not going to be easy for T1 at all, I don't think.
Yeah,
could be wrong, but really a lot of support for T1 out
Infinity
there.
Infinity type symbol में क्यों घुमाते हो माउस? मेरे को ये नहीं समझ.
I think he likes to
ऐसे
live in the
ऐसे
past. Maybe that's why he's cooking.
साले सब साया सपोर्टर T1 वाले कोई G वाले है ही नहीं.
Fusion between Sky and Sage. It's still just Sky or Sage or Skage.
Skage.
All right, I'll
Skage.
I don't understand
यूरो
that
ट्रक
one fully
सिमुलेटर पे
either.
राइट क्लिक करके ओपन फाइल लोकेशन पर
Wait, maybe it's because
मैनेज में जाके
lightning fast.
Browse
But that
local
was
file.
wasn't
हाँ
it a
वही.
T1 side?
But I don't remember.
I'm not.
यहाँ
I'm
पे
not putting
DLCs है ना
effort
सभी
into
नीचे.
Okay. You know what? I love our audience.
हाँ तो
They
ऐसी
have-
और DLCs
that. It
आएंगी.
was a cool picture.
So they have
इतनी आएंगी.
They're well
5 से
ahead of
DLCs
us.
और आएंगे
Oh, yeah.
I guess.
Light
तो
years
देखने दो पैक तो मिल गया.
Well,
to infinity and beyond.
absolutely.
और
T1,
इस पैक को मैं
even
तुम्हें
though
दे
they lost the
दूंगा.
pistol, doesn't really feel like they did.
चेक करना है यार.
On
इंद्रा
that other half, now
इसका
moving over
password
towards
क्या
this
है?
attacker
Mod दे.
side. A lot of pressure at Mound for GE, really gambling
उन्होंने
in that
भाई
position. Blaze King's util set up deep into A.
हाँ DLC बाल्कन है इसमें.
भाई मार क्या कर रहा है भाई?
DLC FR Libria.
He actually crouched.
Goku.
He wanted to take that fight, but Too many
क्या
players from GE on that.
चलो चलो हम चलते हैं, ये लोगों से नहीं खेला हो रहा, चलो
Where this
चलो।
camera is. Oh, Carpe was aware. So that will give them some access onto this A site.
चलो भाई हम घुस जाते हैं जी में,
By himself right now does
ग्लोबल
deal some
स्पोर्ट्स के
good
टीम पे।
body shot damage. And now this is just going to be a slow
पता चल रहा है हम घुसे
burn,
और उसके बाद कह रहे हैं कि टीम डिस्क्वालीफाई हो गया है, क्यों? क्योंकि दो ब्रोंज वाले घुस गए भाई।
maybe something for Paul on the back of the site, not
कह रहे
sure.
हैं पहले एक दो राउंड तो जीत रहे थे, अब वो भी नहीं जीत पा रहे।
Good utilities though for post plant if ever. Nice shot from Carpe.
बोलेंगे पहले भी चांसेस थे, अब माइनस में जा रहे
Around
चांसेस।
the corner, it's all down to Excurate and
माइनस
Alice
करा
Blaze
रहे
getting
हैं।
in.
तो मैं
Clutches the round.
बंदे
Puts
करते
himself
हैं
to 4K.
एक
Of
दिन
course,
आयरन
well
टू
deserved
असेंडेंट,
defuse to get him
ये हम
1 point
करेंगे
away from the roll back.
असेंडेंट टू
Just up
आयरन
there
करेंगे
turreting.
भाई।
Top of the rope.
हेलो हेलो हेलो
सी
हेलो।
रैंक गेम। हाँ
T1 trying
हाँ
to
तो
see if they
इसके
can go
अंदर
for trades,
डीएलसी
and
जो है स्टी मैप्स कॉमन
Blaze King just
यूरो
stands
हाँ
his ground.
बाल्कन की डीएलसी
Knocking
इब्रिस
players over.
बेल्ट सी मतलब वही है वो जो वाली दी थी
Didn't
ना,
really win. Good follow
क्या
up
वो
on the
सी
stun
वाली
from that
वो
guy
सब
there.
दी थी। टोटल इसका साइज बना
Every
है
time a T1 player tries to go for the trade, he's just ready for it.
Yeah.
1.41 जीबी। 1 जीबी के अंदर की फाइल डिस्कॉर्ड पे अपलोड नहीं
Blaze
होती
King
ना?
deserves it.
क्या
I think he's one
कहाँ
of
से दिया?
the
ये लो लिंक ही दे देता हूँ, यहीं
calmest
से
and most
डाउनलोड कर।
positive players we've
लो।
seen on GE.
स्क्रीन शेयर चालू रखना।
Bar none.
Yeah, well,
Please be
Everybody's
the
fine,
not the
positive.
calmest. I think Venkai's got him beat in the
Download
calmest.
अरे 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 ठुंग ठुंग
I love
बाबा।
the energy on
Yes,
Blaze
the
King
energy's good.
regardless.
Yes, I appreciate that.
अरे भाई साहब
Ooh.
नाइस शॉट
That
जी।
was also pretty
मैंने बोला ना जब घूम जाएगा तब देखना,
injured.
अभी
lightning
घूम
pass
गया,
as well.
अभी देखो भैंस की मारेगा कैसे।
No pushes from T1.
गोकू
अभी भी पहला मैच नहीं खत्म हुआ तुम्हारा।
Really
नहीं,
trying
second
to
चल
figure
रहा है।
out where they can
हो
find
गया,
some
हो गया।
open space.
यही
Get
है
this
ना
plant
नॉर्थ
down.
हाँ,
स्टार।
हाँ।
A couple sheriffs though. Carpe
इस
Excurate.
पे होवर क्यों नहीं होगा?
ऐड आने
Sitting
दो
वाला
with
है।
बंदे
ever so slight bias
4v5 है,
in the pistols. And everybody just kind of
मार दो भैंस
moving around.
जीत रहे ही मत दो
Snacks
दो
at the ready.
मैच, मतलब तीन मैच तक जाने ही मत दो, दो मैच
For
में
Excurate, and that's all you got to work with. So it's just really just
ऐसे
trying to use your
मारेंगे
भाई
कटाना।
बंदा
your eyes
इन्फिनिटी साइन
and
में
ears
माउस
to figure
घुमाता है
out
भाई।
what exactly
कौन?
is going on with GE's setup.
गोकू
Povi's here,
पता नहीं कैसे
backside of this toxic
हमेशा ऐसे
screen.
ऐसे
आदत है
ऐसे
यार।
अब घुमा सकते हैं ना इन्फिनिटी साइन में, क्या बात है।
Everybody
ये
using
रहा।
it correctly.
मैं तो कभी ना
Behind the
घुमाता
door.
इन्फिनिटी साइन। नॉर्मल
हम
गोल
बोलते
गोल
हैं
ना है तो
If they can
सीधा
get this plant down, I can already see GE rotating.
भाई को
the
आदत है
goal
यहाँ
line
से
करो,
on
सेव
mistakes.
यहाँ से यहाँ
Difficult to
से
get for T1.
Obi's popping
ऐसे आदत है,
shots.
पता
No
नहीं
one
इन्फिनिटी
connecting, but that
कैसे
was a
साइन
bit
होते
too
हैं।
close for comfort.
देखो
अरे
गूगल पे
इन्फिनिटी
एक बार
साइन में हम भी
इन्फिनिटी
घुमाते हैं, कोई दिक्कत नहीं।
Very close as well. I think he wants to
मार
lead
मार
us
भैंस,
for
बुद्धि
this
चटका दे
here.
उसको, बुद्धि फाड़ दे।
Or maybe
यस
be
नाइस
nasty sheriff
Nice,
player.
G,
Again,
nice.
we talked about this. Man is on a mission. Like
अरे
passing around the corner,
इसका तो वो भी
inside
एकदम
the smoke,
ऐसे
spotted
बना
out
है,
by
देखो
Blaze King.
पीछे
Down to
फिर
Carpe
ऐसे
and
आता
हाँ
Yuzu.
तो तुम वैसे ही तो घुमाते
Good
हो।
tag though. Not gonna be enough, and Russ spots
जी
out Carpe
वाले,
for the takedown.
जी वाले बहुत खतरनाक
Ever
है।
so slightly, ever so slowly,
जीत गए जी।
are building up back that
नहीं
that
नहीं
lead.
खतरनाक ही
For
दिखा
a
रहा
moment
थी।
there, I was like, is this going to be one of those rounds?
मैं कह रहा हूँ अच्छा मान लो
was
गोकू
close.
भाई अगर विकी भाई को हम जी में भेज दे तो
The narrowest of angles.
हार जाएगी जी।
चल जाएंगे।
भाई जीता।
क्यों भाई?
But,
नहीं,
GE
मैं कह रहा हूँ जीता के आएंगे।
नहीं यार
Holding-
तुम्हारा एम
holding
अच्छा नहीं है,
fast.
फिर भी तुम आते हो, हम जीत जाते
nice
हैं।
angle for Benkai.
वही तो तुम्हारा लक के कारण वो ले लेंगे भाई, बोलेंगे लकी बंदा है चलो।
Going fishing for Blaze King, but just having a heck of a start.
वैलोरेंट में काहे
This
लगे
map.
भाई मेरे में
Gotta
खेलता
have
भी
the neural
नहीं।
tabs available. Yep. I was gonna
अरे
say
हो
he's
गया।
had enough kills that he should be well on his way.
Yeah.
सॉरी गाइस।
That's a nice boon for them. A couple guardians and a bulldog, but you never know. Find the opportunity to get that ult going early. Some damage.
गाइस जो बंदा स्ट्रीम देख रहा है लाइक ठोक देना,
One is
ठोक देना,
so
क्योंकि
far
बहुत
fully
बस
committed to this A hit.
गाइस।
And still though, Blaze King
Yes,
on A
it
with that Cypher utility. It could be tricky. Russ gets nipped in the heels.
बस गिर ना जाऊं मैं ऐसे
भाई
बैठते
वो
बैठते
यहाँ
Blaze
कैसे
King does some
डालेंगे?
damage to the wall
कैसे
here.
इसको
This
कॉपी
help as
पेस्ट
well.
बस
Forced to actually push out.
पेस्ट तो होता है
Copy
भाई,
paste,
ऐसे थोड़ी
copy paste,
स्टीम वाले
paste,
थोड़ी
copy
बोलेंगे।
नहीं 4v5 हो गया है।
तुम
जी
हमारी
बालो
DLC
मारो
चला रहे हो, थोड़ी
मार दो।
Side player here
Yes.
falls to Russ.
यस
कॉपी
जी
पेस्ट हो गई।
Hasn't been doing one versus ones. Now
हाँ, ये
Carpe
बंद
coming
करो,
around the
इसको
corner, waiting right now for a lightning fast.
उधर से नहीं।
I guess he's just waiting for somebody to peek
वो
out
तो
through
चाहिए। हाँ, वो हटा दो,
baby door
हटा दो।
here. Not gonna have anybody. Smoke's about to dissipate as well. Flashes come through. Great relay ball. And Colby just charges right in. Could go for a straight out conversion. Not gonna happen as Izu and the rest of T1
Papa.
managed to mangle this retake of GE.
Yeah, great hold on this attempted flood retake.
We won't lose.
Izu just in that spot that you see it all the time, where players just aren't quite ready for it, because usually there's other, things you have to consider on the backside of site, right? Players that are near tree in that area or coming from the stairs or things like that. Makes it really difficult to initially deal with that player that's going to be tucked underneath that rope, and
Yeah.
works a treat for T1, so timeout for T1.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. How to build up their lead now that it's going to be global with their gun round. Either for, well, probably both. How they're going to set up and how they're going to counter the setup of GE.
नीलू भाई को गाना याद आता है.
मैं तो स्ट्रीम पे नाच रहा हूँ.
Maybe calling an audible early.
जीत गई
गाना
तुम्हारी.
बजा.
Saw something that
क्रेजी वाला गाना.
can use against GE.
ओ आकाश भाई नमस्कार.
Not exactly sure though. I mean, there were a couple early
नमस्कार भाई
losses
नमस्कार.
for T1 in that
Hey,
round, but they
Normal.
recovered nicely. So
भाई को नमस्कार ही नहीं
hard to
समझ
say
आया.
exactly what he's thinking.
हेलो. अच्छा है.
नमस्कार भाई नमस्कार.
Guess you could say he's just automating the way that T1's approaching this.
I love it.
Okay.
The best part is I can hear Achilles groaning from the
All
green
the way
room.
from the green room to the hallways. Okay, let's get to it. Hovey's just sending it. Oh, he actually gets patched through the but does it himself as well. Still net positive here for GE. And look at this. They're not able to fight back. They're stuck right now. And the damage is done. 2 versus 1. Stacks backs away.
पीछे से एक बंदा
Already
सामने
at the
से.
flank. Benkai keeping him pressed in. If Stacks can beat down Benkai here, that's going to open up the A site. But does he know?
Basically मार रखा है वो.
Harder
ओह.
flick from Stacks. And now he's afraid. A little bit aware. He's going to be able to move just in the nick of time before he gets stabbed in the back, I don't think. So,
No.
now he hears it. Neural theft, there it is, just for a bit of that confirmation on where the placement is going to be. And he's chasing him down. He wants blood. 1 versus 1. Comes around the corner, 61 HP, 4 Stacks. Hit. And this is just a game where Blaze King has all the information.
Nice shot.
Has it in the bag. 9-7 is GE. Spectacular round.
Oh yeah, I mean, this is just one of these rounds where GE's just saying, okay, T1's just been going A every time. That's fine. We'll fight for that. And they come out ahead on it. They get completely stuck behind the rocks. Can't really ever comfortably push out.
कोई ना crafting भाई कोई
Just
ना
a little
होता
bit
है.
of open space. The haunts as well. Really nice from Russ. Reveals a position for him. They've got him just stuck back there. They're willing to challenge that. They've got the better position. They've got the better hold. Stacks fights tooth and nail to get out of it, but Blaze King has so much info.
Yeah.
That neural theft.
Right there.
Knowledge is power.
Yes.
That 101 position, knowing the exact position of your opponent is, well, a sure win for you.
When it puts T1 on an eco too, so that's a massive victory. Polby looks like he's going to just rely on the lightning fingers. Go for the old Palpatine strat. See if he can find some value out of that. Everybody else, rifles for the side of GE. Stacks has that Nightfall though. Carpe 1 away from a pit. I mean, there's a world where T1 can use Stacks' Nightfall to scale, pick up an orb along the way, or just use the plant to get Carpe's ult and just see if they can go for it.
They fake open the door here, and look at that quick rotation already from GE.
Nice.
Russ just too fast.
Nice shot.
I wonder if they're gonna realize that this is like a double fake as well, a double pump fake from T1. They're about to come into Baby Door. Russ got the kill. Still, no contact on T1 for the moment, so this is just
Camera taken out.
again.
Cage triggered.
Again,
तुम लोग एक सीरीज बनाओ कर्जे में डूबा हुआ
gonna
बंदा.
have access onto his A site. Should be able to plant the spike in. Polvy, a little bit aware that he is marked, but
मेरे को क्या सुनाई नहीं
some
क्या?
aggression right now. Russ actually getting the flank right in. Izu coming around the corner. That,
Nice
not
shot.
gonna really get him any more advantage other than just the one. And Stacks right in front of him is like 3 people. He can maybe go for this conversion. 1 good kill. A flick is going to help him out a lot more here. Hold on. 5 bullets. My God, around the corner is going to be this guy. Hands down.
भाई साहब
A
T1
hero. It all falls down for GE. He gets the collat, he gets the kill, he gets the flick, and he gets the absolute godliest of clutches in this game.
Oh, now that's just a stats classic right here.
भाई
The man in the clutch has been so good throughout the years. That collat, monstrous. The 4K, incredible. Stacks once again adds another highlight reel to his vast collection that he's accumulated over the years. Unbelievable.
Welcome again, T1 Stacks. My God, side player brought out the operator, or
well,
Marshall, I think. But outlaw, looked like an outlaw.
Not for very long. Whatever it was, it didn't last long.
Yeah.
Ovi's got an outlaw.
That's true. See how this goes. Send out. Ooh, lightning fast. Spotted.
Nah.
Great intuition there from Izu just to rip it out on the top of C here. Colby. So he was an outlaw. In any case, that's going to be C controlled by T1.
But it makes a lot of sense, knowing the economic situation of GE there. Try to go for that. GE just able to punish it with one of their rifles. Now, sits up on top of the box. Izu gets one.
Nah.
Presto.
That's going to be difficult. Izu, he's somehow managing to divert or actually get away from all of this kerfuffle that GE are throwing at him, and he actually gets the big flank. Could even go for the ace here if Stacks doesn't get that kill, which he will. And T1, 11 rounds in, GE's falling behind.
Yeah, we are 2 rounds from going to map 3, from going to Ascent.
Oh yeah.
T1 here, great read, using that prowler to follow, set up the ult for Izu. He just starts knocking people down. Stack's still feeling it, holds the mound, holds his ground. Now you go over GE into a buy round. Feels like the must win.
Yes,
the cash will be a little bit short. Oh, what a shot from Zaya. This time he's got the op.
Okay, there it is. I think he took the body shots just to make sure, I think, that he can find where the final slide of Colby was. Still a good shot though altogether. Izu, same thing. Gonna be underneath here. They might not have to exit out right now. No, it's just Extra actually backing away for the moment. Now Blaze can come around the corner here. Very brazen as he falls to Extra and the rest. There's 3 remaining players right now for GE. Russ as well. He actually gets tagged, but that's a tag and a pseudo HP reduction because of the ultimate. Lightning fast coming around as well for the flank, and he does get picked off by side players off. And Russ might have to actually just exit out of this one as, well, he's got no option to really do anything. Extra gets out for blood as he really wants that revenge, but Russ is going to be holding on to this Vandal coming into the next round.
Yeah, absolutely the right play there from Xcurit, understanding the situation very nicely. Even though he dies, he can rip this rifle away. Does more damage. Carpe's going to get it anyway. Final kill going T1's way. They're able to knock all the guns out of GE's hands, and it is match point. Looks like we might go into Ascent.
Probably are. What a very good final map to put ourselves in. Stellar round all out
so
after that clutch round from Stacks. Everyone from T1 got reinvigorated.
Yeah, he does that, man. He's done that so many times throughout his career, where he's able to find a clutch and all of a sudden, whether it be DRX or in this case now T1.
Oh. Ooh, quick flick. Quick scope as well. That's a trade-in. Lightning fast immediately pulls the trigger on his ultimate there just to see if he needs to be at the other position. Still, he's going to be able to pop smoke right in front of him. Jumps, gets spotted, throws out the paranoia, but he does get countered out himself. Goes in, repositions. Does he know? Do they know that it is going to be rubble? Doesn't matter. Izu shuts him down. And this is T1 marching slowly, surely into the A side. Polvy's here though to deal with them, as his teammate gives him that ultimate to play around with. Nade puts him down to 60. T1 doesn't have to really go for this just yet. Can force GE to cook a little bit more into the site, but they have to be cautious as Blaze King, position of power, is around the corner here, gets taken down by Carpe, and we're still neck and neck. HP advantage still of GE. They're running around. Can they transition?
They're gonna hear all this.
They will. Izu might get actually taken by Ben. Body shot down. All up to Carpe in the 2 versus 1. Polvy already fast, coming around.
गोकू में पता है जी जीत रहा था, भी हक दिया, जस्ट हगाया भाई सामने सामने.
Force him out a little bit. You can already see where Polvy is.
12 T1 12 और ये 7.
Carpe's not biting into it up until the very last moment.
Yeah, this is a good job by GE being really reactive, cutting off. At the point of attack. I mean,
ये भी नॉक करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं, डिफ्यूज कर रहे हैं.
To make sure they can get into position to just sort of mirror the movements of T1 in this round. Big ult invested, but the value found. See Polvy here gets that big kill as well to make sure that T1 can't scale into the site. Great job by GE. Still a long way to go just to force overtime. Did get the op for Polvy. So a buy should somewhat be able to be scraped through.
Yeah.
You might have to cut just a no, okay, just half armor and a bulldog. Yeah, I was gonna say I think you have to cut just a little bit for lightning fast there, but I'd say okay. Neural theft for Blaze King. Saya player is gonna go for the tour de force. Execute does have his ult. Let's see if they're gonna try to throw in some trickery like we saw GE on their attacker side. Oof.
Blaze King's got the operator. I wonder how this is going to go. Does he have a fallback weapon, or is he just going to opt the entire round right now? I wonder how this is going to fare out, as he's not really going to have that auto rifle capability. Carpe finds one. There it is, the open door.
Nice shot.
Invitation to fight. That's really going to be the trade for trade for now. HP abound. That is going to be Polvy a tad bit low.
44.
Fast trying to go for the wall bangs, but can't really find the plant. That's going to be Excurate. Safe and sound. And now the post plant is going to commence. Oh, payload delivery in the face of lightning fast. A second time presented to you by Izu. Polvy gets the catch onto Izu here. 2 versus 3. Numbers still in the favor of T1. Good damage altogether. And this actually might be, well, they can't really save anymore. I was about to say, 12 rounds already for T1. Time is not of the essence. Activation of the neural theft gets some information in, but this is just time bought by T1 to push out. Polvy alone takes out the
nah, shit. गोको ये लोग भी अच्छा टक्कर दिए थे जी वालों ने. 8 हुआ.
So impressive for T1. Looking great on their map pick. Had a great plan to deal with this comp that GE brings. And it seems like from the get-go, the pistol.
अभी 2-2 मतलब 1-1 हो चुका है. 2 मैप में एक बार जी जीता, एक बार वो.
Even though through the heroics that we've seen from Blaze King, it's still not going to be enough when you have players like Stacks bringing those clutch moments. Anyways,
गोकू अगर वो उस टाइम पे वो जीतते ना, जी वाले फिर हो जाते.
Definitely insane, and we are going into a map 3. Did you have this down when we, like, you know, entered the venue today, that this would be a going into a map 3, or was this a 2-0 for you?
I thought it'd be pretty likely, actually, especially for me, since I predicted GE winning. I didn't think it'd be a very easy 2-0, just because obviously T1's firepower very formidable. So I think a 2-1 for me is not too surprising. But I would say, especially after the first match, T1 being able to bounce back, that's good news for T1.
Yeah, definitely.
For me, after seeing this, just the roster change up for T1, I was like, well, this probably goes to 3. So, but it's a good rally back here on Lotus for the side of T1.
Guys, मैं आया सुसु ब्रेक. ठीक है guys, सुसु कर रहा है. ये और एक मैच चलेगा मैच. सुसु कर रहा है.
But they decided to change things up. Carpe comes in, plays Viper for the first time, and overall looks quite solid while performing on that. And they're able to get the win all the same. I thought that GE was maybe going to have a really solid read, just given that they could study this map so many times over. But yeah, just never really got the full firepower coming out from that Neon. Polvy was really struggling to find value here.
Yeah, it did feel like that GE maybe had a good answer pred for the chamber, but not so much for how they would break through T1 being prepared for their neon, right? So I think maybe just one step short here for GE on the breath.
Yeah, I like that you brought that up because, like, they were definitely focusing their fire on Saya player quite a bit. And it feels like they almost, like, had that tunnel vision in a way. And yes, bringing up, like, Colby, obviously, guess and game aside, it was a bit of an underperformance, but I feel like, GE actually had more cohesion here, but T1, they just had like more firepower when it counted, and just like as we saw in those last few rounds, it was just like GE crumbling a little bit in those last few. I guess the pressure maybe got to.
Yeah, I mean, it's a bit of an inversion compared to what we were seeing from Icebox. Granted, no thrifties this time. But, GE, they come out, they managed to get themselves 12 first kills in these rounds, but how many times did we see Saya just getting picked off outside of A, pushing up towards Rock and Rubble, but then T1 just goes on to win the round? It was happening continuously on their attack, and a lot of that just had to do with the efforts of the rest of the squad. Izu as well on the entries was just looking incredibly solid. So this was a very good turnaround performance here from T1.
Yeah, I think that's a big part, is that Isu getting more and more comfortable now that he's just consistently on the duelist, not having to flex around across different roles and different agents. So sometimes, he's doing it when he has to do it on his own to go in and create space, but he's also waiting a lot for right setups, making sure that he's just checking that one angle that he needs to clear as the entry and trusts his teammates to be really covering him from the back. So overall, I think T1 working with the composition, despite having, Chamber not a true Sentinel in the same sense of Killjoy or Cypher, they worked around that composition quite well.
Yeah, and I think, I was going to say, I think the thing that really needs to be discussed in addition is just both of these fades, because Russ, really solid performance for the side of GE. He was very much keeping them in this game with some of his moments. Lightning Fast as well with some really nice performances. That TP up onto the box, the drop down while he was lurking within the smoke to be able to pick off those players. Just, at CT side to side. At C, I can talk. Was really, really good. But then also Stacks, the 1v4 clutch with that Guardian in hand was just absolutely gorgeous. So the fades, I think that they were the big standouts for me.
No, I love that you brought that up, because I feel like that was also such a big, the morale boost of that, of a 1v4 is massive to a team, right? When you need that signal to be able to rally back, to suddenly go charging, and that is your signal, especially for a player like Stacks.
And obviously, listen, we all remember some very memorable moments of Stacks in the past, but it started to happen not as often. And recently, I'm sure you've all seen the clip where Mako talks about what Stacks told him about the pressures of being an IGL, and Mako referenced, surely Stacks is not the IGL right now, because otherwise he wouldn't be making clutches like this so confidently. So now that we see that the pressure's off his back a little bit to just play the game rather than having to read the entire game, performances here on T1.
Yeah, I mean, here it is, speaking of the devil. It's the instant snap, the lineup. I mean, they want to push him. They know that he's decayed down, and they just perfectly align for him to be able to get that double headshot. And then by this point, I mean, he's already willed away at him, so it makes for a really easy final chest shot to go ahead and take him down. Really good. I mean, that's just classic Stacks.
Yeah, and obviously they lined up, sure, but at the same time, you have to really give credit to Stacks' movement there to line that up himself, right? It's because he's counter-swinging away from the now counter-strafing out of it once again that he gets that opportunity. So again, it's just when you have a star player like that that's able to just focus on the game, he's gonna bring home some rounds for you.
And that's the thing, right? For T1, all of these guys are star players.
Yes.
All of these guys are capable of performing at that level. And I feel like it's really just more a question of the chemistry and the cohesion that the team needs at this point. GE might have that as their edge over T1, but again, it's like, it's 5 players that are able to perform in this way like that 1v4.
I mean, even then, it's still, in that regard, rough, and I think that T1 is in a solid enough position. I mean, we got to talk to Data after Stacks had joined all the way back in week 1, and he said that, him just kind of getting accoladed to the team environment, it happened almost instantaneously. So there was a couple things that needed to work on that were primarily around comms, because Stacks needed things slowed down a little bit because his English isn't as strong as the likes of, Saya, Carpe, etc. Because, I mean, he didn't spend years living in North America.
Sure.
So aside from that, he said, he's just really fit into the team almost instantly. So I don't think that that's even that much of a concern.
Yeah, and I feel like, as we mentioned, we did have players like Izu, for example, who really popped off with 24 kills.
Yeah, we've talked enough about all the supporting acts, but truly, the real star of this game was the top fragger. Yeah, it was actually me. It was actually me.
You nailed
I should
it.
really get like quadruple upgrades to your rank ups.
Yeah, get yourself out of silver.
Yep. Okay. So just to make sure
man.
everybody's on the same page, we had the viewers actually did have a nice try. I would have said neither one. It was almost looking
Yeah, the viewers
that
got
way. Yeah, it was almost looking that way. But we do have Izu and we have Polvi. Polvi was a 20k Achilles.
Yeah,
It was
Polvi started to climb right back up. He was having a rough game in the first half, but
He was. But
Yeah.
you know what? Like I thought that with him going back over to the Neon that this was going to be huge. Jet has been where he
Is this
was
a
struggling previously, and he was cooking on Jet on Icebox. I said, okay, now he's going to go to Neon. He's going to go absolutely crazy. He's going to dominate this lobby. But I got let down by the Lorax. He couldn't come up with the kills.
Our viewers, where do our viewers go?
oh man,
Our viewers go
double up.
They go up.
Yeah,
oh,
'cause
there
they-
you go.
they guessed correctly as well.
All right.
The viewers know.
There you go.
You all know.
Nice job. Nice job. I do like that, you know, the gamble on the neither one. But of course yours was like an excellent pick. How'd you do that?
Yeah, no, I got it
You
correctly.
believe.
Have
in
we?
me.
Is this the final current ranks? Yeah.
Currently, yes, it is.
Okay.
Yeah. We're not doing too bad. I'd
Yeah,
say.
I mean, listen, I only really care about my own rank. I don't really care about everyone else's. So.
You'll just say that to make us
Same.
feel better,
Yeah,
but
there you
know,
go.
it's really your own agenda, right? But right now we are heading into map number 3. It's gonna be Ascent here. What are we feeling, especially since we've seen both teams here at their best possible form today?
I mean, I think this is going to be a banger coming up here on Ascent because now we've seen that both teams
आ गया गाइस आ गया मैं वो थोड़ा सा बाथरूम गया था गाइस जो भी दो बंदे देख रहे हो बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया फॉर जॉइनिंग द स्ट्रीम गाइस लाइक कर देना अगर नहीं हो तो सब्सक्राइब कर देना इट विल हेल्प बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया और ये भैंस की इन लोगों का खत्म ही नहीं हो रहा कि स्टार्ट करें
Is there going to be
तब तक देखते हैं डिस्कॉर्ड वाले क्या कर रहे हैं
or
हेलो
do we just go with stock standard? I think as far as the stock standard line is
नहीं
concerned,
नहीं अभी
it's
तो
gonna be
और एक मैच
Carpe
बाकी
that
है
plays Sova.
Yeah,
मेरे को 4 बजे कहीं जाना था रे वो
Well,
लेट
last
हो
time
रहा
T1
है
played
बस
this is where they put Psy onto that Jet, right? So, okay, so they are going to go with that.
Okay.
And then they're going to put
कहाँ चल
Izu
जाऊँ?
onto the Killjoy and making sure now Xcurit doesn't have to keep shifting
कहाँ
around
चल जाऊँ?
as he's trying to focus on the IGLing, so he gets to stay on the Omen. So it's yet another shift here for T1.
Yeah, and I feel
वो तो
like,
जाएंगे ही वो 2-3
maybe
मिनट लेट
perhaps
हो जाए
it's a,
कोई
you know,
दिक्कत
comfort zone, just default, don't do anything crazy.
Yeah, I think this is probably for the better, right? If you're going to have to still swap, I say Izu, go onto the Killjoy. You can still just focus on your own aim. You can really play as an anchor, and Xcurit now gets to not have to hop around and use all the different abilities while he's still trying to call the game.
And for the side of GE, they need Polvi to really be able to lean back into that Jet performance from Icebox. You know, the operator's still going to be a bit of a concern. Outlaw as well, coming into this map where you often do on the defending side want to be getting operator
like कर देना
Jet's hands as often as humanly possible. But if he can improve in that regard and then just also maintain his
और
right
3 लाइक फॉर 15 लाइक गाइस क्या हम पहुंच पाते हैं 15 लाइक
Yeah, I think it's going to be a huge Sova battle, right? The Benkai versus
क्या लग रहा है
how much info can you get, how
गोकू
much
भाई
info
विकी
can you
भाई
put
हम
onto the
पहुंच
other
पाएंगे
team?
15 लाइक
So
तक
for Benkai, how well do you call off of that information?
Yes.
Yeah, massive tests indeed for all of
Guarantee
these
से
players
बता रहा
right
हूँ
now. As we head into
Guarantee
our
तो
third
आजकल
map of
LIC
the
वाले
day,
भी
it's
नहीं
going to be
देते।
Ascent and it's going to be
अरे
Paperman and
ये
Azurai.
देख रहे हो देख रहे हो
It's gonna
और
be
गोकू भाई
He's not here.
He's not here today.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
anyways, map
हम
number 3.
15 लाइक तक पहुंच पाएंगे आज क्या
I was
लगता
talking
है
about it. The T1 has been shifting players. It's the same comp. Sure.
क्या लगता है गोकू
The people behind it have
बहुत
different. This is
जाएंगे।
something that
गारंटी दे रहे हो क्या तुम
also, pointed out here. The last time what we saw
नहीं,
T1
मैं भी नहीं देता
was that
guarantee।
upper final semis match
गारंटी
कोई भी
where
इसका मतलब
लाइफ इंश्योरेंस वाले ने
where
गारंटी
the one player that stood out the most there, Rossi,
उनसे कहाँ
नहीं इसका
guarantee
मतलब मैं कह रहा हूँ गारंटी तो लाइफ इंश्योरेंस वाले भी
one
नहीं
game
देते
alone, which net them the Ascent win.
कैंसिल
Nope,
करो
yeah,
uh,
without,
मस्ती
him
होता
right now.
रहेगा
Not
अरे
about it.
कलेक्टा
It's definitely
स्टार्ट
something
हो चुका है मैच
Start.
पहला मारेगा
Curious
जी
about this
ओए
one.
ओए ओए ओए
What
सिस्टम
that's going to look like, especially
लॉन्च
on this
पैड
defender side where Killjoys
ये लोग
usually are
अलग
just
बात कर रहे
feasting.
हैं, तो ये तो
And
Yeah.
Carpe, though, going to be over here with Xcurit.
मार दो मार दे
Side, Stacks playing in
बुद्धि
mid
पे
with
मार दे
KO.
एकदम वो जो एडी कर रहा है ना फट से गुद्दी चटक जाए
Throughout
मारे
his career, a little bit of contact. Carpe under pressure. Gets the first
Nice
kill. Traded
shot.
immediately out by Colby.
Ooh, Xcurit. Ouch.
बट हग दिस
Immediately repositions. Great paranoia. Actually able
Hug
to
these, hug
stop
these.
dead in their tracks on fast lane here. Or, excuse me, lane. But they can't really push up into the site, but that's not really the concern right now for GE. As they're re-aggressing, coming around the corner.
Ooh.
Great shot from Polby. Mid is exposed. Saya player here's the
लाल वाला जी
Boxes
है
himself in.
ओ नाइस शॉट
This is just great contact altogether by GE.
One
Dust
enemy
settles.
remaining.
It's only down to Izu, but he's coming around. spotted by Benkai. And now they can start just marching their way up onto B. Izu, I think he's overreading the situation, might be thinking that they're going A, but no. Other side of the map, it will be.
Yeah, nice little recon dart there to make sure that
seconds left.
they could
Spike
come back
planted.
into the site a little bit safer. Izu goes for the gamble, but plenty of time still to work with. Player's pretty weak. Polvi just down to basically one bullet. Benkai just gonna hold this angle. Izu's gonna have to go huge. He's gonna make this happen. Did scoop up a ghost. Opportunity there.
Does have a turret though.
One enemy
Oh,
remaining.
okay. He can get closer and closer. Benkai still has a recon dart. It overshot a little bit. Now he spots out where Benkai is. Benkai knows that he's off the spot.
Arre,
He is
GG.
just toying with his food.
GG भाई
Clutch,
GG
That's going to
भाई
be the round taken by, well, GE.
Yeah, it's a really good sign here for GE. Obviously, they're doing great on pistols. I don't think they've dropped one today, if I'm not mistaken. But the other good thing is that Polvi's coming in hot.
nice
And that was a thing that really hurt
Nice.
them on Lotus. And credit to T1,
Nice.
they had a good game plan around shutting down the Neon.
nice
Spaces
shot
and things like that. But now that he's on the jet, can't
Nice.
get away with that as easily. And Polvi's just kicking doors in, and that is something that absolutely GE would love to have
Yeah.
to get this map win.
I love the call just to push on market. Again, they already know
नींद
that,
बहुत आ रही है
well, they
guys
don't know what's waiting for them on B, but because of that paranoia hitting, that also stopped them, again, from pushing out lane. So great decision to just kind of chill out. They already have good control. They separated the defense on B and A if ever there was. And again, just great readjustment altogether by GE on that pistol.
And a 3-2 split here. I think trying to suss out where the stack of T1 would be. Not the player, but, you know, the gamble stack that you typically see. But T1's pretty well fanned out.
Placing alarm
Bit of a
bot.
sheriff for Carpe.
Alarm bot down.
Yet again, a little bit of confirmation here from Blaze King using these nanos to check and clear.
oh
My God, that
ना शीश भाई गलती गलती
Yes, free kill for me. Thank you, Blaze. They're just gonna push this
Nah.
out. They're actually gonna just push us out. A couple of kills there already, favoring T1. Firepower is still pretty strong from the leftover players of global esports here. Question now is, how do they kind of bridge the gap so their pistols do more work for them?
चार बंदे दो मिलके रश करेंगे 4v3 3v4 4v3
Turret for Izu as well. Kind of try to clear this top angle.
Thrown out as well.
oh
Yeah, no,
Jord
they can't really do anything when Russ is just able to mow them down that quickly. Harpe coming around the corner, slowly but surely goes for the white swing, gets spotted by every single player of GE remaining. And this is GE again, showing what they got here on set.
Yeah, and they're doing a good job.
भाई GE 3 राउंड बैक टू बैक जीत जाएगा तो हो सकता है
T1 will throw some punches. But GE able to absorb them pretty nicely. Just a great play here from Russ. Just holds it down. And the T1 players trying to make a swing off the back of the recon dart. Russ having none of it from the dice position. And here you go, Saya player with the early op now. For T1, saved up to go for it very quickly. It's going to be the glass cannon though. No armor behind this. Already trying to put some pressure down. Turret will be there. Get the confirmation. Execute tucked into wine.
Ooh, I don't know if they're gonna figure this out this early. This is the question. There it is. Oh no! Does not hit onto
Short.
Benkai. I think he went
Short
a little bit
short.
too antsy on that one, especially when he lost stacks on A main. And this is just a lost cause on this site. I mean, with the again with that
5v3 है भाई 5G भाई obviously G जीतेगा T1 हारेगा
No, yeah, it's got to be a save. And I think there for Execurate, you're still seeing some of his uncomfortableness with playing the Omen, where he's kind of using utility there, where he maybe could have found a time to swing.
Yes.
Gotten a couple players at least out of that. Potentially made this a different round for T1. Maybe made them feel a little bit more comfortable potentially going for the retake. Instead, it's GE who can go hunting the extra cash and knowing that the money is going to be depleted for T1. You can maybe look around a little bit. They're not going to go super aggro, but Blaze King, my eyes are on him to see if he tries to go for anything. Instead, they're just going to be content, take their win, take all their rifles back over, and just make those pockets even deeper.
Yeah, pseudo timeout as well, right? When you can just play that save the weapons game, use that rest of the round just to talk things over. What went wrong and
Nice.
that where it got
Nice shot.
a little bit tricky, as you saw there with the replay. Stax was not expecting them to be that close, especially when they just heard the spike, or not the spike, but rather the orb on A main being taken by Benkai.
Yep. Just able to cut their sound well enough to confuse T1 there. This time, hop over towards A. Let's see what Sai can do. Oh no, the smoke. That's a toughie.
Nah.
Now they know. Flash does get out the audio cue from both the tailwind and the op shot, so that might not be a position that GE's gonna want to keep fighting for.
Here.
Yeah, that smoke can be a little bit tricky to get it to set up on the one-way. Shock dart to clear the alarm bot. So GE doing a good job.
Guys, जो भी एक बंदा देख रहा है, मैं बहुत शुक्रिया for joining the stream. Guys, like कर देना, अगर नहीं हो तो subscribe कर देना.
A lot of work to do here.
Risk. Such a big risk.
बहुत शुक्र. ना. भाई GE, what the heck, भाई इतना मैच जीत के फिर ये हक दोगे तुम लोग.
Player whiffing the shot. That's going to be a big one as Polvi gets access onto
4v4.
leaving only Izu by himself. What can the Sentinel player do? Paranoia does hit him, but he's alive for the moment. Swings
ना. अरे भाई. 1-1, 2v1, 2v1 मारते कुछ इसको चुटका दे. चुटका दे.
30 seconds left.
Oh,
Izu.
flick from Izu, and he's made this digestible, clutchable even. 2 bullets. Might need to go for a reload. And he just wants to go for this fight, and he's actually able to hit some nasty body shots.
Nice.
Russ, a little bit too smart on that one. He knows that he can just go for those wall bangs on triple.
Man, that got really dicey. Izu doing what he can there on site. It's that first kill really quickly. Able to spray down through the wall for the second. Carpe with a good push out here. I mean, that's pretty decent value.
Yeah.
Last player standing.
So good. Polvi got
30
3
seconds.
on the backside of all of that. That flick on the Polvi is coming into sight is absolutely insane. Oh, what a transfer for Polvi. Disgusting.
If Izu had a little bit more HP. Oh, they spotted.
ऐसा लगेगा कि तुम ट्रक में ही हो, ट्रक वाला ही हो वो चीज.
Yep. Oh, he's able to dodge most of it though, but now he's in trouble. Throws out the paranoia, but that fragment's gonna claim his life.
Very nice. IG, big brain, brother.
That is 1 down against T1.
And this is seemingly part of the game plan here for GE is to be really aggressive. And it's really causing T1 fits. They can't contest this angle as well as they like. And Xcurate is getting abused over here. It's really tough for him to do anything that he wants to do. Some slip-ups with the utility as well, so right now GE has found a weakness in G1 and they are punishing and Russ.
G nice 3-5.
Sets him down. Asaya tries to get aggressive. He's got the blades out. It's going to be a change in direction for GE. No real info off the back of this. Just 2 kills over there. You've got to assume that the B site's going to be a little bit weaker, just a sheer numbers game. And they're going to be guessing correctly.
Yeah. Izu's got a
30
setup
seconds left.
play here to kind of maneuver against. But the problem is
ट्रक पिचक जाए मजे ही आ जाए साले.
4 players coming in to be tries to play
devil's
advocate as they
4v2 मार दे गुद्दी.
some people up, but
गुद्दी पे मार दे
it's
उसकी.
just going to be full Polvi going down. Yeah.
10 seconds
Got to
left.
save now.
It's going to be
Spike
difficult.
planted.
Yeah. Save, and this time I would expect somebody to go hunting for GE. They have even more money. I mean, Russ is going to be maxed out. Blaze King probably as well, so definitely. And let's see what they want to do. I mean, GE's still waiting to see if there's going to be any counterpunch, but T1 has no ability to do that, and this has been just an explosive start for GE.
Yeah. Or rather, T1's just going to call the timeout, right? Because at this point, they need something to kind of, I don't know, cut that momentum. As well as just, I don't know, just shift something up. This is 5 straight rounds from GE, and they have not shown any signs of slowing down.
You would think so, but Autumn's been pretty,
Hey,
judicious with the timeouts.
Fair.
क्या हुआ?
I mean, again, it really seems like he's trying to give them a little bit of freedom, the players themselves, to figure themselves out. But it's going very much. Gonna try and anticipate an A hit. That KJ utility, Paranoia is gonna back off GE. Sai gets one of the classic, pulls the blades.
Okay. They might have to respect him here because he might be able to just, again, go nuclear with the Blade Storm right now. Able to get 2 off of the
Nice shot.
conversion, but
3v3
Astrid gets ready
मार दे,
like a
मार
bullet.
दे.
He tries, he pushes his own smoke. The pop shots from GE just devouring him. And 2 for 2, not the worst thing.
Well, they still have a pretty good opportunity. They can get stacks over here in time. Drone should give away a decent amount of information.
Spike down.
Shut this
B.
down.
दोनों
You're
लोगों
gonna get the
के
spot on the
Last
Carpe.
player standing.
Stacks. Kill right as Blaze King was trying to push out.
That is
No.
Benkai's been really good with these. Now his Benkai senses are tingling, telling to himself that the flank is big probability, possibility. He slowly creeps into the site.
Bankai.
Will be picked up.
30
Izu's clearing
seconds
everything right now. Does not hear anything.
Well,
And oh, the spike is actually here on boat. That sucks. Or on switch rather. So he's gonna have to come around the corner right now. Is he gonna make noise as he drops? Yep, there it is. Start corralling all around him. Good pop shot
Hey,
here
Bankai.
from
Nah,
Stacks, and
Bankai,
Izu
nah.
just goes in for the finalizer.
a desperately needed round for T1. They're gonna give Stacks the extra charge. Izu already has his ult available. And this is just Carpe buying a little bit extra time. Good push off this Paranoia. Russ struggling to try to figure out where he's getting shot from.
Nice shot.
Carpe gets a big one. Stacks catches Blaze King just wandering over towards the switch. And now the timeout. And now it's T1.
T1
So
time.
there you go. There's your judicious timeout from Autumn. I actually don't know what
He
to
waited
do.
one round more than I would have expected, but maybe he's trying to mess with the post timeout win percentages. You know, after they won a round. So
Yeah, this was exactly what he did from last map as well. Right?
yeah.
Yeah. To kind of keep the ball rolling rather than to stop the snowball of your opponents. A lot of balls in this timeout.
I'm just curious what he's gonna say to them exactly. I think just in general, like anytime they try to get proactive towards the main, towards A main, it's been shut down.
Yeah.
B main's gone okay. You know, Carpe's done a pretty good job there, or Saya in the previous round.
Yeah.
So got good setups for that, but I think maybe just kind of saying, hey, let's play a little bit further back on A.
Yeah.
You know, if they are gonna hit A, that's fine. We'll hit them as they're coming through the door, maybe, or something like that.
VCT. Yes.
Okay, you have a lockdown. Carpe's
Valorant.
away from Marcus Fury.
Valorant.
Swarm grenade.
No real ults to speak of for Global other than lightning fasts, but
Yeah.
obviously that's situational typically for an Omen on Ascent.
We'll say though, Lightning Fast is pretty damn good at making those hyper aggressive from the shadows, as we saw in Lotus.
I'd love to see it.
Same here on Ascent, right?
Yeah.
Saya player though, first on the contact, no support whatsoever. Polvi comes in ever so slowly,
Enemy
and he
Oh.
catches him on the jiggle as
Nah,
well.
ball be nah.
Patience is a virtue.
Yep. And this is more what, you know, I think Autumn was thinking about. What I
Nah,
was
Paul,
definitely
be nah.
considering during the timeout. It's like, okay, let's just
Mar.
let's pause the brakes a
Marte.
little bit here. Let's slow this down. Let's force GE to make adaptations, because when it comes to the site holds themselves, they've been relatively decent for T1. They've put up, you know, huge kills. Now you've also got this Odin to toy with. Carpe, and he's gonna line him up. Oh,
Nah, he mara.
almost goes down.
That's so smart too, waiting for the contact with the turret, so that's when you actually rip out that Odin Slayer. Any case, TB from Lightning Fast all the way on switch here. Not really deep enough on the B site, so that's going to allow Izu and Carpe to just kind of double tandem at the back of the site and start dealing
1v5 Goku. 1v5 clutch.
Yeah, there's not really much they can do at this point.
Hug these, Goku, hug these. रहन दो, Goku, hug these, bhai.
And T1 just playing really stock standard, steady.
Oh, अरे.
Saya player.
क्या है भी कौन रहा है?
Off angle position works. TP doesn't really get them that extra ability to push that space like they would want.
किसने?
Shut right down by Izu. Izu's 9 and 4.
Oh,
great takeaway so far in terms of individual presence for Izu on the Killjoy. Yeah, the map hasn't been going great for T1.
सर ने लगातार रेस करे हैं 2. अरे भाई.
Devastating when called upon.
नहीं, मैंने 3 करे.
Now feeling a bit more of a heavy presence outside of A main.
मैंने 3 करे हैं, brother.
Is in a bit of a bad spot. Fragment put right over top of his face, but Stacks assists.
ये भैंस
going
की
to Carpe as well, ripping out the Hunter's Fury. Punish anyone that's going to be, well, just holding on that A main. Does catch out Russ and Lightning Fast, and Benkai is down to half.
Yeah, this is
मेरे को emotional sickness नहीं, brother.
From T1. Stacks with some great support there to bail X-Curate out. Took a lot of damage. Got hit through the box once, and then the fragment, I think, chunked him down a bit. The combo with the Hunter's Fury. Izu.
हाँ, मैं really चलाता हूँ.
Has to fall back.
This is going to be a fight
अरे मार
between
दे. हाँ, nice.
That's going to be Blaze coming out on top.
क्या?
Options available here. That's a Killjoy kill, so
तो ना
that
शुभ.
means that utility for the Sentinel.
जोर से बोलो, एक तो इसका sound. जोर से बोलो.
And immediately Benkai's punishing that. He's already
30 seconds left.
where the alarm bot normally
समझ
would
नहीं आ रही
try to
कुछ.
go
मेरा Discord
for
अटक
something.
चुका है. GG's.
Swatted away by X-Curate.
Oh yeah. Carpe's in a great spot though. They start
Jai
putting him in.
Gokuji.
He has just a wall bang at the back of the site, and I mean Benkai's low enough, Blaze King's low enough that this is going to be a death sentence against them. Here it is.
10 seconds
All he
left.
has to do.
मारते मारते 2v3 है बस. 2v4 है I mean.
It's going to be a good
Spike
question.
planted.
Oh, nice
Taking all
shot.
back. Great tandem there from Blaze King and
Riot का भाई nice shot.
They play a lot more proactive.
मारते मारते. वही
On
वही
lane as well
मारते.
as the stairs.
Last player
अरे
standing.
कुत्ता कहीं का मतलब I mean sorry.
Be the first to get kills.
ले.
Not gonna happen this
Hug
time.
these
Still
भाई,
two
hug
players
these.
in T1.
Legit hug these.
They're fighting back.
Hugga?
That was close.
No, it was.
क्या ही बोलते.
Closer than I thought it was going to be, for sure. That one pick onto Izu, Blaze King hit some really nasty shots in that round to at least potentially give GE some hope. But it's dashed away. Oh, Stacks just got him through the smoke. Ridiculous.
One enemy remaining.
X-Curate there with 15 HP. Just no problem.
Guys ज़्यादा ठंडी हो चुकी है I guess.
As
Time out ले लिया है
GE
जी
starts
ने.
going timeout.
Yes.
I mean, I think this is a good opportunity here to snag a few more rounds away from T1.
फिर से T1
This is an
खेलेंगे भैंस.
opportunity, I think, to potentially dial up one of those set executes or try to go for the early mid aggression, you know, see if you can go for that B crunch through main and things like that.
Yeah.
No matter what, it's going to be tough. T1's short up their defense, so.
Yeah. I think a possibility here would be to try to see how well Saya players hold on A short is with that operator. Because they kind of shifted him, or because T1 did shift him there a lot more, I think that's going to be one of the kind of big crucial points. It's not going to be weak in any in any case, right? But if they can take down Saya player there, the defense on A site might actually get crumpled up a little bit because they do have those crossfires that works well against A main, but you have a crunch coming out through A short that changes the dynamic completely.
Absolutely. Looks like, though, they're pinging into boats. Is that? Yeah, they're going to try to set up for
right here.
The Hunter's Fury from Benkai in some respect. Go for the lockdown, but got to deal with the Odin. Izu has a counter lockdown. Kind of curious. Exactly, G wants to play this. Oh, that's some great spam onto Carpe. Down to 50 HP. So that's step one. Cleared a little bit of space. Xcurate trying to play close at A main, but 0 points going to back him off a little bit. Everybody just really trying to get what information they can. Not much given over to T1 here.
Great. Big play there from Benkai as well, as you were mentioning. He can get pop shot again. Oh my god. They want to go for another one.
अरे same
He's gonna break it. Melkaman activated as well, but Bolby gets caught
Nah, what the heck shot, brother? What the heck shot?
Perfect. Saya player for the peek out on A short, and the pinch to crunch is gonna be perfect as well. Not done just yet as Benkai still fighting through
What the heck shot, brother? What the heck
Kyle
shot?
saving him from the wall banks of Benkai. The Saya player retreats for the meantime.
30 seconds left.
5-1. Benkai trapped on tiles here. Can go for a swing.
साले मेरा वो
to
तो
force out Saya player from his position, but
गोकू
it's not really going to be as good as I think
पार्टी
he wants.
ये इसका पार्टी चैट watch party
Start moving around with 13 seconds. There's no time to really
watch
do
party
anything
तो
else.
खत्म करके
They're
जाओ
gonna
ओके
fall down.
Just a great reaction there by Stax. Throws out his util, pops his ult, steps up, knocks two players down, shuts down the Hunter's Fury as well.
Yeah.
Make sure there's no way that their lockdown's going to get cleared. And that forces the rest of GE back into Saya's sight lines, and he makes him pay. Great combo there from T1.
Yeah.
It's got a big smile out of Stax too.
The biggest one there as well was Polvi was about to dash through. It's that standard B main updraft dash, right? And he got caught mid-air and couldn't really do anything in that position out in the open. Anyways, whoa, double
what the heck?
Give him a triple.
What the
No,
heck?
it's him and Izu just helping each
Bhai,
other
what
out.
the heck?
Has been solid on B main.
भाई ये तो शुरू होते ही जी को पेल रहे हैं भाई
Why change it up? You don't have to.
गोकू
As they get themselves a quick, clean wipe.
मजे नहीं जी पिल रहा है मजे ही में
Can't
क्या
find any answers. Tries to go for a pacier hit. Saya's just ready. What is that?
वही गाना वाना भी है
Can we slow that down and show it again?
That was
तो
absolutely.
मोर सो हो
That
गई
was texture levels of snappiness.
Yes.
Whew.
पल्सर का फ्लॉलेस
You
देखेंगे
have a no command for Russ.
One suppressed.
Options.
को है
You're only going to get the spot on the lightning fast. Doesn't tell you a ton.
जी वालो
As T1. Trying to use that
Maruna.
drone. It is going to see Saya.
Yeah,
You are going to
and
identify
these.
the op. So let's see how fast GE wants to rotate off that info. Looks to be pretty quick. They're going to pop the no command. They're going to try to break in.
Yeah. Can't close the door too, so that's going to be troublesome. Dashes right in. They're trying to save the back of the site for as long
Nice
as they
shot,
possibly
nice
can,
shot,
but no,
very
GE
nice,
just
very
again
nice जी
overwhelmed.
मुंह तोड़ दे भैंस मुंह तोड़ दे
Sheer brute force.
जो spam कर रहा है सबकी मुंह तोड़ भैंस
Flanked by Blaze King. And it's
nice
all down
जी
to the hands
nice
of
very
Izu.
nice
Again, he's been just adapting way too much on the agents here. Bit too far on the side as well. It's not going to be able to do anything. Taking back that lead ever so slightly.
But all it took was that little extra piece of info there.
Yeah.
They found the op and they're like, nope,
एकदम
we're
legit
going
भाई
that
चंगा
way.
से मैच चल रहा है एकदम चंगा से
Quickly set it up.
Yeah, which I don't blame them. And a great read. Great call from Benkai.
Yeah. 100% agree. And another big one as well here is just how good that paranoia was from Lightning Fast to just kind of assist the rest of the team, right? It made the Jenny player
Sam peak
portable. It exposed Xcurate that was holding on Hell. It's just one of those things that when you're able to cascade it correctly, there's just nothing that the players can do unless they have some support from short, which they did not. Because again, that's what I was mentioning. GE went for the crunch on A short.
Exactly. Well, let's see what ults are available. Well, potentially the blades for Saya if he finds a kill. So that's something that obviously GE doesn't want to have happen for a bunch of reasons.
गाइस हमारे हो चुके 12 लाख क्या हम और 3 लाख तक पहुंच पाएंगे गाइस
The rifle in hand, but definitely something to
और कितने घंटे हो गई स्ट्रीमिंग 2 घंटे 55 मिनट्स मतलब ऑलमोस्ट 3 घंटे की हो चुकी है गाइस जो भी दो बंदे देख रहे हैं बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया ज्वाइन करने के लिए लाइक करते रहना अगर तो सब्सक्राइब कर देना भाई जरूर सब्सक्राइब करें
Thankfully, it's an operator in the hands of Saya player. 3 kills already. Xcurate being the sacrifice here for T1. Still though, Blaze King,
I got the spike.
man of the hour, man of the series, 2 versus 1. Nanoswarm gonna give him some access onto the site. He's a little bit afraid of what could be at the doorway, but no one's home. Can't close the door. Be afraid of at least what's on heaven, and he can play for this 2 versus 1 as he starts planting.
1v2 है, please कर दे भाई.
Caught out here, but Blaze King being tagged right there. It's all about
Nah,
Wallbang City.
of these, of these.
Knocked down, and it's just equal, 6-6 as the first half ends.
Still, normally you'd be like, that's a great half.
ये क्या हुआ? Half time.
Like, 6 rounds on your attacker's side on a set.
क्या?
5
Half
off
time.
a rip to start the map. That's a
नहीं.
ton of pressure on T1 on this attacker side. Now,
मेरे पे Axis operator है इन पे.
certainly
नहीं
they've
है.
got some players who can kick down doors. Sai's been having a pretty good day. That op, once it finally got in his hands, proved to be devastating. However, GE's been really good on pistols. That's something to really be concerned about. Can T1 finally take a pistol here? They haven't taken any.
That's true. They've been backing on the fact that Sai player can just hit some nasty shots with the twice in a row chamber he's been playing, but I don't think we've seen those ridiculous headhunters
God.
the last time.
Izu play God. ये
Anyway,
देखो कोरियन वाले आ गए
It's been
थे.
like op play for Sai.
जाओ पे sushi खाओ तुम लोग.
Doing a lot of the damage.
I understand nothing.
क्या
so
बोल
I
रहे हो? नहीं भाई सॉरी.
I
किसी भी हम जाति धर्म भेद नहीं कर रहे है ना कोको? नहीं कर रहे हैं ना?
If anything just catches your attention.
I'll do my best.
हम किसी भी जाति धर्म भेद नहीं कर रहे ना?
I can read it. I just need a
क्या?
little bit of.
नहीं कर रहे हैं ना?
Like they go so fast.
That's true. Everybody right now is in a race against it. GE and T1. As we are preparing ourselves into the second pistol.
हाँ नहीं क्या होता है?
You mentioned it's going to be a big thing here. T1 has yet to get any of these pistol wins, any of these pistol wins, and it's kind of hurt them as we saw on the first 2 maps. It gives GE just that kind of 2 to 3 round boosts, and you never really want to give that in a game as close as this.
Oh yeah, exactly. And I mean, GE went from 50% win rate to 56% today.
Ooh, nasty.
It is crazy good.
मेरा वाला crosshair है साले.
Last year they were our pistol princes.
देख रहे हो?
Dominating
इसका crosshair देखो तुम opponent के होगा.
Seemingly back in form with that. Russ right at this corner, gonna get a ton of info off that knife.
वही तो कह रहा हूँ.
Also spots out the alarm bot on Arch here. So the push
देख रहे हो YOLO वाला crosshair मेरा था.
Not any big damage with the shock dart. That does slow them down ever so slightly. Door, I was about to say it could still be open, but not going to happen anymore. So it's going to be a 5 versus 1.
Guys, जो भी 2 बंदे देख रहे हैं भाई बहुत-बहुत शुक्रिया for joining the stream. Guys, like करते लगा कुछ subscribe कर देना.
Still going to be on the site. And look at that, 4 people.
जी वाले घुस जाओ, मार दो घुस के.
Side player and Izu holding that hell angle.
अरे nice.
And they are just falling down little by little, bit by bit. The
अरे side change हुआ है भाई, इसीलिए तो pistol चल रहा है.
It's all down to lightning.
अरे अकेला. नहीं,
अरे
nice.
He could
nah,
actually go for a conversion on Izu, but it's just a tad bit too confusing as he was getting barraged by in the front and in the back, and he's going to lose that fight.
Hey, they did it!
That's true. Congratulations, T1. I mean, this series.
मैं नहीं कर रहा हूँ. पर जी अगर हार गया तो जी को जीतना चाहिए.
Take what you can get.
Oh yeah.
And I like the plan there from GE. It's just T1 just kind of never really stopped. They were just like, oh, you spotted all of us, that's cool. All right, you got shock darts, that's cool.
Yeah.
We're going to go plant now.
And again, even though they started waterfalling onto the site, I mean, there was some like 3-man crossfire that we saw at the bottom of A. Did I even connect? No, it did not. Okay, Wallbangs on to Benkai here as he tries to run away, and he's going to be able to get back into safety. Sure, injured, as well as dazed, but he's still going to be standing alive, and that's going to be important as the round continues, because now T1, they're going to have to just recompose themselves.
They pinged this angle out, but Saya was so close. However, Russ, off of that drone, wants to shut that down, wants to cut the info. Oh my, Russ.
Yeah, good fragment. Wow, okay. Stax is in trouble actually. He's pretty low already in terms of HP.
भाई 12 लाइक हो चुके हैं हमारे 15 लाइक तक पहुंच पाएंगे क्या पड़ रहा है?
Somehow manages to actually actually get help through the smoke, and Saya player goes ballistic as he does get pick for pick with the Marshall. Very close for comfort. GE almost maybe making a difference there with the pistol.
Yeah. Man, Saya arriving just in the nick of time.
Oh yeah.
Carpe on the entry gets one. Then Izu covering the angle. Yeah, they knew he was in there. Saya just goes hunting,
Yeah.
finds his prey. Odin for Benkai though. Very early investment into the Odin. So T1, we saw the early op investment. GE's gonna opt for the Odin. Lightning fast, gotta get out of there. Got flashed, couldn't find the connection. Well, maybe
जी भाई
but
6 पे T1 8 पे गलत बहुत
Keep
गलत.
going for this A site, if ever. Sure, you know, rifle's all abound for GE, but no shenanigans from the Odin.
yeah, well, just a good util dump. Could do the trick.
Dash is there.
Nice.
Saya player now pushing himself
Ah.
out. Does not get the pick onto Russ.
Nice.
See that,
Very nice.
Again, there's no
मार
access
मार
for Volvi
बुद्धि
here.
फोड़ सब.
Might not be enough.
नहीं
as
हदीस.
Lightning Fast was still holding at Hell. He will get refragged immediately by Carpe here, who gets the fadeaway headshot onto Volvi. Blazing once more. But don't forget, this is the 3 versus 2 favor of T1. And we have a lurking Izu in the depths. Both players of GE feeling very uncomfortable.
But Izu should hear.
Yeah. If he just stays his hand here and waits for his teammates to push up onto A main, they might peek out on A short prematurely. That's where he can really do some damage. Benkai with the double man spray down. This is risk.
1v1
Against 50 HP is not too good. Oh my god!
Ooh.
They see the
Jord
started shooting through the wall?
Or just that big brain of Benkai's. You know,
Instinct.
सात आठ.
Yeah,
Wow.
man's got the ultra instinct there. Might have seen something, I'm not too sure.
You'll probably see it here.
Yeah, it looks so good for T1.
Truly, but they just can't really kind of break through on A main. Oh, there it is. Yeah, he spotted like a teeny bit of that, of the foot of the KJ. That. In the POV of Izu, they just did not look like Benkai saw anything.
करके हंस रहे साला.
T1 doing so well there, but they can never comfortably get into the site. Even though they get the favorable trade, there's no access available. GE is able to just hold on long enough to punish them. Try to swing out quickly, and that Odin there. Benkai putting it to good use, and what a great investment. Bit of a mid-exploration here for T1.
वो लोग ही करके हंस रहे भाई.
Swinging Saya just takes his head off.
क्या कह रहे हो?
Yeah. Volvi really wanting that that mid control.
ना मैं नहीं किया. वो मेरा Discord बंद हो जाता है यार.
But nice little pop flash there actually slows them dead in their tracks. The TP already from Lightning Fast as he tries to get out of harm's way. X-Grade going in for the
बंद
pick
हो
as
जाता है
well.
पता नहीं
Does not
Discord
watch out
पता
as
नहीं
Russ
क्या
just
है.
says he's waiting for the rest of the team coming out through A
दिक्कत
short.
होगा.
Now Russ, no flashes, all about that contact, gets immediately shut down outside the generator. And it's all down to Benkai.
1v4 फिर से
Big round.
हवास मचाते
4
हुए.
versus 1, and they're covering all of their weak points. Yeah.
Might just be a save at this point.
Oh yeah, has to be. He's already running away for it.
Benkai.
100%. But yeah, this time around, T1 is able to convert off that early success. It got a little bit scrappy
कह रहे भाई
tree
छोड़ो.
there. I thought for a moment
चलो.
DE might be able to kind of turn that fight on its head.
Yeah.
Got a little bit sloppy. But hey,
वो सो गया. क्यूटी पाए. सो गया.
incredible firepower on this team for sure. They can get all the pieces working together. Things go well. And it's just going to be another round going the way of T1.
Yes.
Izu?
Team 1 obviously. Yes.
Wait, did he just?
He did.
I didn't even realize. I was looking at like, do they have money? How much money do they
I
have?
know,
to
right?
the
You're
next
looking
round?
at other stuff, and then like, I just caught it out of the corner of my eye, and then I heard the crowd go, "Oh!" And I'm like, "Indeed."
Izu. Never change.
That happens.
Yeah. Oh, I thought that was gonna be a time I'm saying, Izu, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Last time out though for global esports, at least on regulation.
गुस्सा चढ़ रहा है एक तो जी नहीं जीत पा रहा.
Needing that that extra voice
Fair again.
with their coach.
Well, now you gotta figure out a way to shore up that short A defense, right?
अरे तो हो तो क्या प्योर क्या चाहिए साथ ना हो तो क्या है.
Just brute forcing their way into this A site.
Yeah.
So, you know, Russ has been doing his darndest. You know, the KO, you're often called upon to hold that position with your flashes, just play delay or go for those picks, but T1's been able to kind of beat them to the punch in those battles. So what's going to be the change up? Do you just stick the Odin over there? Heck yeah, you do. Everyone else has to save.
They don't waste any time as well, right? That's why I think GE were just kind of misread the situation, like by half a second, maybe a second.
Yep.
And that's all that it takes, right? To just ruin or not get that optimal control that you're kind of hoping for, especially for that A short you were talking about.
मार दे रे मार दे. और कितना जिताएगा भाई मार दे अभी तो.
Like this map, it's so crucial that you win those battles that are on a knife's edge. Lightning fast, trying to play close in the smoke. It will dissipate. Is he going to do anything off of it? Benkai abandoned short. They're just going to go for the full-on A hold.
Guys, जो भी तू बंदा देख रहा है
T1
लाइक कर दो प्लीज.
hasn't shown
सब्सक्राइब कर दो. मेरे को 4 बजे कहीं जाना है यार. 4-7 बज रहे हैं.
Aware of much. I mean, you've got a little bit of identification of mid from Izu as he sets up to hit it towards short A, but other than that, there is very little info on this map.
Yeah. At least for GE, they know exactly what's happening right now. Nice little blade. Oh, it's out. That was huge. That's going to dissuade them from coming into that A site because now they know the only player that does have a weapon is there. Let's just go the other way. Let's find those pistoleros, and it seems like they're just going to go for that mid to B play for the moment. And they spot out Benkai actually starting to run away. He's preemptively striking, but this time Izu's out for blood. Quick little flash. Blaze King pocketed around the corner. We'll be able to get the one pick first. Polvi now 15 seconds. If he can hold enough to wait for lightning fast, this is going to be a big one. Does get spotted though. Now they're conscious about his placement. But of course, Polvi, masterclass at the sheriff. It's being pushed. One more bullet. Side player not giving any leeway whatsoever. Fast if he gets this. This will be the darndest of rounds. 3 bullets and the smoke dissipates. No escape.
मैं पीछे चल रहा हूँ. लाइव पे हूँ मैं.
Yeah, just great reads here from T1. And you were spot on there.
तू कौन सा वाला राउंड जीत रहे हो?
You see that Odin with the spot off the 0 point, and you're like,
राउंड तो मैं भी उस टाइम जीता था.
better places to be. But Izu, that shot he had on the Benkai was crisp.
Yes.
And he has been really good on this map. And T1 looks in control. Looks like they're in the driver's seat. Opt for Polvi now. A bunch of ults though for T1 to play with. Ooh. Let's see what Carpe does. That is a shock dart and a half. I love that.
It breaks the alarm bot on
so
Pizza.
Good. So good.
Okay.
Placing swap grenade.
That doesn't even need to like peek through upper mid now. So Polvi's position is, well, not useless, but more of null and void. They're not gonna fight through that angle. Okay. Nice little creep out.
I can't use that.
That's,
oh no.
Okay, no smokes just yet, but he wanted to go for the refake, but there's like 3 players barreling down on Market. Now it's Benkai alone, and Benkai dealt with. Down to lightning fast. Cut Chow. Trying to run away. 17 HP, and Saya player just picks up a nasty 4K. T1 closer and closer to map point. Do they get?
They are really feeling it. And it's on the back of Izu and Saya player. Just having their way with GE. Oh, come on, man. Come on. Ridiculous.
That's a Super Saiyan player for you.
I think I've made that joke before too.
You did?
We've come full circle. Year, though. No,
मैं हंसी बहुत अच्छा कॉपी कर रहा हूँ किसी का.
We can do it once a year.
Oh! Crazy shot, Polvi.
Polvi.
क्या?
The fadeaway.
My God.
इसको
Life even like.
अरे जो जेट है T1 का
Yeah.
हाँ
Oh my God.
So that's
ये
a kill on
खेलता है,
Easy,
इसने
plus
भाई
the
उसको
half
टक्कर
HP
दी
on
थी।
X-Great. Great value from
अरे,
Polby, especially as he's still
कौन है
alive,
तुम्हारा
and
favorite
blades are
player?
still
नाम बोल
available
देना।
for the continual fight in
आसपास
this round.
एस्पासियो
हाँ
Right here.
आसपास को टक्कर दी थी इतनी
Here's the
गंदी
alarm bot.
तो ये
कौन
तो
कौन
हमने था।
Taking it out. Oh, that paranoia though. He's in
साया
trouble.
ने
ओ साया प्लेस मर
It's
गया
going to force T1, the remaining 3 players of T1, to start going into
कहाँ
this
मरा
B
है?
site.
नहीं साया प्लेस जिंदा है
It's just nasty.
साया प्लेस
Yeah,
मदारा उचीहा का औलाद
trying to break the doorway. Actually, no, pop shots on that vulnerable part of the doorway. How does this go? Flash out, peek out. Oh, but the double hold.
साया प्लेस मिल गया साया प्लेस
Favor
मिल
now
गया
is down to stacks as the fragment
One
actually
है,
spotted
बस
out
one
the other
बचा
as
है।
well, which was, I believe that was accurate, yeah.
Can he do it again?
Oh, he's running, he's hiding.
ये
No,
राउंड
he
T1
got
के
spotted.
हाथ
One, he's very much working the ecosystem of B, but fortunately,
Nice.
it will spin him
yeah.
out as GE overwhelms. And that is going to be another round here for GE.
Yeah. Crucial round. It looked
नीलू
like maybe
क्रोनो वर्ड ले ले
T1
क्या
is going to
Chrono
find
Word मैं भी
themselves
कह
at match point. GE had other things to say, and it's because of this.
क्रोनो
That
वर्ड से मेरे को
was
कलर
just
खास नहीं
insane.
लगते एक रेड
कलर की दिक्कत नहीं है उसका जो गन चलाने का हुआ ना उसपे अलग ही मजा सा आ जाता
Follow
है
up there.
मेरे को
Stacks in the opportunity. Lightning fast trying to get him
एकदम हैवी
fired
फीलिंग
up.
आती है उसका हाथ में
Always bigging up the team.
हाँ
There we go.
yes
Polby's back with the operator, and he's. We all know he's waiting for that jump
Word.
spot.
बट
No,
RXS भी तो अच्छी है RXS से लेंगे
Yeah, smart play.
नहीं Chrono Word
A turret just to make sure. Trying to see if they
Guys,
can clear
एक
through
second
the smoke.
रुकिंग।
Lightning fast just gets taken down.
Hello.
11
Then
उधर
was that?
आठ
Down to follow up. It's a little bit of a jump, kind of threw him off.
Yeah, for sure. No setup, no nothing. Just a straight jump. You love to see it. Anyways, look at this. They're actually pushing through short with the spike in hand. Slow approach from Sion player. Gets the pick first now. Polby's going to be a bit afraid of when to peek. Is it going to be Heaven? Is it going to be
अभी
from
इतना अच्छा होल्ड करके ये मर
Garden?
कैसे रहे हैं
It's
जी
both.
वाले
He's down.
पता नहीं यार
Up to Blaze King.
जल्दी
Let's
खत्म
get
करे तो मैं
forward.
जाऊं मेरे को
Door
जाना है
closed.
भाई बाहर
Positionings for T1 in the post plant.
भाग रहे हैं
A
legit
lot of crossfire
ये
set
लोग
up.
Is he gonna check?
ये
अब
राउंड
एक बंदा लेट करेगा पता है अब ये बंदा लेट करेगा फटाफट करो यार
Windows already
को
broken,
जाना है
so
बड़ी को
जाके
thinking to
मारे यार
himself, well,
फटाफट खत्म कर कहानी बहुत देर से चल रहा
work
है
my way
वही
through
तो
there. Perhaps all the way down
बहुत
the
देर से
stairs.
चल रहा है यार या तो
No idea
एकदम
where
मार
he
दो
is.
उन
This is
लोगों
so
को
good.
या तो मर
Both
जाओ
being made
भैंस
here by
ताकि
Stacks.
खत्म हो छोटा छोटा
That's okay.
अभी ये 12 हो जाएगा मेरे को भाई गारंटीड भाई फिर भी उन लोगों को उसके बस दो वो कर ले वो देख
Down. There you go. That's going to
कौन
put
पे
us
घूमना
into
है?
match point already for
वही तो
T1.
स्पॉन पे घूमनी है भैंस
Such a close game up until
Match
these string of rounds from T1 here.
अब इससे मत जीत जाए यार इसमें खत्म
They
करो
have to hold on,
कहानी
man.
भैंस की
Please. Oof.
इतना बोर मैं लेजिस्ट कभी नहीं हुआ यार जय इस मैच में हो रहा हूँ
T1 is just feeling.
नहीं खाना खा
So
रहे होते तो
confident.
नहीं मैं
I
खाना
mean, you
खा
can tell just the aim's crisper, the play is better.
Right here.
Yeah. It feels
Medical
right now that T1's holding the world of GE.
फोरता में मर जाते हैं
They're the Atlas.
Ooh.
Yeah.
देख रहे हो एसवीए भी सो रहे हैं वो भी सो रहे हैं भैंस
He's got to take it back.
Spike drop.
That shock dart, does it hit the alarm bot from that angle? Looks like a no.
वो तो तूने एक वो देखा ना एक मैच जीता देखा
Bit of
तूने
clearing here from GE. Spots out one. Izu's pocketed himself right now. He does have side player actually waiting outside of B main alongside him. Nice little crossfire so that no one peeks out through short, no one peeks out through B main. So rotation on
क्या
the
कर रहे हैं भाई ए डी ए डी
going to be
ए
a
डी
possibility.
ऐसे लगा परेड हो
Oh
परेड
my god, the timing.
भाई एंड टाइम पे निकला है आगे 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 इसका मतलब खींचे तो
Now
है
we know the operators there.
पता तो चल गया पॉल भी
Question
को
is,
अब
did they also
भागेंगे
hear that the tailwind was expended?
बिंदास
Probably not.
हक दीस
Collapse altogether. Polby's just there is just no way for Polby to get any solid footing on this one. But he doesn't need to.
Oh.
Gets the pick onto Sia player.
4v4?
One does
भाई
get
पॉल
enveloped
भी टारगेट भाई
by the
हो
Hunter's
भाई
Fury.
पहले
And the
बॉल भी
Polby's
टारगेटेड तो हुआ है
टारगेटिंग करिए भाई उसको,
How many
क्योंकि
times
पता है
do we
उनका
see
वही अच्छा खेलेगा।
players not clear this angle?
वही तो।
Blaze King, yeah, you have the lockdown. Hunter's Fury was already used, so if you can get to that position.
He has to get closer though on switch. But no. There it is. Peeks out. They've gotten him. There's no more threat of the lockdown. And two, one by one, bit by bit, they're being taken off the board. The shock dart does connect 2 versus 2, but time is getting wasted and wasted. And Russ, he has to rush into the side. He's going for it. Close as can be. But
GG's T1 भाई, GG's.
is going to be that T1 win the series against GE.
Yeah,
Legit huggies. मेरे को और आज मूड भी नहीं है कि आज बड़ा स्क्रीन पे जाके कुछ बोलूं। यहीं पे इसको खत्म करते हैं कहानी। और क्या
एलिमिनेट हो गया ना?
कौन एलिमिनेट हो गया?
जी
I guess I don't know, I guess
इनका टीम नहीं है वो, मतलब पैसिफिक, मतलब एशिया के आसपास जितने बंदे आते हैं उनमें से सारे हैं।
yes तो फिर गाइस आज के लिए बस इतना ही। तब तक के लिए मैं चलता हूँ। एंजॉय योर रेस्ट ऑफ टाइम। मजे करो, मस्ती करो। हम भी थोड़ा सा बाहर जा रहे हैं गाइस। बाहर घूमो फिरो, मजे करो भैंस की। फिर मिलेंगे, फिर से खेलेंगे, फिर आएंगे, फिर से उठेंगे भाई। चलो कोई ना, तब तक के लिए बाय बाय गाइस। बाय बाय, टेक केयर। बाय 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 बोल दो रे।
बाय बाय
बाय बाय। चलो
I don't know where you've been sold, but I'd be insane not to play my role. Yeah, I know I can break